Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the game preview, ladies and gentlemen. This is Miss Sim. I am your host. Thank you so much for joining through. Tonight we have a very special guest. Oh, we're gonna have such a great time discussing this playoff game. So, guys, please give me a minute. Talk to me about a minute. Guys, you already know what to do. You know what I'm gonna ask. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. You gotta subscribe to Miss Phins. Guys, we are so close to getting to the 1,000. Let's make it happen. Okay? Let's make it happen. So I need every single one of you guys to go ahead and make it happen. Thank you for coming through. Ooh, I can't wait to all these Bills fans. Because, see, I have a lot of Bills fans. They all love Miss Fans, you know. So we're going to really be able to have that back and forth between Bills fans and Dolphin fans. Because at the end of the day, guys, this is round three. Round three. So without further ado, I do want to go ahead and bring in this young man, this gentleman who apparently, I mean, I don't know how you guys don't know who he is, but phenomenal. I actually watched a lot of his content, and I am proud to say I am his 201st subscriber. So without further ado, go ahead and let's bring on Sean from Red, White, and Bills. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Miss Fins. I really appreciate you bringing me on, and I'm glad that you remembered the number of subscriber you were. I really appreciate that. And like you said, let's get you to 1,000. We're almost to 800. Let's get that 1,000 before the season's over, or before February, before the Super Bowl. So again, thank you so much. I can't wait to get into this playoff matchup.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Guys, if you don't know, tell the people where they can find you. I need them to know. Where can they find you?
All right, so I have an Instagram, Red, White, and Bills, but I don't typically use it. I just every once in a while I'll go on and do halftime live shows. But Red, White, and Bills on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 300 right now, and that'd be really awesome if I hit the next goal. But yeah, stop by. I try to be as unbiased as possible because I'm also a football fan. I'm obviously Bills fan above everything, but I like to keep as least biased takes as possible and just give great football content. So all fan bases are welcome. So go check me out if you like, subscribe, and then I love to get to know you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, so please go. We have to, okay, so I am 261. We need to get, we need to get Sean to at least, let's start small. 270. Because I know not all of you guys are subscribed. So let's go ahead and help him out. Let's get 9 more subscribers for him, guys. Go ahead and help us out. Remember today, like always, let's keep it clean in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Sean already got this, he got the memo already backstage. So PBS kids, guys. But it's still gonna be a rumble in the jungle. Why? Because I mean, it's the legendary
Gotta
Miami
be.
Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. So we're gonna discuss the game and a bunch of other stuff. Drop the link. Shake money. You gotta let us have the show first,
Getting ahead
okay?
of the
You gotta have
game.
to let us have the show first, okay? But trust me, you guys are gonna have a lovely time talking to these Bills fans. Let me say hello to everybody that's here real quick. Who do we got? Alan, welcome, buddy. We got John in the building. What's up, Mountie Fins? Let's go, Mark is our resident Bills fan. There you go. What's up, Mark?
What's up, Mark?
Dementi, welcome. My man. Michael K. Welcome, Michael. Bills by 21, of course. JC from Bills Mafia, welcome. Yes, Shake Money, welcome. Throw them fins up, cooking Buffalo. Exactly. Fins in the house. Let's go. Welcome. Revo, welcome. Welcome. Absolutely. See, they're welcoming you too. They're welcoming
I
you too.
appreciate you guys. Thank you.
What's up, level two noob? I
He
know,
makes
I
me
know, but we
crack
have
up.
to do it.
Level
We
two
gotta do
makes me
it.
crack up every day, man.
He's hilarious, right?
I tell you.
Good morning, Alaman. Welcome. Go Bills. Not.
Yeah.
Oh, drop the link to his channel. Let me see. Actually, I
Oh,
have it here. I'll do it. I'll do it in a second because I actually have it. So let me. Hey, good on you, sir. Good on you. Let's go to home. Let's go to the channel. Boom. I think this is it. Yep. Copy. And now I'm dropping this. Go ahead, guys. I'm gonna leave it as a pinned comment. I'm pretty sure that's it. That has to be it because there's just no other one. So I'm gonna leave it as a pinned comment, guys. Go ahead and let me pin it real quick. Go ahead and subscribe to Red, White, and Bills. Yes, I'll be subscribing to Red, White Show. Good, good,
Appreciate
good,
that. It
good.
means a lot to me. Thank you.
I expect this fraternization with Bill Mafia from Steven and Buttman, but you, I feel so betrayed. Level two, but it's just, we gotta extend olive branches, okay? Sorry. What's up, Phins up? What go? We got Lewis in the building, the rabbit dolphin. What's up? Good morning. Well, I'm so used to saying good morning because of my morning
Yeah.
show. Uh, we got just subbed. Awesome. Kyle,
Well, I
welcome.
appreciate
What's
that, Shake
up?
Money. Thank you.
Absolutely, guys. Keep subbing. Let's get them up there. Okay, so like I told you, sir. Okay, I wish your camera was like where you could see me, so we could be like eye to eye. You know what I mean? Because seeing your side view. mm,
I thought my side looks pretty good.
yeah, I mean, yes, yes. It's just I'm not like that personal person, but it's
Oh,
okay.
I
Don't
hear
worry.
you.
Let's see here. So now let's go ahead and talk about it. We kind of talked about it. Give me some updates real quick about the Mar. I know that we've been talking about it all week. What's the update with the Mar? Because I know that everybody wants to make sure we keep an eye out and things like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, God is good. He's back home in Buffalo. However, he's not in his home in Buffalo yet. He's still at the hospital, but he's doing physical therapy. He's progressing remarkably. I mean, when this all happened, we had no idea if he would even make it out, and now he's jumping up and down at the hospital in Cincinnati about the football game. He's doing physical therapy. He's commenting on everybody's post. He just seems like he's getting better each day. So, I mean, that was a breath of relief that I think the whole football community needed, was to see him wake up a few days ago and to start progressing. And I'm no doctor, but it seems like he's making very fast, progressions through his
Strides,
rehab. So, it's just a blessing. It's so remarkable whether you're spiritual or not, what the power of everybody coming together. It seems like that. It was just all $8 million for his fundraiser, and just
that's
all the love
awesome.
he got when he woke up. I mean, I can't imagine, waking up and seeing 800,000 more followers on your Instagram, everybody DMing you, all the stuff that the whole community did. It's just remarkable. But yeah, he's doing a lot better. I mean, just to have him home in Buffalo, it was just amazing to hear he's out of the hospital in Cincinnati. They did a great job taking care of him, but now he's getting another step closer to being home. And I mean, I don't know, but depending on how this game goes, maybe he could be on the field for the next one, or depending on how
The
much
sideline, you mean?
yeah, on the sideline, right? And that'd be really, I think that would just be a huge electric bolt for the whole team, just to know he's on the sideline supporting the team. And
Of course.
yeah, just God bless him. God is good. So just got to keep praying for his recovery. And again, he's just doing a phenomenal job. He's a fighter.
Amen, amen. I'm very glad to hear that because you never want to see something like that. I've never in my life, I've never seen it, but I'm glad to hear that he's doing well. As far as for us, as you know, we have Mostert, so we'll go into that. That's also part of the injury report. But as an update, obviously, we have Mostert who had the thumb injury, so he's doubtful right now. Will he actually come and play the game? We should know honestly by Saturday, the latest. Um, but I know that he wants to play. That's for sure.
Right.
Tua right now, he is by tomorrow. We're hoping he could already have cleared stage 4. Um, hopefully stage 5, but at least stage 4
Right.
tomorrow. That way he should be able to have the opportunity to practice with the team and actually play. If not, then obviously we would have to start our young QB in Skylar Thompson, in my opinion. Unless Teddy, he's also injured too. So we have injuries, but go ahead and tell us about your Bills injuries because this is the game preview, guys. We're going to give you all the information about this game, and then we're also going to tussle too. So go ahead.
Right. Well, as of right now, there's nothing major besides obviously Demar, but Besides him, there's no real major injury as of right now. But when you look into last week, there was a lot of people with like little nicks. Milano with the knee, he's been on the report for a couple weeks, but he's been limited and full participant and always playing. Jordan Phillips with a shoulder for the last few weeks. So there's just a little bit of that, people showing up on the injury report, but ultimately being well enough to play. But as of right now, there's nothing that's come out where somebody's going to be out or doubtful for the game as of right now. That might progress throughout the week, but as of right now, we're actually probably one of the most healthiest weeks we've been, the whole entire season, because we've been, as well as you guys, battling the injury bug. But I mean, for the playoff game, I think we're in a great spot with our health for the most part. And it's just little nicks and bruises that everyone's getting in week 18 and 19. So just praying for the rest of the week to go well for everybody, and then we get a healthiest team as possible out there on the field.
Okay, good to hear. And then, well, for us, I mean, as far as today, the update that I have, this is coming from today from ESPN, guys. Cedric Wilson Jr., questionable. Tua, questionable. Obviously, I just said it. Kendall Lamb, one of our tackles, is also questionable. We also have Teron Armstead, who's questionable. This man came to this organization questionable, so
Questionable.
I'm not surprised. Skyler, obviously, he's questionable as far as the coach. They didn't really discuss what was up with him. They just said bumps and bruises, or at least McDaniel said that in his press conference. Mostert, obviously, we know the thumb injury that he suffered. It is serious. We'll see. I'm not sure if he got updated um, in the last few hours, but if you guys know, please put it in the comment section for everybody. And also Jalen Waddle as well, who is questionable. Brandon Shell is the last one who is questionable. He was questionable to return to the game. He didn't. He had ankle and knee injuries. He's still questionable. Hopefully, he will be available for us. So we'll see. Um, Scotty says Lamb has a high ankle sprain. No way he plays.
Mm.
Hey, I'm not
What's up?
surprised.
What's
You
up
know what
with
I mean?
Waddle?
Waddle, baby, Waddle, baby, Waddle, baby. I mean, as far as for Waddle, uh, let's see here. Ankle.
Oh, it's ankle.
So yeah,
I feel like
just
that's been
saying.
lingering
It's the
for him
same thing.
too.
Yeah, it's the same thing he
Yeah.
already had. So it's still
Mm-hmm.
lingering. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. But yeah, it was the at least as far as yesterday. Um, yeah. So that's as far as the injury. So let's get to our next topic here because we're gonna give everybody everything they need. Go
All
ahead
right.
and you should know this. I know this, but you should know this too. Not that I'm trying to test your knowledge, but I am. So talk to me about your team stats, sir. Give me some you know, brag to me about how good y'all are. Mm-hmm.
Well, before I get into the team stats, let me just mention how gotta give some props to Josh Allen, who graded out the number one on PFF for quarterback. Obviously, that's passing and rushing. So it all starts with that guy, though, on the offense, where we're basically, if he's on, we could be a top level offense, top three offense. We are basically the only team in the NFL. We are the only team in the NFL who had 100 yards rushing every single game. Obviously, Josh is included, but we're top
Josh
10
is
in.
included.
Yeah, with
You
with
mean
the
Josh
rushing.
is your running game guy?
Yeah, well, it counts. It counts. It
Okay,
counts.
it
But
counts. You're right. I want to make sure that people know what you mean by running
oh
game,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is
with
really
Josh,
just Josh Allen,
Josh,
and then
running back, receivers,
sprinkle
the
a
only
little other.
team to do that. But we're in the top 10 for rushing. We're as far as points scored, we're probably three now because I didn't check after we missed that one game. But before the game that got canceled, we were number three. So just another high-powered offense, and I know you guys I think are two for our passing offense. But I mean we seem well balanced in the last couple of weeks because we've been able to run the ball quite well as pass. So we're basically just firing on all cylinders at the right time. And as far as defense goes, number two scoring defense. Yeah, our secondary has been banged up most of the year, so our passing defense isn't typical Buffalo Bills passing defense. But with Jordan Poyer back there, Hamlin was playing absolutely incredible for stepping in for Micah Hyde. We got Trey White back, all pro, and Dane Jackson and Kyer Elam are splitting time. They've both been struggling a little bit, but they both got talent. So if they have a good day, they've shown they can play really well, but sometimes they get really, really picked on and get carved up pretty bad, where it gets to the point where you just want to pull your hair out. But, but overall, I mean, I'm very satisfied with how the team was for the 18 weeks up into the playoffs, especially with what we dealt with, as far as Buffalo as a city in general, and then all the injuries. The only thing I'm basically worried about with this team the whole year was the offensive line. I'm sure we'll get into that as we keep going, but as an offense, there's not much this team can't do. They used to say we couldn't run the ball, we couldn't win close games. We won a lot of close games this year. We ran the ball when we needed to. But what people have to remember is we may not run a lot with the running backs, but when we do, they're very useful. And again, Josh counts for that as well, because when you have that dynamic quarterback who can just be like, oh, I don't see nothing there, and then take it 40 yards, truck a linebacker, and jump over a corner,
Hmm.
like all you need is once in a while that happens, and it helps you out tremendously. So it keeps the defenses honest. And, you know, I'm just absolutely pleased with how they've been. They dealt with a lot of adversity, and I think it builds you to a proper time right into the playoffs when a lot of adversity can strike.
Yeah, real quick, but before I continue, I just want to shout out Alaman for his $5 donation. Thank you so much for donating to the channel, Alaman. Every little donation it really goes right back to the channel. So I appreciate you, Alaman, for donating the $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else that wants to donate and contribute to the channel, the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that's in the description of the video. I appreciate every single one of you guys because only even a dollar, it really does go a long way. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Alaman. I just want to shout you out real quick. Um, what are we doing, Ryan? No, I'm just kidding. Stats for the game. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you know a little bit about your team. I mean, they're all right. You know, overall, they're all right.
Yeah, once in a while.
Um, yeah. As far as for Miami right now, our offense, one of the major things that we wanted to do this year, especially with having an offensive coach, was to have a top 10 offense. Finally, this year we were able to accomplish that. We're ranked six in the offense, which is good. I know it's not two, but it's still top 10, which is exactly what what we were looking for. So at least that's a check mark for the team. As far as our defense, we're ranked 14th right now. As far as the overall defense, I'm very proud of the guys because at the end of the day, being like you mentioned, all of the injuries that we've had, so many players on IR. Right now, we literally have undrafted rookies playing our secondary, and they've been playing our secondary the entire season.
Yeah.
So shout out to Boyer for really, honestly, and, and our and our positional coaches because they're the reasons why our young players have been able to go ahead and still perform. Granted, obviously, you still want to be top 10 in defense, but as far as this, if I'm not mistaken, we ended last year top 17, and this year being top 14 and having all those injuries, I think we were pretty good.
Yeah.
So not bad, not bad for that. As far as Tua Tagovailoa, obviously, you know that he missed 4 games this season due to injury. As far as his specific stats, I mean, he still ranks six. He's my apologies. He's 11th quarterback right now, so not bad. Obviously, I would have wanted him to be top 10. He would have been had he played all his games, but I just did the calculation like an hour ago, and had he actually played all this game and done his average, he would have been fourth in the league. So definitely something to look at. He definitely did better and outperformed himself from what he did prior to
For
the year
sure.
before. So I'm happy about that. As far as our defense, like I said, with all those injuries, we would have wanted to have more when it comes to takeaways, but we really didn't have as many takeaways like we did last year. Having Xavier Howard, I know a lot of people ask how is he a Pro Bowler, but I don't know. He's got name. Like, people remember him from the last few years that he's been amazing. But him having groins injuries, first of all, I didn't even know there were two groins. I thought it
Oh
was
yeah.
just a groin injury. I've never heard of two groins injuries, but
It's brutal.
Neither here nor there. So yeah, so his double groin injury
Yeah,
has
it's
actually
hard to play
really
like
kept
that.
him from being able to be as explosive as he was before, and opportunistic too.
Oh yeah.
And with that said, not having Byron Jones on the other side opposite of him definitely took away from his ability to be able to sneak in and kind of bait the quarterbacks so that way they can make those mistakes like we did last year. But it's still not too bad. Now, what are your keys to victories as far as what you think your team needs to do to win this game?
Offensively, I'm going to say start off taking what the defense gives you. I've seen in the last couple weeks, it seems like we're holding on to the ball way too long, just looking for the deep shots, constantly. But I have the faith that because it's playoff time, when playoffs happen, because people before I get into it, I was seeing around people are like, oh, the Bills are just going to play zone all the time. That may be true. They play zone all the time in the regular season, but as you know, when you're in the playoffs, it's always different. So, are we going to play the same exact defense that they got film on for 18 weeks? Or are we going to disguise better, do different coverages, change things up in the playoffs, where they won't be expecting it or won't know how to game plan because they don't know what we're going to do, and then bring it out? Because I had a feeling that they actually thought we were going to play Miami again because the book was out for weeks of what beats Miami, and we didn't do that. And
Really?
I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are we just playing soft zone constantly? Like, what? It's just pissing me off because you're giving people like Hill and Waddle who are super fast so much space, and they get the ball quick. We're the second worst. We're number 31 in the league with tackling, only in front of the Houston Texans. And from a top defense, you wouldn't think that, but we are
Who's the
very,
best?
very we're very bad at tackling, very poor tackling, and that frustrates me the most. So when you got guys like Hill and Waddle and Mostert who are super fast, and you're a poor tackling team, that could really get ugly quick. So I think obviously we'll switch to we'll still play the same kind of zone, but we'll do a lot better job disguising, and we'll throw some more man looks in there as well. But take what the defense gives you. Be honest with the run game. Don't give up on it, and those big pass plays will open up. And just be confident in yourself. Don't just be like, I gotta go deep every play. We got to win the game in one play, because it seems like sometimes that's what we want to do. End the game right now. Be smart. If they're giving you this, take it. Take your check down. Take the middle of the field if it's given to you, and just move the ball methodically down the field, and then take time off the clock and score when you get opportunities to. Because it seems like a lot of the games we lost, we were trying to do too much when we had time, and we just need to do little things. Don't force the ball. Relax, and just take what the defense gives you. As simple as that for me with the offense. Defensively, like I said, if we play zone majority of the game, it's going to be a very close game because that's where you guys thrive, is playing against zone defense. So if we stick to that, it'll be a very close game, but it'll be heavily reliant on the defensive line and the linebackers, because it might be the same kind of situation as last time, especially if Skyler plays, because McDermott's really good against rookie quarterbacks. And the kid's in a second, he'll be in a second start, his full start technically, because he got hurt. But it's a big game, obviously. And they might be like, you know what? Let this kid beat us, and we'll stop the run this time, and try to let Skyler beat us. Or they might just be like, we're going to stop the pass again and see if they just keep pounding the run game. And then, if we do what we're supposed to do on offense, it's going to be hard for them to catch up because they're just going to be wasting clock. So that's all I'm saying is I think it depends how we come out on defense of how the game's going to go, but definitely got to be honest and respect the speed of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And, if those guys get hot, those guys get separation, it could be a bad day for any defense. I don't care how good the defense is. But like the Chargers said in that video, the 30-minute video that they had, you got to play those two harder than any other two people you're
Yeah.
going to play in the NFL. So, I mean, and they were doing it with a lot worse talent than what we have. We have a very good, well-coached defense. So if the Chargers could have done it, it blows my mind that the coaches don't trust that we can do it, if that's really what it was. But that's all I got for the offense and defense.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, those aren't basic victories right now. I mean, it's a particular team. In the last 5 weeks, y'all have been hot. You've been winning the last 5 weeks. Obviously, we just got our in the last five for us. We got four losses and a win, coming out and beating that slow, but still death for the Jets. That we were able to do. So, as far as the actual, what do you call it? The actual game itself, I'm very happy with how we essentially performed. If you really take a look at it, and this entire season, for us, as far as the keys to victory, I feel like some I have to say it like I feel like I've been saying it over and over again, and it's just like they seem so small, but you
Oh
would
yeah.
think that the team would actually do it, but they don't. I mean, first and foremost for me, as far as, and I'll start offense just like you did, we gotta start fast. We gotta hit the ground. We gotta literally hit the ground running, and I mean run it down your throats. You guys are not that great when it comes to run defense. You're not. So we need to continue to run the ball. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. I am aware you guys will make the adjustments. I am aware that you guys will go ahead and still find the personnel to try to contain that because unlike you guys, your running offense is just Josh Allen. For us, we kind of have like that 1-2 punch type. We don't really have a bell cow, but we do have that 1-2 punch between Mostert and between Jeff Wilson Jr. Now with Mostert being hurt, it'll probably be more so Jeff Wilson Jr. maybe even Ahmed to be able to have both of them together. So I'm just making sure I'm not missing somebody. Okay, perfect. Somebody's donation or anything like that. So there you go. So that's to me is extremely important. We have to run the ball, run it early, run it fast, run, run the ball. Like that's my and then stay with the running game. Like stay with the running game. I'm not. I don't care about the weather. That's gonna have no effect on us. We can play in the we can play any weather at this point. But we need to run the ball. That's gonna help open up that play action for us. It's gonna force you guys to come in and allow our outside to be open. Even if you do, I mean, if you stick to the zone, you already know, and you said it earlier, we're gonna eat you alive.
Yeah.
But if you do go man with the injuries, will you be able to? Is your team actually gonna make the adjustment that the Chargers did and press on? Um, and press Waddle and press Tyree, get them off their game. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what defense you guys are gonna bring, but I could assume it'll be a kind of a blend between what the Chargers did and what the Niners did for
Right.
us. Now, all of this is gonna obviously be determined based on what are the Dolphins doing at quarterback. I know
Yeah.
that that's gonna be very important.
Absolutely.
Um, because two different QBs, two different styles, lefty righty. That also does take into account. And one is it's I don't want to say veteran, but has experience in the league. The other one's a rookie. So
Yeah.
you gotta
It's
also
a
have
lot
to
of
take that
pressure.
into account. So that's one for me. The other thing that we have to do is we have to win the trenches. Our boys in the offense, we have to. I'm so upset that Brendan Shell is injured because he's such a key part, being that right tackle that we needed. Now he's injured, questionable. Hopefully he'll be ready. He'll be available for us because I don't trust Greg Little to hold someone's purse, let alone actually hold up another 300-pound lineman. I'll tell you that. And
Yeah.
then with Tehran, I mean, if this man doesn't play, I'm gonna be real upset. So I'm just gonna assume Tehran is gonna play for the millions of dollars we already paid him,
Oh yeah.
and Mister I don't practice at all. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Right.
exactly. So for all of that, I'm gonna stick to that. Trenches have to win, especially the trenches have to continue to win, and I feel like they have, which is a great thing. So they need to continue to win. Obviously, they're not the steel curtain, but
Right.
they're still gonna continue to allow these quarterbacks to have enough time to let the routes open up fully. Then, as far as the this was kind of more towards McDaniel, but my God, please utilize all your players. And yes, I do mean Mike Gesicki, aka Gesexy. If you don't know this, that is my favorite player. I mean, I'm
Oh yeah,
literally wearing, his
he's definitely
jersey.
underused.
Thank you. And I mean, my God, that's why he said to. That's why he said to. Knox, right? Knox is your tight end. That's why he said to Knox, "Congratulations." I
Yep.
forget that. I'm glad they used you. You know what I mean? Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
guys
hear
hear
you.
me? Yeah, but
You
can they hear me?
uh,
Because I just saw somebody say, or
you froze
maybe
up a little
no, they
bit.
dropped. Okay. Uh, y'all are coming out here today. Good morning, JC from Texas. Welcome. I need support. I know. I know. We need to get these Dolphin fans. Guys, we cannot let the Bills take over tonight. My other key to victory for our defense, we got to pressure, 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 pressure. And if I didn't say before, pressure and go after Josh Allen. Period. Not over pursue because I understand he can move. He's a mobile quarterback, but we need to pressure. We have to pressure, and then obviously contain him. It is what it is. At this point, he is your running game. You have no running game. I am aware you guys have Cook and you guys have Singletary, but you know what I mean, right? Like if I say Josh Allen is your running game, am I lying?
What you're saying is for the people that think that she's talking bad about Motor and Cook is that if you need a big run or you need a key short run, Josh would be that guy to take it. And I would agree with that because I'm under the belief
Who's your
give your
leading
best player the
rusher?
football. Yeah, and he's the leading rusher.
Who's your leading rusher?
Well, actually, Singletary
He's
beat
what?
him by a few yards.
Okay, 3 yards, please.
Now it was like 60 or
Out of here.
70.
What you do? Okay.
No, I
So
get what
no,
you're saying.
you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that because are you kidding me? Like this, it's not even close. He is your running game. But anyways, it is what it is. My last key to victory is honestly more than anything else. Well, as far as the defense, we need a spy for Josh. We need to make sure that we can contain him. If we can keep him in the pocket, I think we should be fine. Um, I think if we can do that, we'll be fine. Our defensive line is going to be good in the run because we have been good in the run the entire year. So I'm not worried about that. But we have to start making Josh Allen make mistakes. When he gets pressured, he makes mistakes. So we need to go after him. You know, this man cuffs up the ball. So we need to. We need to. I Cliff D, I know exactly how good Singletary is. You don't gotta tell me. Are you all of a sudden a Bills fan? Are you all of a sudden a Bills fan? Let me know. Put it in the comment section.
I will.
Obviously, I'm aware of Singletary. I'm aware of Cook. I'm making an emphasis on Josh Allen because at the end of the day, he's triple threat.
Yeah.
Run, pass, like hopes and dreams. So yes. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Anyhow. Now, as far as the man, there was one more I was gonna say, but it is what it is. At this point, oh, I know I'm good. At this point, I like the Bills, Fins, Bucks, Jags. Blocked. No, I'm just kidding, Cliff.
That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of stress you got.
Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah. Honestly, that's pretty much it for my McDaniel. I need you to make the adjustments second half. Like make halftime adjustments, and let's be smart with our turn our timeouts. That's the main thing. So there you go.
If
Let's
I
see
could say
here.
something about
Go ahead. Go ahead.
McDaniel as well, and just like players, even with coaching, playoffs, it's all a different experience. This is first year as a head coach, which some first year head coaches, like the Vikings coach got 13 wins. Salah got 4 wins his first year. It's all depending. But when you get your first playoff game, everything's changing as well. So, McDermott's got a little bit of experience in the playoffs. This is McDaniel's first game. So most of your players, this is their, first time on the Dolphins making the playoffs, and then your coach. So there's that added pressure as well. And, McDermott's going to feel like we've been here before. We won the wild card the last 2 years. Just stay focused, stick to our guns, do what we do, believe in our process, and things might be different. Now, I don't know McDaniel as a person, but he might be coming into this game with a lot of added stress and worry, and it possibly could. I mean, for me, just watching TV, my heart rate goes to like 200 probably while I'm watching the game. So I can't imagine being on the field coaching and stuff. But it's another part of development. So coaches develop like players do. So it's going to be part of his development as well. Win or lose, he will learn something from this playoff game, just like McDermott will still learn as well. But experience matters. So it will be a different animal for them. But, again, I believe in any given Sunday, even though obviously I think we're the better team, but you can't sleep on any team in the playoffs. There's always it's a matchup thing.
Did you say
But
obviously?
obviously,
Did you really say obviously?
obviously.
That's adorable. Hey, listen, I you keep that up there, okay?
But I do want to say one more thing too about I think a key to victory for you guys, you have to get pressure with just four though. If you blitz or you send exotic pressure, Josh thrives in that field. He's number one ranked in PFF under pressure. So like you said, you got to get pressure, but I wouldn't
Hmm.
recommend blitzing and not getting home with more than four, because if you get only use four, you can put people in the back. You can drop eight instead of bringing 5 or 6, and then it feeds into our strength. So just wanted to put that out there too. I think that'd be a good game plan for you guys. If Mike McDaniel's listening, if you want some of my tips.
My McDaniel's a fan. Um, he's come through many a times. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tonight Ms. Fins versus Red Riding Bills. Yes, our game preview. We are about to destroy the Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen. So we're giving them a chance to feel good about their team. At least the last time they will. Obviously, when they get to see the rest of the playoffs from their couch on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in, because we will continue to this all of this. We're having a lot of fun. I don't know about you, but I know I am. Thank you so much, guys, and welcome back. Go ahead and hit that like button for me, guys. Share, subscribe. I have the subscribe to Red Riding Bills, guys. And just so you know, you were at 260. Obviously, with me, I made 261. Right now, you're at 265. Let me double check real
Oh
quick.
wow! Thank you
We're
guys so
getting
much.
you,
That's awesome.
of course. Yeah, 265 from what I see here, guys. We need at least 5 more to go ahead and get to 270. So let's make it happen, guys. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but every little bit one counts, okay?
Oh no, it
So
means
go
it
ahead and
means a lot.
subscribe. Y'all already know.
I really appreciate that,
Subscribe
everybody.
to Miss Pence too.
And Miss
I mean,
Fins, gotta get to
you'll
one
be all
K.
right. You're right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, okay. Well, listen. So let's go ahead and continue here. What are your team weaknesses?
Ooh, a lot of people might be shocked what
Boom!
I'm gonna.
Yup, 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 yup. You weren't
Yes,
ready
we
for
do.
this.
Yes, we do have a couple, but one of them might be something people aren't really thinking. And my first one is coaching ego. And what I mean by coaching ego goes back to the stubbornness of they always stay in what they like. They always like that nickel defense. When they know most of the time that it's not a favorable matchup, they continue to do it. So I say coaching ego in that sense. Obviously, they make adjustments, but they really like to just, oh, you know what? This works for us. We're going to stick with it. But they do make some subtle adjustments most of the time. But that is a weakness, in my opinion. Offensive line, that's been a struggle for the last few years. They've turned it up in the last few weeks, but right tackle is our biggest weakness. Left tackle and center were very good. Left guard we're decent. Right guard is iffy. So our whole right side basically is just, are they going to show up today or are they going to get destroyed And I like the big boys that you went up front. The big boys got to win up front to win games. So, I'm a huge offensive defensive line dude, and I love talk. I can talk offensive defensive line all day. Two of my favorite positions. But our right side of our offensive line is a weakness. And I will say I love what Ken Dorsey's done for us in his rookie year as an offensive coordinator. But again, that comes with growing pains as well. You saw it in the beginning of the year. We started off incredible top offense. Then you get your lulls and your little struggles. But he's learning on the job as well, and he's got a ton of pressure. We're predicted to win the Super Bowl this year. So I gotta really call a great offensive game plan. When you learn on the job, you learn your players as you coach. So at times our offensive play calling, it seems like he's not playing to the strength of our players. Like when Diggs gets like 5 targets in a game, your number one receiver should get no less than 10 every single game. He's your best player. And Stephon Diggs, he can win double teams. Throw him the ball, he'll get it. So those would be weaknesses for me. And then of course, I say run game, slightly just because we don't always use it, and it seems like a weakness. So in the beginning, Singletary would get like 5 carries for like 20 yards, and people think we can't run the ball. But then I said, hold on, give him 10, 12, 15 carries, see what they do with it. Him and Cook both shown you give them more than 5 or 6 carries that they heat up and they do a great job. So I say running game in that sense is a weakness because we kind of shy away from it. But every team's got weaknesses, even though we're the best in the league, baby. But we got a couple weaknesses.
Hey, listen, you got some of your own. Y'all are eating each other alive.
Hey, it's all
Okay,
good.
where
It's
did
all
you
good.
find this cloud? I'm so sorry about that.
She found me on
I look
Craig.
at
She found me on Craigslist.
Craigslist. Hey, I got them on a 2-for-1 special. There's another one in the back. So
He's gonna sub in for me later.
exactly, his channel link is linked in the on top. I have it linked. So go ahead and subscribe, guys. Oh, you guys are. I can't wait. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Uh, oh, what's up, Liz? Welcome, my friend. Yep. Don't worry, we're doing this battle royale. Okay. So as far as we were at my team's weaknesses, okay. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. Miami Dolphins. We have our secondaries who are young players, undrafted rookies. That I would say it's probably one of our biggest weaknesses. The fact that Xavier Howard obviously is playing injured, everybody playing injured, but that's anybody in the NFL. Our biggest weakness at the end of the day is nothing, because the Miami Dolphins are here to destroy the Buffalo Bills. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be grilling some wings. Yes, I said it, buffalo wings. Come
Ooh.
Sunday at 1 p.m. Okay. Uh, and listen, as far as I said weakness, I didn't never said that was an excuse, sir. Don't come for me, Mike. You know I don't make excuses, and I don't allow excuses either. But as far as our weaknesses, it would have to be that. Um, honestly, I can't really think of anything right now because I love the defense. I'm a defensive girl, and as far as our defense, I think our defense has been fine with all the circumstances we've dealt with this year. The only other weakness that I can think of is having a rookie head coach who sometimes don't know how to challenge calls, takes timeouts when
Yep.
we don't need them. And this is probably the one thing that I can't stand, which I think is going to happen this week, and I'm going to be very upset, is not preparing his players for this game. And what I mean by that, I mean you need to give your starting QB, whoever that may be, full team reps the entire week. So if we don't
Yeah.
know about Tua until Thursday, Skylar Thompson needs to be doing 100% of the first team reps as if he was starting. If Tua comes in, bring him to the back and put him to a whatever. Or the same thing for Teddy. But that's one major thing that I would say is a weakness. Our head coach is one of our biggest weakness. Period. That's the one thing that I can't. As far as my team strengths, I mean, we got the cheetah. We got the baby cheetah slash penguin. I mean, You guys wish you had the speed. A. B. I mean, we have the greatest tight end ever made and created on earth. The Mike is sexy. Thank you very much.
He's gonna
And
be
you
a
know
Bill
what?
next year.
Uh oh, hell
Well, what
no.
would you do before you continue? I don't mean to
Hell,
interrupt. What would you do if Mike Gesicki is a Bill next year?
he won't be a Bill. He
But if he
won't be a
is
Bill.
though, are you gonna buy a
He's going to
Gesicki
the
Bills jersey?
Giants. He's going to don't dude. Don't get me started, man. Now you're just what's up, color wins. I'm out. Miss Phins wins. I'm out. What the-
Plain and
you
simple.
can't just leave like that, okay, man? I'm dropping the link in a few minutes, and I need backup, okay? But listen, Mike Gesicki, if he's not in the Miami Dolphins, he will be a New York Giant. Period. Okay? So stop.
I hate the Giants.
Good. I love the Giants. They're my second team because they beat the Patriots and saved our
They
perfect
did.
season.
They did twice.
Thank you.
They beat them
I know,
twice.
right? So yes,
uh,
the strengths. I mean, I feel like I already. That's it. And the fact that you guys just don't know our playbook. We don't even know our playbook. So the element of surprise is ours.
you'll be
See?
surprised yourself. It's like, oh shit, oh crap.
Exactly. Exactly. What are your team's strengths? Give me three, cause I want to hear.
Man,
Uh,
only three. Come on. Well, obviously, J17, our number one strength.
you're
Obviously,
ball boy.
the best quarterback in the NFL. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it
Okay.
twisted now.
Oh
But
man, now I know you're a jokester. I like it. I like it.
but yeah, Josh, of course, at the top. Defensive line has been our most consistent unit the entire season. Even without Von Miller, I said it when we got him. Not only is his play going to help, but how he coaches these young players is going to pay dividends. Yeah, it's a guaranteed 3 years, but he's going to pay dividends to all these young players on the team, especially Greg Rousseau, who, he's going to have a monster of a day. But again, Stephon Diggs is just an absolute dog. He's just, just not enough adjectives and words to describe this guy. He's just his hands
Oh,
are
Diggs?
hard but soft. He's powerful. He's tall, strong. He can grab anything. It's just throw the ball his
You're
way.
talking
His
about
catch radius
Diggs?
is insane. Oh yeah, you may got the
Where
cheetah and
has
the
Diggs
penguin.
been?
We got
Where
the
has he
dog.
been? Every time he plays us, he's nowhere to be found. What do you mean? I see Isaiah McKenzie more than I see him.
Oh
What are you
man.
talking about? Okay, you know what? Sure. Diggs. There you go.
Yeah, but
There you
man, he's just absolutely phenomenal. So I don't care who's on him, he's gonna get his. So he's
go.
definitely one of
Okay.
our strengths.
So I'm gonna go. Well, I was gonna go with QB expectations, but to be honest with you, we don't have a QB. Well, we got too many QBs. At the end of the day, the QB, I just don't turn the ball over. Protect the ball. Know when to throw away the ball if need be. Protect your body. And at the end of the day, if you see it, make it happen. That's it. Josh Allen, keep throwing those picks, sir. That is what you need to continue. And I'll take a couple pick sixes from you too, as
Ooh,
well. Now,
don't
I need
manifest that.
we're gonna do hot takes because we're about to open up this panel. I want to hear these Bills fans come over here talking about their talk, and yeah, and I want to see Dolphin fans come in here. You know, don't leave me hanging, yo, because I'll be real mad. But give me your hot take Tuesday.
Ooh, hot take Tuesday. Man, I want to say I don't think this is going to be how it goes, but I can. It's a hot take, so I got to say it. I think it's going to be the highest scoring playoff game of the weekend. It's going to be like it's going to be like 48 Bills to 41 Dolphins. That's just a hot take. I don't think it's going to happen. But when you got to make the hot takes burning. So it's going to be like 48,
You,
the
hey,
highest rated playoff game. They have it at the 1 o'clock slot because they think it's not going to be a good game. But it's going to be the highest scoring game of the weekend.
you know what? That is a hot take. I was not expecting that hot take, and you know what? Let me put. I'm gonna give you two numbers, and I'm gonna see if you know what I just unsubscribed.
Hey, we still win though. We still win though.
God, you're hilarious, yo. I can't, Mike. You're
You'll be
hilarious.
back. You always come back.
Um, okay, you got the Miami Dolphins. Okay, I'm gonna give you two numbers: 2505, 2452. Do you know what those means?
I feel like I should.
I feel like you should too.
I feel like I should.
See, let me give you a little bit of history, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins have scored 2,505 points to 2,452 points that the Bills have scored on us.
Oh.
Yeah. By the way, see, I'm glad finally the Bills have stepped up to the plate. You know what I mean? Finally do something with their lives. Be relevant. You know what I mean? Because for the longest, they weren't. And at the end of
You're
the
right.
day, when it comes to playoffs, when it comes to regular season, the Miami Dolphins are the Bills' daddy.
Ooh.
Period. All of,
Ooh.
oh, yes.
Oh
In
man.
118 meetings, sir, we are
Ooh.
62, 55 and 1. You,
Damn.
it's the, I mean, no, it just doesn't even come close. But I'm glad you guys are finally doing something. You know what I mean? Finally,
Well,
you
hold
know,
on. When was your
finally,
last playoff win?
finally. Our last playoff win? Oh, well, you already know this. It's been 22 years since our last playoff win. You're right. That is true. When was your last Super Bowl win?
Well, in my dreams it happened a couple weeks ago, but
No, wait,
whatever.
is it-
uh, well, you got to sir. You got to sir.
uh, yeah, not once, but twice. You know, just say. I mean, hey, but look, you guys have had a long win streak against the Dolphins. Um, you guys won 7 in a row. That was your longest win streak against the Dolphins. You did that since Josh Allen has been there. So I know I'm talking smack and whatever, but
Oh,
you guys
you
have
got to.
dominated, obviously, and you guys didn't even want them, which is what makes it funnier too. But you guys have dominated the Dolphins till this year, where we were able to finally correct that and show you Tua really was Josh Allen's daddy all along. Um, so it's a 7 game win streak. It'll take your entire lifetime before you guys break our win streak against you guys, which was
Yeah, that was
20 to
yeah,
0.
that was a long one.
Um, so yeah, that that's a little long. You know what I mean? So hey, I get it. You know what I mean? You guys are actually pretty good. Have been pretty good. This is the one year. What up, Sofo Foodie in the building? You guys have been here, finally in the game, doing your stuff since Josh Allen, whom you did not want. This is my hot take right here, ladies and gentlemen. What's for dinner? Oh snap!
Oh, we got
Well,
some mahi mahi.
I
Come on in.
I already said we're having some buffalo wings, baby.
Hey,
Oh,
Buffalo's actually pretty
we got
pretty
some
good.
Hawaiian flavored, pineapple flavored habanero buffalo
Ooh,
wings. Okay,
yeah, I could
thank
get
you very
down.
much. Thank you very much. like that's exactly what we're having on Sunday. Thank you very much. We're with extra Polynesian sauce, like Curtis
Ooh,
says.
well, we're gonna find
But
out.
this is a hot take. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Allen's gonna throw 2 picks in this game, and we're gonna take one to the house. A
Ooh.
and B. The Miami Dolphins are going to do something that no other team has been able to do this entire season. Can you guess what that is?
Hmm. Beat the Bills in a playoff game.
Thank you, sir. Beat the Bills in a playoff game. Yes, I said it.
Well, it's good to have hope,
35,
though.
35, 31 Dolphins. Mark it, book it. That's what it is. Okay? Yes, Freddie. What's up, Freddie? Say it.
That's right.
Absolutely. That's my hot take. It's okay.
Very
Don't worry
hot.
about it.
Very hot.
I mean, it's a hot take. We had to do it. We need it for we need it for the people. It's what we're here for. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Um, what up, Guinness? Yo, yo, yo. Okay, we got some real fans up in here. Okay, so see, I told you guys we're gonna link them in it. I need to get your final thing before I bring people in because people are gonna come in. They're gonna come in hot,
Oh yeah.
especially towards you because your own people are coming after you.
Hey, it's how
So,
it is. It's how it is.
what you gonna say about this game? What's your final for real prediction?
Well, there's a couple things about this game. Well, for both teams actually, is this is the third time we play each other. We play each other
Yep.
twice a year normally. So I, for one, don't like these kind of games because in the playoffs, I like to have a team you don't normally face because it's just like another added element to it. But our teams, for the most part, know each other. I know you guys got a new system and everything, but we play constantly against each other. We know
Mhm.
tendencies of players and things of that
Mhm.
nature. So, and again, it's a division rival. Nobody wants to beat
Yep.
us more than the other team does. So, it adds another dynamic of it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be you name it. It's going to be a tough, hard nosed game. But again, realistically, you guys got to get more than 30 points to beat us, is what I'm going to say. But it's going to be a real good game. Like I'm super excited for the playoffs, and not to kiss you guys behinds, but congratulations on making it. And I'm 27 years old, so I haven't seen many playoffs in my life. So I remember how it feels to get over that hump, and we got back in it, and then we started making it more consistently. So congratulations to you guys. Our fan bases know
Thank you.
our fan bases know it's been hard. It's been hard for the last couple of decades. So enjoy
Yep.
it while you're in it, and whether it's 1 week or 4 weeks, this is what it's all about. This is what the whole season's about. This is what the
You
off season's about.
exactly.
Is is the playoffs. So it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a
Hey,
battle, and whoever makes the first mistake is going to lose this game.
nah, nah, no. Y'all already lost this game.
Ooh,
You already
why
lost
is
this
that?
game
Why is that?
because you guys have already played us twice this year,
Mm-hmm.
and both times the differential is 5 points. 5 points. Both
Mm-hmm.
times we could have beat you. We didn't. We gave you a little way out. It's fine. It happens. But to think that the Bills are that much better than the Dolphins, no.
Well, I didn't say they were leaps and bounds better. The Dolphins,
No.
the Dolphins definitely closed the gap, but they are not better than the Buffalo
Right
Bills
here.
yet.
Here's the gap. Here's
And
the gap.
you said
Right
we
there.
only
See?
won
See?
one. Could we not have won both? Just like you guys could have won both. We
How
could have
could you
won
have
both.
won both
Well,
when
you
we
said we
had
hardly
our
won.
secret weapon?
Who's the secret weapon?
Clearly the sun, because you guys can't stand the sun.
Ah,
Unless
man,
you
that's
guys are
rough.
winning 55-0. That's when y'all are all right with the sun. But you
Oh
can't stand the
man,
sun when the Dolphins are cooking.
oof.
So
Hey, that was a brutal day. I'm not going to say nothing about that. But my point being
it's okay.
is,
Your other fans did. They called
oh,
OSHA.
I know they
So
did. That was crazy. When I saw that, I was like, "This is why I got off Twitter." Because I seeing stuff like this, I'm just like, "Come on, really?" Like OSHA. It is what it is. It happens. It gets hot. It gets hot. But I mean, like you said, I always think division games are tough. So we play
always.
close. We play close, right? But don't let that fool you. As fools go, don't let that fool you and think that you guys are that close to us. It's
Oh
gonna be
no.
different.
See, you guys are underestimating us. And
Oh
please
no, no, no,
continue.
no.
Continue to underestimate, you know, Brother Bear. I get it. Continue to underestimate the Dolphins because that's when we're gonna surprise you. That's when we're gonna surprise you. So I got one person in the back, but I can't bring this person on until I get somebody that's a Dolphin fan in here too.
Is that
So
Mark?
either how did you know?
I just had a feeling. I just had a feeling.
I know he's yeah. I'm basing it on believing everyone man's up and plays exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Newfoundland's point, yeah, we don't know who's in or out, but we're assuming, that these people are in, and this could be the possible outcome. Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball, but we're hoping. I'm hoping I'm right. I mean, the 48 points, that'd be pretty solid. That'd be pretty solid.
I
A good
know
way
the
to.
Dolphins 48, Bills 41.
Hey, I
I
will
love
say
it.
though,
I absolutely love it. I'll take it.
the Patriot fans last year, they were saying the same things the Finn fans were. We want Buffalo so bad. We want them 3 times. We beat them once in the regular season. We can do it again. We scored 7 touchdowns on 7 drives, didn't punt, and we smoked the Patriots like it was 47 to 13.
But
So
we didn't want the Bills. We didn't care who we played. That's a difference. See, we weren't like we want the no, don't care. We want to be in. We
I
want to be
respect
in,
it.
period.
I respect it.
So that was it. So I got, oh, thank God. See, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shake Money, what's up, my
What's up?
brother?
It is another
How are
beautiful
you
day in
doing?
Zamunda.
Yes, it is. And let me bring him up. Yup, we got to put Bills Mafia here
Well,
too.
good evening. Good evening, Sean. Good evening, Miss
What's
Phins,
up?
and
Good
good
evening.
more.
Good
What's
Good
up?
evening,
evening.
Shake Money. How you
Who's,
doing?
What's up, Mark? How you doing, my
who's
brother?
this Dolphin one? Who's
We're
this
just
Dolphin?
having a little bit of fan
Oh,
versus
hey,
fan
it's Phins.
discussion tonight.
It's Michael. The Dolphins won is for the amount of playoff games you'll be in this year.
One.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
I
Michael. Can we
appreciate
can
you,
we dre- can we
Michael.
dredge up another Dolphin fan from someplace?
I don't know. Is there that many in the world?
Well, I think they're jumping off a
Yeah,
ship.
yeah, we
They're,
have
they're
more.
jumping off a
We
ship.
definitely have
So
more. We have definitely more. Mark, you didn't even show up when y'all lost back to back. So stop,
I was
okay?
actually on a
Please.
business travel, Miss Finns, and I wasn't able to work at
I
5. I was
know.
actually on the East Coast, so really sorry about that.
Yeah, but yet you managed to still know about
No,
every other game except
well,
the
I watch
Dolphins
football. I
game.
just don't
But
have.
okay, no,
I
I
can watch
believe you.
football on Sunday. But
I believe you.
if you want to continue to berate that, that's fine.
Actually,
I
I'm
could
going to
also
jump
ask
in.
why.
Okay.
I could also ask why your shows were like 35 minutes on Monday mornings after each Dolphin loss.
No,
I got.
actually, I haven't had a 35-minute show. The shorter one was 58, and I actually work. So because of that, sometimes I gotta cut
Well, so do
my
I,
show
Miss
short.
Finns. So do I.
Yeah, I get it. Hey,
So
real life.
can we
So
please
what
find
do you
another
choose? 'Cause you're
Can we find another
oh,
Dolphins
it's
fan? Go
fine.
ahead,
We got plenty of Dolphin
Curtis.
No,
fans.
Where's Curtis hiding tonight? He doesn't seem to. He seemed to have a big mouth during the chat. So why don't you come on up, Curtis?
I'm dropping back. I got to walk across the street to go get some coffin nails. So I'll listen in. I'll come up in a little bit.
Okay, I'll
Thank you,
see you,
Michael.
Michael.
All right.
Oh man.
So
I,
let's actually get into some of the mechanics of the game and stuff. So there are obviously some serious potential injury issues. We're going to find out more tomorrow during the first live practice of the week. But what are your real thoughts on Tua, Mostert, and Armstead primarily?
I mean, I feel like I just spent a show talking about that.
I
But
know,
I
but
mean, to Mostert and I mean Mostert, it's really we're gonna see if he can tolerate the pain. He already had surgery, so we have to say how he's gonna feel. We have to see how he feels by the end of the week if he's
I was
gonna play or
wondering
not.
maybe
As
you
far
can
as
kind of give me
Tua,
some clarification. How come the Dolphins didn't chase down Damian Williams? Okay, Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Remember in their Super Bowl victory over the 49ers? He was an ex-Dolphin and quite the good player in that game.
He should have been MVP in that Super Bowl.
I agree. Mahomes was
no,
pretty. Bleh.
I wasn't there, so
But
I
if I
You
could say
just
didn't
something
watch. You
about
didn't watch the
Mostert,
Miami San Francisco or the Kansas City Super Bowl with
versus two.
the 49ers.
Was that the one in Miami?
I
Yeah.
forget where it was played, but it was the
Yeah.
one that
Damian
the
Williams was
Yes, yes, and I remember that game, and he should have won the MVP. In my opinion,
but
he should have gotten it, but of course, they gave it to Mahomes.
actually Damian
well,
Williams
yeah,
gonna
well,
leave
Shake.
went right to leave
What do you
Miami.
think?
So
Why didn't you guys go after and sign him?
Because we
because
didn't.
Damian
I mean,
Williams
I
couldn't
don't.
leave. Listen, Damian Williams couldn't wait to leave Miami. That's
Like I,
why we
Really,
didn't
that's
sign
interesting.
him.
I hadn't heard that, so that's interesting.
I just feel like, well, I'll say it. I'll keep that to myself for in a minute here. But listen, as far as Tua, like I said earlier, we won't know as far as his where he's at in the protocol until tomorrow when they give us an update. McDaniel will be giving us an update. So once McDaniel gives us an update, we'll be able to go ahead and see where he is. What's up, Mountie? Welcome, buddy.
Monty, how you doing,
What's
guy?
up, my friends?
Hey,
What's
what's
up?
going
What's
on,
up?
y'all? How y'all?
Doing good.
We're
How about
Doing
good.
you?
We're
fine.
good.
What's going on in your world tonight?
Hey, I'm just focusing on day by day, and I'm looking forward to Sunday and see what we can do.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
we
Well,
well we
Amen.
all you
know
can
what's
really
gonna
say for
happen.
both teams.
Dolphins are gonna be in the winning column, sending the Bills home. That's
Mhm.
I
exactly
guess I
what's
have
gonna
one
happen.
question. Maybe the Dolphin folks on the panel could ask.
So you're asking
What do
yourself a
you?
question. Go ahead.
Well, no, it's just okay. I was just wondering what the Dolphins are going to, or what you think the Dolphins might do to start having sustained year after year after year playoff expectations.
Thank you so much. I'll take that question, sir. So as far as that is concerned, that is an off-season question. So when we get to the off-season, by the end of the
Well,
Super Bowl,
you'll be
we'll
there
be
about
able to go
4:30 on
ahead and
Sunday.
discuss that. So we'll discuss that in the off-season
Well,
after
like
the
I said,
Super
your off
Bowl.
season starts at
After
about
the Super
4:30 on
Bowl.
Sunday.
After the Super Bowl, we'll be able to go ahead and discuss
Oh,
that
okay,
a
yeah.
little bit more.
So when the real teams are still playing, and the
So
Dolphins
yeah,
are actually
exactly.
just
So when
the
you guys
the
are on
Dolphins are
on
just
the
sitting on the
bench
sofa.
and you guys are actually, with your popcorn and you're watching us play versus Kansas City, then
My,
at Kansas City,
Well,
obviously,
if you play Kansas City in the Super
then
Bowl,
you'll be able
you're gonna
to
set a
see that.
record.
hey, I'm telling you what. If it's Dolphins, Kansas City in the ABC championship, I don't know if I could even watch that football game. I'm not gonna lie,
Why?
but
Why wouldn't you be able to watch that game?
I would still watch it, but it's just that
We
our
can.
two of our rivals playing against each other. It's just like there's no team I could pick in that scenario. So it'd be hard to watch.
Sean, as long as we pick the coin.
Oh, he's gone.
Okay. Hey, I mean, yeah, he is. I
Sorry, I
didn't
had to get
remove
my
him,
charger.
but what's up, crypto? I guess
Hey, Miss Phins, can you hear
internet
me?
connection.
I hear a lot of stuff in the background. Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me? You good?
Yeah, it's probably me. I'm banging this
Yeah, I can hear you.
charger around. Sorry.
Yeah. What about
Yep.
now?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're
What
doing
about now?
the Dolphins. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. We're doing the Dolphins
Okay.
versus Bills
All right.
fan challenge tonight. You see me, my very beautiful self. Look at that jersey. Look at that chain. Chain game, baby. Let's go. Absolutely. Versus Red, White, and Bills, and obviously the Bills fans. So listen, guys, here, so y'all can see the famous chain gang. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're
The
discussing. I
chain.
don't know what happened to Mark. I guess he fell off.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know. Maybe his phone died or
but
something.
yeah,
Mounty Phins, what's happening? What's
probably.
happening, everybody? How it going, Miss Phins?
What's up, crypto?
Hey,
Big
listen.
money. How y'all
What's going on,
doing?
shipmate?
What's going on, crypto?
So
What's going on,
so
crypto?
honored.
What's going on,
I
my
feel
friend?
honored.
Oh yeah, I'm outnumbered
Okay, give
now.
me.
Hey, hey,
I'm gonna ask
hey,
y'all
Miss
in the
Phins.
panel real quick.
This
Go ahead.
is the
Ask
week.
County.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Ladies first. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So as far as the actual game is concerned, because I know obviously we're gonna be fans and be fanning and whatever, but as far what is your biggest concern for the Dolphins and your biggest optimism for the Dolphins? Like, what are you looking forward to for this game?
Talking about me?
Oh yeah, you, Mountie, and Shake.
Okay.
Y'all hear me?
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead,
would say
crypto.
I hear you. No, I hear you. Well, my biggest concern if Mike McDaniel start, I would use color, still colors, terminology here. If he decides to turn the playbook sideways, you know, meaning non-vertically and start this east and west crap, I'll use it in that fashion. That's my biggest concern. I know a lot of people emphasize wanting to
We're at
take the ball.
268. Sorry, Crystal, real quick. We're
Okay.
at 268 subscriber, guys. We need two more subscribers to get Red, White, and Bills to 270. We want to get them to at 280, but slowly but surely. Go ahead, continue, Crypto.
Appreciate
Sorry about
everything.
that.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people. Oh, excuse me. Wanted to do the old traditional, old-fashioned way. I just think this is the kind of game where you can't run the clock out on yourself, and I use that terminology, meaning that if you want to do the run game, you better be scoring touchdowns. You better not be trying to kick field goals because on that third down and you mess up on that one pass play that you do decide to throw it, all it takes is one bad snap, one freaking false start, one freaking illegal procedure, what we always tend to do in this high motion offense. Now you
Yep.
got a third and long and they can pin their ears back. And now all that running you did, you ran the clock literally out on yourself. And when you punt them the ball, you make a few defensive mistakes, they put up touchdown in less than 3 minutes. And already you're down 13-0 or 14-0, just in the blink of an eye. And either know
I
you're
got
doubling up on them or when it comes to time of possession. That happened actually in the last matchup.
Yeah,
We was
Crypto,
running the
you
ball
really got you got a
successfully,
really good point. I think that the Dolphins' best defense in that game is to be able to control the ball and control the clock, because that way you keep Allen off the field, and that's a great chance to win, and you have a chance to turn it into a one touchdown game. That's certainly a good strategy. And to be honest with
yeah,
you, we
but
don't know what. Yeah,
but
go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
don't like that against the high-powered offenses. I only like that
Uh,
when a team when against a weaker offense, a team that doesn't score, don't have the ability to score quick. Because remember, you guys hit the ball for 40 minutes and you basically run the clock out on yourself as well in that game, and we still won the game and had the ball only for 19 minutes.
You
So
got
basically, you
Crypto
guys
in that
ran the
game in
clock out
Miami.
on yourself.
You guys had Buffalo had to play a unique game style in that, because to be honest with you, with the amount of defensive starters that were out in that game, and then coming off the short week, and they didn't. And the other thing that they did wrong was they didn't
Mm,
actually try to adapt to the heat. So
Yeah, but I'm just saying you
they had to
guys
play
put a lot
first
of
down
pressure on
offense.
but I'm just saying, but you guys kind of put a lot of pressure on yourself to make a lot of key
Well, we
third
did,
down
and the
conversions and
reason how
fourth
we did is
down.
because we couldn't let the Dolphins in that offense be on the field a long period of time, because they would have killed you would have killed us.
But but I could see you could play bend but don't break, but just simply don't give up the touchdown and just hold us to
Yeah,
field goals. I mean, you don't have
they
to.
didn't
You
do
can
that. I
play that
mean,
way.
you guys got the key sack and the strip sack in the game. You got the short field touchdown, and the Buffalo made some
That
mistakes.
and that's what I'm saying. But basically that's what I'm saying. In a close game like that, all it takes is one big key defensive play like that that turn the tide
yeah.
of the game, and you don't
Right.
have
Yeah.
enough
Well, and of
time to
course,
do to make
and
up
you
for
got
it.
to admit that pass to Waddle that Tua made on 3rd and 22 was just really great stuff. It was.
Yeah, it
I'm
only
sitting
take
on the
maybe one or
opposing
two
side. That
plays
was a great
away.
pass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tua only needed to make a handful of great plays to make the difference in that game, versus you guys go up by more than double digits, then you know what I'm saying. You got to pin your ears back on the quarterback, and if you could force more mistakes if you get everybody playing catch up.
And this is coming from a
In a
Buffalo
close
fan.
game, you can't do
I
that.
wasn't a great fan of the Milano hit on Tua. I just thought that was going a little
Well,
beyond
I
the
was saying
whistle.
that earlier. That was my whole point earlier in the spaces earlier today about that hit. It was borderline, like dirty.
It was very
It was
different
like
from
right
like the
there.
hit that Milano laid onto
It
White, which
was.
was
so,
absolutely clean. It was a clean shot. He took a step. And I'm not gonna. And I there's no way in the heck I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's a continuation play. He took one step.
Yeah,
It's
you can't.
pretty
Yeah, you
obvious
Oh,
if you
can't.
look
You
at the
he
can't
went
film.
take.
style.
You can't take more than one step or an extra step,
That was a
especially
dirty
Right.
at the
I
quarterback.
thought it was. I thought it was borderline, to be
famous.
honest with you.
if I could
What's
say
up,
about
Batman?
the Tua hit,
Yeah, go
that kind
ahead.
of thing
Go ahead.
happens after almost every time a quarterback throws the ball. I don't think Milano had malicious intent when he pushed him in the chest. Tua, not. I mean, I'm not going to disrespect him, but oftentimes when you see him go back, he doesn't have a strong enough neck. His head just flies back and he bounces it off the turf. It
Well,
wasn't a
yeah, but that.
it wasn't a malicious hit. It was just like a simple, oh, he just threw the ball, push. That happens constantly. And the hit on Mike White, that was just textbook. It was just
Yeah,
Tyson
that
McKinney. It
was
was
The
perfect,
clean.
difference was
perfectly
Tua was
clean.
falling back while he gave him a push. That's the difference.
No, I
That's the
definitely
difference.
get your stance on that, but like
Right.
I said, I don't think his intent was, oh, I hope I can give this guy a concussion or hurt him. Like I think he was just like, oh, he threw the ball, he's falling back, push. That's just like,
It was unnecessary roughness. That's
yeah, no,
what it was. It was
he got
unnecessary roughness.
yeah, he got the flag for it, and I agreed with the flag. I just don't think he was hoping that, oh, I hope I hurt this guy. Like I just think it was just, it was unfortunate. Tua got hurt. I never like seeing anybody get hurt, but I don't think his main goal with pushing him was, I hope I hurt this guy. I think it was just, like you said, it was
Well,
unnecessary.
he's had some questionable hits. He's had some questionable hits. Let's not pretend like he hasn't,
Yeah,
because
we're
he's had.
basically, it's like kind of like when people used to defend Dominican Sue. I mean, I'm not going to
I
that
was gonna
extreme,
say,
but
Oh,
not
that's
going to
true.
that
great
extreme,
one. Yeah,
but I mean,
Well, Dominican Sue was more intentional,
yeah,
but yeah.
exactly. He was more. I'm not going to that extreme, but
yes,
it's like
of
if the
course.
man does it over and over and over again, at what point
But
are we
it's
going to say,
getting
okay,
close.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
getting
he's
close.
kind of toying the
So
line. It's just toying the line.
No, I
But
respect it.
I'm
exactly.
just
So you
saying the risk in putting him in there, at least two in that scenario again to me is a higher risk because I don't think Milano's there to play patty cake with Tua in a game like this in this magnitude. So
Oh
that's
no, you
all I'm
got it.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to be intentionally trying to hurt him, but he's definitely not there to play patty cake with him neither.
Oh no, you gotta be physical, especially it's gonna be a crazy energy. It's just like you think regular season these guys go hard. It's like damn, you
and
see a whole different electricity,
that's a different
especially
game. Playoffs. It's playoffs. It's a different game.
especially with a
Right?
rival.
They're gonna yeah they want
exactly
to
with the
get to the next guy, you know, at least.
just for Shake real quick, because I want to make sure that I get from, because I know that you guys always have great takes, and we have a resident, Bills fan that I'm trying to get on here. There he is, and also we
Thank you, Miss
have
Phins. I had a call to
Sean
take.
from Red, White, and Bills. No worries. Shake. So, and to your point, if we're gonna be, I want the extremes. I want a super fan, and I also want the realistic take. What chances of the Buffalo Bills beating the Dolphins this week?
Uh, what you want? You want the super fan first?
Yeah, super fan first.
Oh man, no. Listen, at the end of the day, they let Matt Patricia, and Mac Jones put 20 something points on them. So their defense isn't as as powerful as as the Jets is. So, and again, he looked pedestrian against the Jets defense too. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think that the Bills are kind of overrated that way. They're overrated in my opinion, but that's the super fan. Now the realistic take,
Okay, give me your realistic one. Yep.
realistic, yeah, we're gonna lose.
What is it? Year of little faith. How are you gonna say that when we beat them already this year, and then two, we almost beat them again?
Well, listen, here we go. It depends on the quarterback situation, and
What
if
does
Mike
that mean?
McDaniel's, it depends on if Mike McDaniel's is going to call a good game or not. Because at the end of the day, I think his play calling has been questionable, and the team hasn't been playing with any discipline. That's just how I see it.
Don't forget,
I agree. I
Why?
agree
Josh
with that.
Hey,
Allen's
I
the number
always
one
used to
quarterback
wonder.
rating in the NFL history in the playoffs. Can't forget
I
playoff
don't.
Josh Allen.
I don't know if it was the media
That's why I
or
say
just
the play
general.
calling has to be aggressive.
Well, yeah, but Mike McDaniel suspect, and everybody just wants to. They coined him as this quote unquote genius. Dude, listen, the guy hasn't. I don't know. I don't even know if he's been the sole play caller wherever he's been with Kyle Shanahan. I'm
No, he
sure he's
hasn't.
been
No, he
Kyle
hasn't.
Shanahan's understudy. He's learned a lot from the Shanahan system. However, dude, I'm not. I'm nowhere near ready to coin him as an offensive guru yet. I mean, the guy hasn't done much yet. Andy Reid, yes. Sean Payton, yes. Mike Holmgren, yeah, yes. Bill Walsh, yes. Mike McDaniel, he's still a baby. He's still cutting his
Okay.
teeth.
Well, Nate Hackett, look what happened to
Okay.
him. Some people
I
are
get
really
that.
just coordinators in the long term.
Yeah, head coach is a different animal. Like Arthur Smith, great offensive coordinator, terrible coach from what we've seen in the last couple of years. So and at the same time, I agree with what Monty's kind of saying is where did this McDaniel as a genius come from? When he was a running back coach, but it was Shanahan's system. So
You
it's like
really got to look
Buffalo
and see
guy,
where
let me
San
ask you a
Francisco is
question,
now
Buffalo guy.
with Mr. Irrelevant as quarterback, and they're performing
Hey,
at a
no,
high
Mark,
level
hold
on
on. Let me
offense,
ask
and the
Buffalo
Dolphins,
guy
with
a
all the
question,
talent in the
bro.
world on offense, can't get out of their own way.
Mark, let
Go
me
ahead,
ask
Cap.
Buffalo
Go
guy a
ahead, Captain.
question, bro.
Welcome. Welcome.
Well, hi, how you
Welcome.
doing?
I mean, no. Hey, thank you for having me on the program. And yes, Buffalo guy, that's a great correlation that you have made
Uh,
as far as
Sean. Sean.
the situation with John. What's his name? Sean?
Sean. Yeah,
Sean.
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 Yes,
appreciate you.
yes, Sean. So the correlation with McDaniel being to you a nobody and Brian Flores, the last coaching stint, being a nobody, do you feel that the Dolphins always fish in a certain area where they shouldn't be fishing as opposed to going where the catch is as far as with a big name coach? Do you think that's a big problem knowing that we just made the playoffs with a rookie coach?
No, I don't think it's a problem. What I did think was when you guys fired Flores, I was a Flores guy. And obviously, I'm not a Dolphin fan, but I
Yeah,
thought
so
Flores
was
was
I.
a good coach. So when he got fired, I was like, there's not many guys out there. They're going to have to reach for someone right now. I thought Flores, I would have kept him another year at
Yeah, no,
least.
we thought that as well.
Yeah.
We
But
thought
look,
that too.
we're in the
Everybody was
playoffs with a rookie
surprised.
coach.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
about me.
I will say, though, with the talent you guys had, we were, even the NFL as a community, we
Sean,
were
tell me the
expecting
truth.
at least
You're
like
scared
11
of
or
us.
12 wins.
Tell me
So
the
I
truth.
think
You fear us a little bit.
You got.
I
I
couldn't hear
told
the
you
last
that
part. I'm
gap
sorry.
is short. It's short.
All right,
Sean.
let me cook for a little bit,
Okay.
Mister.
No, hold
So
on. Let Sean answer the
I didn't hear
question.
the last part Capri Life said. Sorry, say that one more time.
Do you fear us in any aspect of football as far as running, throwing, defending?
Well, you got to. I respect. I'm not a player, but I respect each opponent because these are all the best players in the world. So
No,
yeah,
no,
I
no.
think.
Out of all three faces you've seen all season facing you twice,
Mhm.
be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't talk enough about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So obviously, I think your run game you can run the ball. I don't think you're in a phenomenal running team, but you can run the ball. You've shown it. But especially without Micah Hyde, and we got Trey White coming back off an ACL injury. Jordan Poyer, he's getting surgery after the season's over. He's got a messed up shoulder and elbow. So you guys can definitely eat up on the secondary if we stay in that little soft, weak zone and give separation to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So I definitely not that I don't think I'm afraid of the team, but offensively, you guys can
Just
cook
say
on
it,
anybody.
man.
You guys
Just
can
say
cook on
it.
I'm
anybody.
glad he said that. I've been saying if they play that soft zone, any of our quarterbacks will shred them to death.
Oh
That's the
yeah.
same thing as saying you're scared. It's the same
It's
thing.
it's
all
a
right,
sad fact because we have such great players on defense, but when you sit in that soft zone, all the receivers got separation. The middle of the field is wide open. So it's just like it doesn't.
Yeah, it sounds like us last year.
You're giving up everything until you get inside the 20. Like you play inside the 20s, Brendan don't break, which I hate. I just absolutely hate that because I feel like it hurts you more than it works. But I definitely, like I said, whether it's Tua or Skyler, you don't even have to throw the ball far to get these ball to your playmakers. They can make plays giving them a short pass. We saw Waddle take an 84-yard touchdown the other day. I know, it was like a 7-yard.
No, yeah, because the guy below you thinks he's a bigger Bills fan than you are, says that we're not even gonna be relevant at all.
Well, like
I don't know
said,
I don't know what your roster looks like yet. We're not going to know until Friday's practice. So
and you,
if
You
you
got
Captain mentioned
it
that.
really depends. It really
you know what
depends
our
who the
roster looks
Dolphins are
like.
playing on Sunday at this point.
You just saying that, Mark, right now, and not just having to say that you're gonna beat our ass makes me know that you're scared.
agree.
I'm not concerned over a team. The Dolphins have some advantages. And let's just pay respects to DeMar Hamlin, but he was the guy who allowed uh, Waddle to break that touchdown pass because he played. He made
That
a
was his
horrible
first game,
play
though. That was his
in
first start.
in the second game. And he made a bad mistake on that play and let Waddle get free on that 67-yard touchdown pass. I'm not concerned with what I see because for Miami to win the game, they're going to have to score 30 points. At this time, I don't see how the Dolphins, as comprised, can score 30 points.
All right, so a couple things. Beginning of the season, we went through we broke down the Bill schedule. I think Lewis was there. I think Cap was there. Crypto was there for sure. Shake Money. We broke down you guys were going to get somewhere with 12, 13 wins. We were going to be around
Yep.
11 or 12 wins. And I said we were going to go 2-1 this season versus the Bills. I still stand on that. Now, that being said, um, it really depends. And I know nobody wants to hear it, but it depends if Tua plays or not. I expect us to run the ball heavy, even though Morster might not play. And we're going to have to rely a lot on Ahmed to, pick up the deficiencies from at least the Morster not being there. But it's going to be difficult. I think it's still going to be a close game. And the realistic fan in me wants to say we win this game no matter what, even by a field goal from Sanders. And the Homer fans will say that we're going to beat you guys so bad that you're going to fire your head coach. That's what we were talking about with Mark today. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
And everybody's entitled to theirs, of course.
And by the way, one of the reasons why I agree that Tua gives us the best chance to win is because at the end of the day, the whole offseason, McDaniels put all his egg in the Tua basket and primarily designed his offense around Tua and not the other two quarterbacks. Those are the facts.
And one thing to add as well that you were talking about earlier, Miss Phins, you were talking about we haven't had. This is one thing I wanted so bad, and I know it doesn't get you any prize or anything, but we haven't had a top 10 offense since 1995. We got it with McDaniel's first coaching year. Granted, calling him a genius, I understand. All right, that's fine. I don't know why we went a little overboard as calling him a genius, but think about all the coaches we've had, like Adam Gase, we've had Cam Cameron. We have guys that you could have had an opportunity. Granted, they didn't have a Waddle or a Tyreek. That's the difference, right? But this man did it. We waited to 6. From top 10, we were number 6. That's impressive. That's very impressive, regardless of how anybody feels. That's impressive. Can we, tighten up the injuries and get better at that and get more depth on this team? That's just going to put us to another realm as far as the NFL.
Well, this is the fear
Lewis,
that I think all Dolphin fans.
Wait, hold on, Mark. 1 second, Mark. Let me welcome Lewis because I saw him coming up, but I know he hadn't gotten a chance to say hello.
What's up,
How you
Lewis?
doing, Lewis?
What's up, Lewis?
What's up?
Lou, what's going on, everybody? Miss Phins,
Hey,
hope
Lewis.
all is well. Hope all is well. Nah,
Yes, I have my special guest over here, Sean from
I
Red, White,
see
and
Sean.
Bills.
What's up, Lewis?
Sean, nice having you up here, my friend.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
No, I guess you guys can keep cooking. Hey, again, Miss Phins, I know your question. I just don't know how to be a Homer fan. You see what I'm saying? So I
You
can't.
keep it 1,000. You keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
So
Bro,
give me your
like,
1,000. Look, give me
Hey,
your 1,000.
hey,
Look,
Lewis,
go
you got to
spit that
channel your
fire.
inner Alex.
man, I ain't got no Alex in me. But just again, do we have a shot? Yes, it's any given
Just
Sunday.
pretend you're big O.
There you go. Any given Sunday, anybody can win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say we have zero chance. Now, do I believe it? I do not, man. I'm sorry. And I see my homie Color back there, boo this man. Like, I get it, Color. Like, I wish I could be different. But I said it earlier. Like, this is what I don't agree with something that Batman said. Oh, we only have a shot of Tua plays. I believe whether it's Skylar Thompson, Teddy Bridgewater, or Tua, we're losing to Buffalo. That's just it is what it is.
So no chance.
What do you need?
What do you need in order for you to change your mind, Lewis? From our end, as far as with the offense.
Listen, I've said it before. You guys know me. I'm on all these panels. I come everywhere. I have my own show on the Phins Tailgate. Come check out the gate when you have a chance. But bro, the problem is, right? It's Tua Tagovailoa is always going to hold this team back. And again, whether he plays or not, I heard Batman say this is the point right here, right? Batman said we only have a shot if Tua Tagovailoa plays, right? But then if you ask all the Dolphin fans what should be the game plan going into the game in Buffalo, what does everybody tell you? Oh, we need to run the ball. We need to run 30, 35 times. Well, if we're going to hand off the ball 35 times, you can have anybody do that. That's what this narrative is. When everybody comes out here and says, "Oh, Tua will win us this game." No, if Tua hands off, listen, Skylar Thompson has a right hand; he can hand the ball off. Teddy Two Gloves has a broken finger, but with four fingers, I'm sure you can hand off the ball with 4 fingers. Right? So it's like, bro, again, like miss me with these narratives, like, oh, the quarterback here. Again, I'm sorry, we have no chance. We're not ready yet. We're happy we're in the playoffs. Yes, it's exciting because we've only had this opportunity 3 times in the past 25 years. But again, let's keep building on these moments, and let's just be honest, we're not ready for this. Sean, congratulations on your first playoff win, and hopefully, again,
whoa.
No, we're not. Yeah. Hold on.
He said this one's in the refrigerator and it's yellow as chicken.
Sean,
I need to ask a question. Can I please ask a question, please? Por favor. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Cap.
Listen, I love you guys,
I would
man.
love to
Don't worry about
know what makes Jacksonville heads over heels better than us as far as the offensive unit and defensive unit. And at the end of the day, no one's
They don't have
criticizing
no questions at quarterback. They don't have no questions at quarterback. They have their
and a proven head coach.
I think it was the expectations too. Like, I mean, me personally.
Damn, let me finish asking the question.
My bad.
I told you, Sean, when you open it up, like, this is what happens.
And I deserve it.
Finish, Cap. Finish. Go ahead. Finish your question.
No, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, just hearing that alone, troubles me as a Dolphin, knowing that another draft class is in the playoffs and playing, and we're still waiting to find out if our guy's going to play. But at the end of the day, man, the reason we're getting the scrutiny we're getting is because right now the front office is just not on point. But besides that, the team has been playing, man. Let's just keep the optics focused and the narrative. And let's try to compartmentalize that the team is doing what they can, and they did that last week without a franchise guy. We just got to try to keep that momentum going into a game where we know just got to beat the living crap out that team. Even if flags come or not, at the end of the day, I don't mind taking a flag, hitting Josh Allen, knowing damn well he's caused us hell this season.
Damn.
Well, the only difference is this week we got a team that can score points.
I get criticized for it. Why can't we?
I like that, Cap.
So you talking about
wait. Oh,
what
snap.
the Saints defensive coordinators was doing? Bounty Gate?
Okay, no, not Bounty Gate. But Cap for Life brings up a good point, and I'm gonna bring this to Sean because Sean, I know in the Dolphins community have said, and I've heard it in multiple places where you guys are fine and dandy until Josh Allen gets injured. So what are you gonna do? Because that's all you got. Josh Allen goes. Case Keenum. Case Keenum is gonna take you.
It's still better than any quarterback that's currently on your roster.
Nope. Negative.
Nope.
Negative.
That's a hard no right there.
Well, let me just ask you a question. Miss Phins, before you go on,
Mike Glennon might be.
Case Keenum took the Vikings to an NFC Championship game. What have any of your quarterbacks taken your team to? Nothing.
Oh, we're a young team.
Teddy Bridgewater.
That is a fact.
Was on the team.
He did. Case Keenum did had the Minneapolis Miracle with Stephon Diggs. So I mean, obviously, no team wants their quarterback one to go out in the playoffs. But we bring in a guy like Case Keenum because you know that in the event of an emergency, obviously, hopefully not playoffs, but in the regular season, if you need a stretch of like 1 or 2 games or even 3, that Case Keenum could go in and be serviceable. Now, I hope that never happens, but it would definitely become very interesting if it's Case Keenum in the game in the playoffs. But
okay, callers.
Well, you guys didn't trust him when he had the opportunity when you guys broke his elbow. When Josh Allen hurt his elbow
to a conference championship game. Nothing. He can't be on the field.
It's okay. All right. Hey, listen. Here, all right, Mark. By your logic, all right, you're right. Case Keenum has more accomplishment than any of our quarterbacks. So if that logic, Joe Flacco is better than both your quarterbacks because he won a Super Bowl. What have your two quarterbacks won?
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, the point is so irrelevant
Wow.
But
because you
when you
play
put
No,
it
no.
on
I
his
between
mean,
back,
it's
Joe
the
and Joe
same thing.
Flacco.
You're
Hey,
No, it's
saying
the
the
same
same
hey,
logic.
thing,
Two fifths
Mark.
of
It's
an
the same
You
offensive
are
it's a
logic.
saying
line.
the
point
same
though.
thing, Mark.
Hey, it's
You
a
are saying
point
the same
though.
thing.
Whenever it's a time to take y'all to the big game, he chokes.
I think
That
Pete
Well,
is.
is
I
well,
think Pete's a better
Who
quarterback
well,
than
chokes, Miss
Keenum.
well,
Fins? Miss
well,
Fins,
hold on.
please, no. Miss Fins, who chokes?
Josh Allen.
oh,
He
hold
choked
on.
against Kansas City last year in the playoff game.
That
I
was
was
Hold
a
just about to
defensive
on.
say
choke.
that, Mark. I was just
That was a
about
13
to say
defensive.
that,
seconds.
Mark.
13
That
That was a
was
seconds.
choke.
Well,
Yeah, but
Miss Fins, I'm sorry,
that's
but
not
Thirteen
take
the
is idiotic.
seconds.
no, but
when
that's
Josh
not Josh
Allen and
Allen.
Patrick
No,
That,
Mahomes
that
did last
particular game
year.
wasn't a choke. He just
That
ran out of
was
time.
yeah, that wasn't Josh Allen that choked. That was that
Yeah,
defense
that was
gave
their
up
defense that
a
choked.
play in 13 seconds. That wasn't.
They
Let's
okay.
so-called
calm
Okay.
number
down.
one ranked defense
Let's
choked.
calm down.
13
Okay,
seconds.
okay,
The
okay,
so-called
okay.
number one
Fine,
ranked defense is the
fine.
one that choked that one
The
away.
Bills choke. There you go. The Bills choke.
Yeah.
Right,
There you
but
go.
please don't say the
But they
quarterback
have
choked
done
on a
it
game where he
twice.
threw 4
They've
touchdown
done it
Hey,
back to
but
passes.
they
back
seem
years
to
though.
have this issue. I mean, they had it with the
But they
Dolphins at the beginning of the season too. I mean, they don't know. They don't got that clock management. They don't. You know.
Mm.
We had
that
Look
clock
at
is
management
that
Batman.
just
is
Look,
fine
true.
with
look at Batman.
Batman.
Look at Batman.
Batman, let me just clarify something for you. We didn't have any clock management issues going down the field with 6.5 minutes to go. Take the ball all the way down and then kick the game-winning field goal. Our clock management seemed just fine.
What about the first game?
What about the second game?
It was a
Okay,
slip
but
up the
we're
first
saying this
game.
happened to you last
It
season
was
in
a
the
slip up the
playoffs,
first
and it
game.
happened to you against
And
us.
we've done the same thing to you. We've done the same thing to Baltimore earlier in the year with Lamar Jackson.
Kansas
So the
City.
Bills don't seem to have clock management issues this year to date. And I seriously doubt the Dolphins are going to give us one on Sunday.
Hey, y'all
Oh,
heard Patrick Sertain's leaving?
yeah, he got a job.
Mm-mm.
He got a high school job, I think.
No,
No,
FSU.
I
college.
thought he had a high school
Yeah,
College?
job. He was a
Florida
No,
Dolphin
State.
coach.
right. It's
Yeah, Florida
college,
State.
Florida.
Oh,
Yeah,
Florida State.
Florida
Oh,
State.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome. Florida
And
State. Let's
yeah,
go.
he's going to get the job there. And Cleveland's closing in on Brian Flores. He's the number one target for their defensive coordinator.
He
Jeez.
finally got
Uh-oh.
Deshaun Watson.
Wait,
He
what do you mean
finally got
defensive
Deshaun
He
coordinator?
Watson.
already
Hold on.
got
What do
the
you mean
sound
defensive
Watson.
Uh-oh.
coordinator? I thought he was going for head coach.
Hey,
No, they're
if
not
Leslie
firing
Frazier gets a
Stefanski.
head coaching
What
job, I'll
for?
Wait
take
till next
Brian
He
year.
won
Flores
7
to DC.
games. What
They're
are you talking
easing.
Hey,
about?
hold up.
They're easing.
Sean, what did you say?
If anything, he's
Sean, what
probably
did
I
you
coach of the
said,
say?
year, winning 7 games with that squad.
I was saying Leslie
Go ahead, Sean.
Frazier, our defensive coordinator, he's more than deserving of a head coaching job. I hope he doesn't leave, but if he
He is
does,
leaving.
I'll take Brian Flores for defensive coordinator all day.
He's not
So
going
I'm
to
No,
the
what the
sure
hell?
Bills.
you
Hey, no,
will.
Yeah,
hey,
we
that's
don't
whoa,
need
I'm
whoa,
y'all
sure
getting
you
nowhere.
whoa,
will,
whoa,
He's
Sean.
whoa,
not going
whoa,
to the
whoa.
Bills because he wants.
We gotta stop that from happening. We're not
Yeah, well,
sending
it's
him in
not
our
because we
but
have to
division.
stop it. He wants a head coaching job, so why would he go to the Bills when they're
Because
not
a
going to get rid
coordinator's
of his head
position is
coach?
actually the next step to a head coaching
Miss
position.
Fins.
I
That's
am
why
He's
he's
an
aware of
gonna.
that,
assistant
but
in
again, he
Pittsburgh.
No,
wants a head coaching
Hey, stop
position.
talking
Right.
craziness,
Why
bro.
no,
would he
Miss Fins.
go to
I
the
will say,
Bills?
Miss
That's
Fins,
Miss Fins. But that's why he's going to Cleveland because this is the easy way to implement him into this system. Get Stefanski out next year, and Flores will fit right in as the head coach next year of the
Exactly.
Cleveland Browns.
But the thing is, that's not
Right.
happening
That's
over
the
there
perfect
at the
fit.
Bills. Is my point. They're not
yeah,
No,
going to
no,
well,
get
no,
rid
no,
Not
of
the
McDermott
Bills.
next year.
no.
No,
Cleveland,
Dermot is
Well,
not going
yeah,
Cleveland.
but that's
anywhere.
what Mark was trying to say. I'm like, no, that makes no sense.
no.
No, I'm
That
just
doesn't
saying if
Here's what I'm
happen.
Leslie,
saying.
remember if
I'm,
Leslie,
No, if he
if Frazier
goes there, we
leaves,
don't want that.
no,
if
what I'm
Is what I'm
If
saying is
Leslie
saying.
like,
Frazier leaves, it's a hit. But at the same point, remember because he's going to be a minority loss, it's going to be additional draft choices. And if they hire a minority to replace him, that's more draft
What,
choices that they're going to
compensation
get.
picks?
Yep.
well, what I'm saying is
How
Leslie
many?
Frazier he's very overdue for a head coaching
You're going to
opportunity.
get one pick if you
And
lose him, and you're going to get another pick for hiring a minority replacement.
right,
So you're going to
and
get 2 compensatory picks. And while the Dolphins picks are sliding into the abyss because you only have 10 over the next 2 years.
Hey, you don't say that.
what I'm saying
Actually,
about
no,
Flores
that's
is
incorrect. But
there's a
No,
few
it's
head
not
coaching jobs
actually. It's not
available.
incorrect, Miss Fins.
You
Read
don't
the
say
NFL
that,
rules
Mark.
and the Rooney Rule. Miss Fins, read the Rooney
go
Good
Rule.
ahead,
job.
Sean.
What I was
I'm
saying
aware of
was
the Rooney
like,
Rule. Go ahead, Sean.
so Brian Flores can applied for the Browns, if someone else applies for him and he gets picked over and he doesn't want to coach the Texans, he doesn't want to coach the Colts, he might want to take a defensive coordinator job for a team like Buffalo. And then with the defense we got,
No.
do very well, and then next year he could be even
No,
more.
Flores pretty much knew that
No.
Lovie Smith was getting fired, bro. He knew that position was
Mm.
not even a head position. He knew it was a figurehead position. You think he's gonna
Which is why
settle
he
right now,
reached
bro?
out to him
Well, the
about
thing
that.
about it is, you guys run a
Which is why he
4-3.
reached
He
out to
runs
him for
his
his
style is
lawsuit.
a 3-4.
Yeah, good point. I was just thinking, like, I wouldn't want to coach the Texans. I mean, I don't know.
Oh
I
no,
just if I'm
but
taking over a team, I want to be
Bro,
in
I
like.
want to get the hell out the AFC. The
Hey,
AFC's
a
crooked.
job is a job. A
exactly.
job is a job. That don't matter. I mean, if you want to be a head coach and that's the only thing that's available, you take it.
That's true.
Man, I would
Yeah,
go to Arizona
McDaniel
if I
did.
was him, man.
McDaniel certainly did. But
Well,
my
Brian
point is
Flores,
that it
Brian
makes more
Flores has
sense for him to go through the DC
Vance
route,
Joseph, we
where
had Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph is good.
a position for a head coach will be available easier in the Browns than it will with the Bills. That's
So I'm
what
not
I
talking
mean.
about head coach. I'm talking about defensive coordinator.
I know, even if he were to be DC over there with the Browns and then head coach, he knows that head coach could easily be fired.
What we're saying,
We're not
Miss
expecting
Phins, is
McDermott to be
what
fired.
we're saying is that if Frazier is hired as a head coach in this offseason, and we bring on Brian Flores for defensive coordinator, he's going to have an exceptional defense to work with, which is only going to further elevate his status. So when 2025 comes up,
Yeah,
So it's either what
he's
Houston
going to
or
have an
Arizona.
opportunity at
point
head
is,
coach.
he doesn't
And
really need
I'll
to
be honest with you,
elevate
I
that.
like the
He already
wedge.
has
I
it.
like the pressure it puts
Mark,
on.
what Miss Vince is trying to
I
say
like the
is
pressure it
though,
puts on
is
McDermott.
if he
McDermott's
takes
going
the
to have to win
Cleveland
because
job,
Brian Flores could be more than an excellent coach for the Bills.
yeah, but what she's trying to
I'm
say
not
is
saying that's not.
if he takes the Cleveland defensive coordinator job, and he thrives with that defense because they have a hell of a defense, and he thrives with that defense, and they fired this guy Stefanski or whatever next season, then he would be in line to be a head coach faster than
No,
he
I
would
would
be
go to
having to wait at the
Arizona,
I
Bills.
think
bro.
the Browns would be good though next year.
I would go to
they'll
Arizona.
fire Stefanski. I think they're
No,
going to be
what?
valid next year.
Who,
I'm
the
not talking about
Browns?
next
Doesn't
season. I'm talking about
Oh,
next
the Browns.
season.
The Browns. I think the Browns
Frazier
will
Yeah,
be
the
and
Browns.
Flores in
valid
Yes,
next year.
Arizona?
We're
the
talking
Browns
about
are
for
going to be good
24, 25. We're talking about 24, 25. Like not next
the year
season.
after.
Yeah, the year after. He'll be a
Sorry
DC
about
this
that.
year.
Sorry
He'll
about
be a DC this year with them. He's gonna elevate that defense to a higher standard like he's
Yeah,
done
but what I'm
before.
saying is Flores hasn't been hired yet. So he can go to Arizona if he chooses to.
Oh yeah, you can.
He could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, he could stay. He could
Or he
stay
can
in
stay and he can
Pittsburgh.
wait for the
Like,
best job available
Why
because
would I
the
want to
jobs that are
freeze
going to
my
open up
ass
this year
off in
are
Cleveland
really
when I
not
can
any
get
good
my
anyway.
get my
The
yeah,
tan
Texans
in
job is
Arizona?
open. The Colts job is open. The Cardinals. Who wants any of those three garbage
That's what I'm saying.
jobs?
Arizona's the
And,
place to be right now, bro.
and the
Why?
thing
I
about
don't know
Flores,
about Arizona.
it's
Because they got an open checkbook over there, bro.
yeah, but the thing about Flores is he has to realize it's hard to get a second chance as a head coach. It's damn near impossible to get a third chance. So if he loses, if he gets fired the second time, it's gonna be damn near impossible for him to get a third opportunity to become a head coach.
I agree.
So he has to choose wisely now.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever takes him as a DC is probably going to have him as a predecessor as well.
I think
Which
a
is why
question
I
should be
say
brought up
it makes more
to
sense
the Dolphin fans on
for
the
him to
panel
go
is
to the Bills.
look at all the coaches that have been on the Dolphin staff that have been successful someplace else and quote
Look at the
left
Bengals.
Miami.
The Bengals have all our ex-coaches.
Zach
No, I mean,
Taylor,
hey, look at Zach Taylor in
Dayball.
Cincinnati. He's a Super Bowl coach at this point.
The
Brian
Because
defensive
Flores.
look,
DC, bro. What's his
I'm
name?
gonna make it easy
Panamingo
for
or
you. Let me
Panabango? I
answer it for
forgot.
you.
You also had the guy in
Lou
Detroit who led
Anarumo.
Detroit to
Dolphins,
not.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
Manuano.
man,
Yeah, that guy.
bro. Mark, give me a minute. Give me a minute, Mark. Let me say this, please. But the Miami Dolphins, if people don't understand this, I don't know how or other way of saying it. The Miami Dolphins are the greatest franchise of all time for this one reason. And relax before you come after me. We are the best and most developing organization, period, when it comes to players, when it comes to coaches, when it comes to front office. Why? Because once those people leave after they've been developed here, they go out to do great and bigger and better things at other organizations.
Yeah, but
Tell
I
me
wouldn't want to
where
say that.
I'm wrong, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
makes it sound like the G
I'm
League.
not.
Donna Ponte is moving up in the NFL realms, and she's gonna.
Isn't she like third in command? I feel like she's
Yeah.
like third in command.
Yep.
So
Hey, she helped. Look, let me tell you something. She built that Jeff Ireland team that went to the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
You know that, right?
exactly,
Oh yeah.
exactly. So
So I
I'm
guess
telling
what
you,
I can
we're the most
let me just
developing
ask the
team.
question, then, Miss Fins. Why is it that Miami can't keep any of their coaching or can't keep any of the coaches they develop?
Because
Why do they all go on and be
turnaround of head
successful
coaches.
after they leave Miami?
It's constant turnaround of the head coaches, and then all those staff.
It's your ownership
Ownership.
that's the problem.
I already said it. Ownership.
Understand it. It's your ownership. Your ownership stinks.
Well, look,
It's the
everybody
ownership.
started leaving when Huizinga was here, and that's when everybody started winning Super Bowls. So you can't say that. It's just a different animal in Miami, man. The press down here is worse than New York. Let's be real.
No. New York is pretty bad, but I
Nah,
would
Yeah,
say
nah.
New
New
York.
Down here,
No,
the,
ain't
the,
no
the
way.
York,
reporters
Ain't no
down
way.
here are
New
New York,
corrupt.
York.
LA,
They're in
Miami.
bed
New
with
York,
the
LA,
agents.
Miami. Those three.
All the
Those are the
local
worst.
media is in bed with the agents down here. And when they can't get what they want, they get the media to help them get the money. But if it doesn't work out, they're just being used and they go elsewhere.
And there's a lot of players who've gone to Miami and basically just played for the money or showed
I
up
know.
for the money and done nothing.
Well, we got
I'm aware.
money and we did something. We're in the playoffs.
We are the
You
retirement
you made
state
the
of the
playoffs
union, so
once
it
in
makes
7
sense.
years.
All of you guys
Where is
were
We're
the
good.
here
where is
now,
the
Mark.
where is the
And the
sustained
reason
playoff
you're vocal is
excellence?
because you're scared.
I agree.
Okay, that's a silly statement. So where's the
Mark,
sustained playoff excellence?
Mark,
Where's that coming from?
From being undefeated, having a Super
You were
Bowl. What about
undefeated in
you, Mark?
1972. That's
What
51
about
years
you,
ago.
Mark? What
it was
about you?
3,000 years ago. It don't matter. We still got it. I mean,
It does.
and we
It
got it
matters now.
twice.
It matters
Twice.
Sunday. Tell me
How does it
how
matter,
much
Saturday?
how much your undefeated season is going to
It
mean on
matters to
Sunday
you because you
afternoon.
want that.
It's
You
not going to
want
Matters
that
mean
label.
on
jack
You
Friday.
want that
shit.
title.
On
You want that
Friday on
juice.
NFL Network at 9 p.m., we got the Football Live 1972 team, and that's just going to be a preview of what's going to happen on
Sean,
Sunday.
am I wrong? You
And
want
it's absolutely
immortality, don't
great
you?
because you can play that video and you
Yeah, I
can
mean, that'd be
watch it.
awesome.
You can watch it when the game is so over. When the game
Sean,
was
you
a
want that,
blowout on
right? You
Sunday.
want to be known as a Super Bowl champion, right, Sean?
I do, but I will say I don't think in this NFL, I don't think any team will ever go undefeated again. But I don't care if, as long as you win the Super Bowl, like that's all I want to see in my lifetime.
It doesn't matter how you win it.
No, it really doesn't. Like last year, people were like, "Oh, the Bills were trash. They went 11-6. They lost to the Jags."
Tell that to Mark.
We could have won that Super Bowl last year, and we could have been 8-8, 8-9. I don't care as long as we get in and go win the Super Bowl like the Giants did twice. They were 9-8 or 8-8 and 9-7. It's possible, and I'm not that I think
Thank
we're
you.
going to lose to a 9-8
Thank you.
team,
You
but
just saw you
it's a
literally just
possibility.
said what the Miami Dolphins will be doing this year, sir. At 9-8, we will be going and winning the Super Bowl.
You hear
Thank
that,
you.
Mark?
That's my
Speak
word.
into an existence.
I
Speak it into
appreciate it.
existence.
Thank you
Speak
so
into
much. He's
existence.
a
I
real
like
Bills fan right here.
I
Thank
will say my Booger McFarland hot take is the team that scores the most points will win the Super Bowl. That's all I'll say.
Agreed.
Hey,
There
man.
you
Hey,
go.
no, wait. Hey,
That's
whoa,
my
whoa,
knowledge.
whoa.
That's all I can
Whoa,
say.
whoa.
Agree. Hey, everybody, welcome Color. What's up, Color Com?
What's up, Color?
What's up, Colin?
Color.
How you doing? I see
Listen,
Mark
I
as
don't know
being
what-
his normal self.
True. No,
I
but
do
he's
try. I
good.
do try color.
He's been good because he
So you
understands
wouldn't
over here with Miss Vince. You gotta keep, we keep it clean for everybody. So
so
he's
you
been good.
wouldn't blame me if I predicted the Miami Dolphins would win this Sunday by the score of 9-6. You would
No, by all
blame
means.
me, wouldn't
I
you?
would hate
Proceed.
that.
Okay,
Proceed,
I'm
good
not
sir.
listen. This man straight up said 9-6. I know.
Color, are you saying 3
I was
field
there.
goals?
Why
That'd be an
not?
awful game to watch.
No,
That's
no,
all
no.
it.
He said what
That's
we
all
were
it took.
we were gonna
That's
be
all it
aggressive
took
in defense.
Jacksonville to beat them last year
Yeah.
with Urban Meyer as their coach.
Yeah, that was I mean, hey, we both lost Urban Meyer, so we both can live in that terrible shadow. But
Hey, you
Yeah.
don't say that.
I
Yes,
was
the
just
color's
looking
going to
for
tell us that
something
at
a
least
little
the
more.
Dolphins scored
I was
20
just looking
points.
for something a little more recent and a little more relevant than 1972 since you requested it.
I mean, I think if the Bills scored 6, then Josh Allen he went out of the game, playoff game. Like he got injured or something. If they scored
Oh,
6,
Jacksonville
as
didn't
I
have to
said,
injure him.
I know.
You
I'm
got to
just saying
find. You got to
playoff.
find a way to score. Assuming no injuries, you got to find a way to score 30 points. And I
They
don't
only
see how you're
scored-
going to score 30 points in that game.
I'll take it if we win 2-0. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm just all that matters is winning the game. It doesn't matter if it's by 100 or.
Hey, buddy, the same goes
Well, I
to
can
you.
tell you this much.
Last
And
two
this-
games, you didn't score 30.
9-6. There
This
you
may
go.
be the key to the game. And
Did this go to
Whether
Let's
Denver?
see.
Mark,
The last two Bills games,
whether
they
Mark
scored
likes to
35
admit it or
and
not,
35.
Mark will remember himself that I said this very thing before the last time we beat you guys. The key to this game is the fact that you guys are the ones playing under pressure, not us.
Exactly.
If we lose this ball game,
Tell 'em.
it is going to be no
Tell 'em.
different than any other Monday.
Tell 'em.
But for you guys to lose this ball
You
game,
got to go home.
you have to answer to your fans as to why you let a third string, 7th round quarterback beat you. Who's playing under more pressure?
All you have to do is win the game.
That's a perfect point though, Color, because the pressure started in the preseason when they picked the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl. So 100% correct on that. So if we make the Super Bowl and don't win it,
it's a failure.
That's a failure. Exactly.
The way we
100%.
beat you guys the
100%.
last time was sound defense, bend don't break defense that didn't break, and very efficient use of the small amount of time we had on offense, which was 19 minutes and 39 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, that was exactly it.
I will say, though,
and that's the only way we're ever going to beat the Buffalo Bills.
To caveat off that, Color, I agree with most of that, but 2 times Gabe Davis dropped the ball in the end zone wide open, both hands on the ball. Then we turned the ball over after that.
Well, I get that, but
then,
that's a failure of a player,
right.
which means
no,
he's bad. Because we would have already had this thing locked up had Sherfield not dropped the football in the end zone earlier in the season.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, it wasn't that the defense stopped Gabe Davis because he was wide open. He dropped the ball.
You can go back to Charles Clay dropping balls.
I got
it don't
you there.
matter.
I got you there, but it's a series of events on defense
and Bass missed a field goal.
Put him in the position to drop a football. You know what I mean?
You guys have screwed the
football is 90% mental.
Absolutely.
And so what I'm saying is this would be a whole different conversation right now because we would have competed with you guys for the division itself had Sherfield not dropped 1 touchdown pass.
Color, that's wrong because Singletary fell down to stop the clock. He would have scored, so that offsets Sherfield's 4
We didn't
points.
need to beat you guys.
Bro.
We didn't need to sweep you guys to win the division.
Look at the screen.
Listen
Mark.
to the man.
We're in the playoffs.
Who cares? We're in the playoffs every year. When you become a perennial playoff team, then you can say something. Until then,
if we would have taken care of business,
4 years of overhyped.
if we would have taken care of business, we wouldn't have even needed to beat you to get the top seed in the AFC.
What are you nodding your head up and down like an idiot, Miss Phins?
We did not need to win that game.
One time in 7 years.
Hey, pause.
We needed to beat the 49ers. We needed to beat the Chargers and win out.
You can't remember.
I told you
that we try to keep it
when they start insulting, that's it. You got them.
But you can't be doing that. Look, I got my co-host over here tonight, Sean, from Red, White, and Bills, guys. Please, his link is in the top. It's pinned.
No,
in the
Mark
top.
has been out of control.
But you can't do that, Mark.
He's been out of control.
Mark. It's
Color talk to him and he loses his shit, bro.
He can't. Back and forth, but don't get disrespectful.
What did I miss? I missed it. What did I miss?
Because
I'm sorry. He man, when Color comes out, he just gets spooked. He can't even hold
Maybe
his
I
own.
missed
Like,
it because I'm normally on the tailgate, and he.
No, you need to be on here more often when he comes on. He is spooked.
We're R-rated, so I probably just didn't notice it.
No, it's just I don't understand. I was agreeing to what you were saying, Color, and he didn't like that I was agreeing, and I don't understand why. It just I don't know.
Because he knows. He's scared.
Don't get mad.
Look. You guys
That's not what
obviously
you told me,
outclass
Mark.
us.
Okay.
You're 13-3, and we're 9-8.
Look
So
at Sean.
obviously, I've got to find ways.
Look at this. Look
any,
at
quote
Sean.
unquote, any given Sunday type ways to beat you guys, and I can
Sean
find a
don't say no
plethora of
crazy
them.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's chilling.
We have the ability.
It
to
will be
beat
the
Buffalo Bills.
intangibles.
We've done it once this year.
Yeah,
We are now both teams are in the super position of having won this game and lost it. The observation and the measurement Sunday will determine which one of those positions becomes reality.
At the end of the day, one of these teams is going to continue in the playoffs.
It's 50-50.
So, like, it really
Hey,
is.
Color, you read my mind, bro.
Like no one person.
That doesn't
No
mean the
one
teams
has
are
it.
weighted 50-50. It just means that this game,
Yep.
It's
supposing we
50-50.
can execute and supposing we can play like it's a playoff game, this game is 50-50. And speaking of playing like it's a playoff game, Mike and I just went through an exercise in chat. Y'all might have noticed it. And it just dawned on me. Within 5 minutes, I was able to count 7 players on our offense that have playoff experience.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's just off the top of my head.
Patrick Mahomes is the oldest quarterback right now in the playoffs. So Josh Allen
Three
needs
of
to
them are
grow up, right?
three of them are from a team that went to the
Yeah.
playoffs last year.
Tua?
Craycraft, Sherfield, Mostert, and Jeff Wilson Jr. That's 4.
Oh, Connor Williams, because he was on Dallas.
Connor
That is
Williams,
Dallas.
Dallas
Connor
Cowboys.
Williams.
Tyreek
Armstead.
Hill.
Armstead too.
Tyreek Hill with
Armstead.
Super Bowl
Armstead.
experience.
He was with the Saints.
And Alec Ingold too, guys.
I
Don't
wasn't
forget
sure
about
about Armstead if he was with them when they made an
Didn't
appearance.
Bethel had Super Bowl
They
experience,
did.
no?
Yeah,
Yes,
but he has
did.
playoff
Remember,
experience, though.
we built this team
Armstead got playoff
10.
experience.
So we have a plethora of players that have been to this stage before, and I think a lot of people have maybe not realized that. And I think that it would
Tyreek did.
behoove the Buffalo Bills to remember that.
Oh yeah, like
Well,
I
it
said,
sounds like we need to start Teddy Bridgewater because at the quarterback position, he's the only
I was
one.
just gonna say, Crypto, that includes Teddy Bridgewater, who was a starter on a team that managed
wearing the red
the team
jersey
all the
today.
way to the playoffs and lost because a kicker doinked the ball off the upright.
Hey, so what we were saying, if he's wearing a red jersey, that means what? No contact, but he's able to practice for contact on Thursday.
Yes. Like they normally wear the red
yeah, he
jerseys
should be in the red
anyways.
anywhere.
They wear the jersey
Um,
anyways. don't
but
they?
for him specifically, I think he can't have any contact, but he can still like do like regular football activities, as in like passing the ball and like maybe some small drills, not like full intense like you would in a normal practice. He hasn't
So
been
what?
fully cleared
One
yet.
other small point on that. I would argue that our team, as constructed, is better than that Minnesota team that Teddy took to the playoffs.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can
Now their
definitely bring that
defense
up.
was
We
way
have
better.
better
The
players.
Their
running back.
defense was top notch. Okay, I'll give them that. But our defense, despite what we've laid down this year in statistics, our defense absolutely has the capability of that type of
They only
performance
had
on
Kyle
any given
Rudolph.
week.
That's all they had.
Yeah.
No, they had a
well,
better running
Adam
no,
back.
they
Thielen.
had no,
Adam
they had
Thielen was the key
I
to
was
that
gonna say
offense.
Thielen was my favorite player. Thielen was, I don't know, Swiss Army Knight or Swiss.
Yeah,
He was
Peterson
irrelevant
was
in the
there, I
playoffs,
think, but
though.
I
That
think
man
he
was
was
doing
a shadow
everything.
of himself.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was doing everything. So yeah. What's up, Michael K? Welcome, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell no.
yeah, I'm back.
The hell, bro?
Another one.
Hey, who had a red jersey on in practice today? Teddy?
I think so. Yeah, no, yeah. They had both. For
No,
the
they
most part, they had Teddy throwing long balls with a red jersey, and I'm like, damn, how's he throwing long balls with 4 fingers?
Guys, the finger
Well,
was
maybe he
fully
has the strongest one.
dislocated. That's not a huge recovery time.
I heard it was
So-
I heard it was a
Fifth
hangnail.
finger for 3 days. That's all that is.
Bro, I heard it
once
was
they
broken,
reset
and they
it.
had to do surgery to restructure it with some type of like
They
new,
said it was broken. I thought it was a
like
fractured
titanium
finger.
alloy from Wakanda.
Mostert broke his
No,
thumb. He got surgery. Mostert did break his thumb and he did get surgery.
So
He
most
right
of it
now
is done
they're
then.
trying to see the level of pain that he can actually take. So we won't really know. That's why he's doubtful, but he's not ruled out because he wants to play. It's the playoffs, and we have
Which
to
hand is it on?
Oh, so
His
he
right
wants
hand.
to play hero
Right hand.
ball.
So
though.
run him to the
Otherwise,
left
he wants
side
to hurt this
exclusively.
team.
So run him to the left side exclusively, so he doesn't have to grip the ball with his right hand as much. If
Well,
he fumbles,
wear
it'll go out of
gloves.
bounds.
I don't know if defenders let people off the hook that's injured. If
I
they're
don't
in
know.
the game, they're gonna try to
It's
injure him more.
playoffs. They got things they're allowed by the NFL to
Yeah.
pump into him to make it to take
So
away
you want
the pain.
you want him to pass
Tramadol.
the ball to the left hand side?
Yeah, and if he fumbles, it'll go out of bounds.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Hey, I
Strategy.
mean, even half. Although that would obviously telegraph which way he's going, but hey, if
Exactly.
we execute, we can run. It don't matter if y'all know where he's going; he's still gonna beat you.
Pass the football on the left-hand side.
See, people forget that the whole key is execution. This is what Bill Belichick understands. Okay. That's why he can sit there and run the same play over and over again until you stop it. Because it doesn't matter if you know it's coming. His players are going to execute it. The offense has the advantage. They know the play. They know where everybody's supposed to go. If it's executed properly, you cannot stop an NFL offense. It's just not. That's why I really have such a hard time when people trash our defense so much. Because as long as we're keeping them out of the end zone enough to put up enough points to beat them, who cares whether Josh Allen runs all over us and throws for 5 billion yards?
Exactly, bro. That's why I asked you earlier, man. I asked
Which is
you
how
guys
we
earlier.
beat
I'm
them
like,
the first
hey, look,
game.
style points. I don't care about style points when it comes to the offense because we all know there wasn't style points. But the defense, you got to say, put some style points up the last game and the past 3 weeks.
And for the fact that our weather had y'all's offensive line dropping like flies at the end of the game.
Yeah, that one
we need
we had that 12-minute
Yeah,
or
the quarterback
10 to 12 minute
dropping
drive.
like flies.
We
I
got
need
3
to like.
points. After that happened, I was like, yeah, these guys are
and you
done,
know,
man.
Sean, how did you feel? Because I felt as a Dolphins fan, once we held you to a field goal on that one drive, I really felt as a Dolphins fan that we had a real shot because we had finally won the climate battle. You know what I mean? And you guys were absolutely done. I actually expected your defense to fail before your offense. I had no expectation that your offensive line was going to start dropping like flies.
Yeah,
your
100%.
defense did better than your offense, and your offense went off for 500 yards. Like that.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Well, this is also why the
Yeah.
Dolphins have been plagued over the last few years with this streaky play where we come out for the first half and dominate and then put up nothing in the third quarter and fourth. It's because our offensive line is susceptible to our weather as anybody else's.
Yep.
So by halftime, those guys are sucking wind. I mean, I've played in this weather. It's we practice 2 hours every day, and it was like, I mean, I'm surprised I survived half the time.
You have to eat to keep up the weight because if not, you're losing weight left and right.
And where I saw it affected Josh Allen himself was on that ball that came up short.
Exactly.
He looked like a guy that was beyond his exertion level on that drive and didn't want to quit. And his body just could not put the ball out that far. His mind was well over his body at that point.
No, I'm telling you, man, he did the same thing during that Charles Clay play a couple of years ago. If you get him tired, he will make a mistake.
Now, this is where our defense deserves credit. If you guys are only at 17, if you guys, you guys had the ability to have 30 on us by halftime.
Yeah.
None of that would have came into play if had not our defense held you guys out of the end zone. 100%. Despite how many yardage Josh Allen put up.
Oh, absolutely. Right. Yeah, but a lot of the reason we didn't get in the end zone was self-inflicted injuries.
Right.
And
again,
that's a you problem.
We didn't self-inflict injuries on us. So the team still plays.
That's a you problem.
About
that's
Josh
why
Allen
I say
tired.
50-50 in this game, because it really is a matter of execution on both sides of the ball, on both teams.
Yeah, but you got to face Josh Allen in the playoffs, not Josh Allen in the regular season.
I agree.
And as much as I hate to admit it, a totally different player.
I agree, simply because of what we saw last year. Because I don't believe. Here's my point about Gabe Davis. So you all hold him in higher regard than I do. And I don't blame you for that, because when a guy puts up 200 and something yards on 8 receptions and 4 touchdowns, you're like, okay. But did you notice how nobody in the league was lining up for him in the offseason?
Nobody
was like, let's beat down Buffalo's door to get that guy. Jacksonville took Christian Kirk. Jacksonville chose Christian Kirk.
Overpaid for Christian Kirk.
Well, the reason I say that is, Gabe Davis has had breakout performances before. I follow him on fantasy, obviously. I follow a lot of players because of fantasy, right? So I've seen him do that before. But a typical breakout, a typical out-of-body experience for Gabe Davis is like your 150 yards, and like 2 or 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Right.
200. I mean, 4 touchdowns on 8 receptions at 200 yards. That's 25 yards a clip.
Yeah. Gabe Davis comes through in the playoffs ever since 2020.
See, I beg to differ.
He's been great.
What
in the
I
playoffs.
saw was a dude with a cannon that can throw the ball out of the stadium, put it between 3 defenders at 45-yard range, right into the end zone. That's not Gabe Davis. All he's got to be is a regular wide receiver that watches the ball in.
Well, I'm not necessarily convinced that Gabe Davis had a great year last year. It was the playoffs that made him stand out.
Well, I'm just saying the elevation we saw in that game, to your point, was Josh Allen.
Yeah, absolutely.
My thing with Gabe Davis, I'm not a big Gabe Davis guy. I'm very hard on Gabe Davis because people think we got we're stacked on offense when we have Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Everyone else is McKenzie's got to prove it. Dawson Knox is underutilized, and Gabe Davis isn't a true number 2 receiver yet.
Now, to your credit, that's exactly where you beat us the last time. Look at the stats. Yeah. Who was your top receiver that night?
He's done well in the playoffs. Yeah, Gabe Davis has done well in the playoffs, but he leads the NFL in drop percentage. He averages 3 to 4 catches a game. That's not a number 2 wide receiver. I don't care if he's got 700 yards.
Right.
But that game with the Chiefs, he balled because they were double teaming and bracketing Steph Diggs. So if Gabe Davis didn't do what he did, then we would have got demolished. But he stepped up in that game. But in the regular season, when we needed him to step up this year, he didn't really step up often.
And again, fortunately, your tight end finally did, because that's where you really hit us hard. We actually locked down Davis and Diggs pretty well that night. I mean, Diggs, got a good yardage, but a 70-something yard performance for Diggs is like junk. You know what I mean? That still gets an icicle next to his name on DraftKings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox has to get like how Gesicki's underutilized 100%. Dawson Knox, we gave him, he's top 6 in tight end money. And he's very, very reliable. And last year we used them very, very often in the beginning of the year, and then it kind of slowed down. And then when it got closer to the playoffs, we used them more. And this year we didn't really use them in the beginning. I mean, he's dealt with a lot of adversity himself. He lost his brother earlier this year, and I think that may have affected his mental aspect, which I wouldn't blame him because it's very heavy. But now that he's getting utilized more, he's such a reliable third down receiver, touchdown receiver. Him and that touchdown against the Patriots that he had with Josh, him and Josh are on the same connection. When Josh rolls out and the play's not scripted anymore, he knows exactly what to do to get open for Josh. And like you said, Color, you got to utilize Dawson Knox more. And in the playoffs, I think Dawson Knox, Stephon Diggs, and a guy like
there's
Cole
another
Beasley.
danger for us too. And I know that at least one of our defensive players or coaches or both are listening right now. So I hope they would hear. They all love Miss Phins. They all love Miss Phins. You know it. So one of them is listening. Okay. Yeah. And I would advise you to remember Cole Beasley. Because 100%. When we played them the last time, he was sorely underutilized. But I think that might be because he had just gotten back and wasn't quite caught up to speed yet.
Wasn't it like a week before that he got back? So
So do not forget about this man.
Can't forget
him. He
will
absolutely torch us.
That dude played. That dude played on a broken leg in the last game of the season.
And him and Dawson Knox hit us where our weakness is the worst, our mid-level tackling. And we just can't. We got to step that up, or we have no chance.
Cole
did you guys
over 80 receptions for us last year?
Sean, did you happen to watch Allen on Kyle Brandt today?
Oh no, I didn't see that yet.
Well, he gave something away, and he was talking about the Dolphins' defense. I have a very good feeling that the Dolphins, as long as the Bills fans, are going to see stuff that the Bills didn't do at all this year, and they're going to bring it out in this game.
Like what?
Just
don't hold it
in. My!
Yeah, right back at you, Mike. Okay, you don't think McDaniel's drew up this playbook in the offseason, this game plan?
There's a playoff playbook and a regular season playbook. It's all about to come out, and it's going to be, a heck of a matchup. And like you said, it might not be a Steph Diggs day, and it doesn't have to be. just like Tyreek Hill can grab, like Crypto said, the gravity of Tyreek Hill. Steph Diggs doesn't have the speed as Tyreek Hill, but he demands similar attention, and then someone else has to step up. So,
and that's why I was telling Color, I really think you're going to see a lot of 5 wide because that takes the spy out of it.
Yeah,
Diggs is going to have to get single covered. They're all going to have to drop one back into coverage, rush 3. So now Allen can either run, Allen can throw, Allen can do a lot of things.
Are we?
I think that's why they brought.
I don't remember the rules. Are we allowed to bring up more guys than 53 for the playoffs, or no?
I think it might be 2 more, right? I'm pretty sure it's like 2 more. Well, the
you can have 55.
A couple extra, I think. I don't know if it's.
Mark would know that. See if he's saying it in the chat.
If we are, I highly advise Miami to get Cameron Good out on the field because that man can match Josh Allen and take him out.
I know for the practice squad, so like, the eligibility, the 3 games, and then you have to sign them to the active roster. That all goes away for the playoffs. I know that for sure. I don't know about if you can have more than 53. I want to say it's 55, but don't quote me on it, please, anybody. I don't want to try to spit facts if I'm wrong, but
yeah, but I still think you can only dress 47, right?
46.
40 or 46. Yeah, it's 7 up.
You bring up 53, but 46 you can dress. So
there might be. So they'll bring up Beasley and Brown.
Yep.
And they'll probably activate him, and they'll probably sit. Well, they can't sit any defensive backs because we're down 1.
Yeah, it'll probably be similar as it was this week.
I don't know. It'll be good. I don't like the fact that they played the game at 1 o'clock.
Why?
They should. Well, because the sun's up. You guys could actually kind of stay warm a little bit.
I don't like
it. Seemed like okay, as I said in chat to you.
Overcast.
And as I said in chat to you, it really comes down to like what you're saying. It's like the as far as the game goes. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry. I lost track.
That's all right. We're all getting older. I couldn't think of the name Urban Meyer the other day.
Well, that's a forgettable name.
I couldn't remember it. It was driving me nuts, and I refused to Google it. And then when you guys said it earlier, I said, "Oh, that's the name I was trying to think of," because I refused to Google it.
That's funny.
I know what I was going to say. As I said to you in chat, it really, I mean, look, if you guys are all right as Bills fans, right, and you guys get the performance you're expecting and all that, we're going to be outclassed, and it's going to be a slaughter anyway. If it's a close game, I just don't foresee the Buffalo Bills winning in a close game. I see it coming down to Miami shocking them and winning in a close game.
I can see how that would give us an advantage because Buffalo hasn't been good when it comes to winning close games. Except this year, I think that you might have had maybe like 2 or 3.
We've only lost 3 games by a total of 8 points.
We have. Last time I checked, it was 6 or 7 one-score games we won this year.
But I'd remind you guys though that we did play you close in your house, and you only have 3 losses, right?
That's it.
Technically, because
who'd they come from?
Well, one was you. One was you. One was the Vikings.
It was the Jets in Minnesota.
See, now here's another aspect you guys really haven't touched on, and that's crowd noise. So I'm guessing you're going to have probably at least 5 or 6 false starts because you're going to have to go silent. People are going to be jumpy. It gets loud in there, Miss Phins.
I know it gets loud. That's not the part that I'm saying.
We can't afford to have no false starts.
I know Jay's in is like Cameron Good with a face palm, but Jay's in. It's one of those things that I agree with you. It's kind of an odd take, but I think that I have a feeling a guy like him was drafted precisely to mirror Josh Allen in the defense. You know what I mean? Because this guy, if you look at his tape, this guy has a gift of getting in the back of the end zone, in the backfield really quick. Like he just busts through, he just blows up offensive lines. And I've seen him in the flat too, just track down running quarterbacks. And I don't know. I have this feeling that Cameron Good is going to end up panning out for us, even though he hasn't got a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you blitzed
I
this last
feel
game,
the
caller?
same way with Noah.
What's that, Mike?
How many times you blitzed this last game? 5?
I haven't looked how many times we blitzed you.
I know the first game you blitzed a
Specifically,
bunch, and Allen just carved
this
you up.
last game.
Let me look real quick. What I'll do is to do this, I'll pull up Josh Allen's stats game by game, and it'll tell me how many times we blitzed him in that game.
How the hell he gonna put me on 136?
Oh well, that's yeah. Well, while you're doing that, I mean, as far as this particular game, when it comes to the noise, I expect it to be noisy. It's been like that. That's how it is in a road game. You know what I mean? But as far as this particular game, if we can contain it to a single score late in the fourth quarter, this is my only concern. If I'm gonna be honest with you, if it's 5 minutes left in the game, we're down by one score and we punt the ball. To me, like that's the worst. Like I can't. That's when I feel like I don't know if my defense can go ahead and get the ball back and still give us enough time to come back and score and at least tie or win. That's my main concern really when it comes to the game itself. But if we do
The
keep it
first
close,
meeting,
that's gonna be tough with you guys.
Well, that's the only way that you have chances if you keep it close.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but while he's bringing it up, I just want to bring this up. I 168 subscribers now. For Red, Whites, and Bills, guys. We need 2 more. We set the goal at 270. I was 261. If we can get 2 more people to subscribe to his channel, that'd be awesome. So we can at least get him an extra 10,
shit.
for being here tonight. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I appreciate
Sorry,
that.
sorry, I canceled out. I got to. I can't. I'll subscribe to him right now.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Color, I know you said you can't subscribe to a Bills channel, but I've been a subscriber of the Phins Tailgate for quite a few months now.
Oh, well, you got me then, bro. I gotta return. I gotta reciprocate. I mean, my community is just gonna have to understand, man. That's just how it is, man.
It's all one love.
I'll get over there as soon as I get a chance, man. So I got this stat line up real quick. It's kind of interesting.
Go ahead.
In the first meeting, we blitzed Allen 10 times, sacked him 4. Pressured percentage was 17.8%. The second meeting, and his bad throw percentage was 8.6%. The second meeting, we blitzed him 8 times, sacked him twice. His pressure percentage was 31.8%, and his bad throw percentage was 21.1%. So our defense actually took care of business against him a lot better in the second meeting than the first.
Jason subscribe. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Color. Continue.
2 of those blitzes in the first game were touch. They were the 2 of the touchdowns because he saw where the blitz came from. He threw to his hot route, and it was in the red zone.
You're right. Did it to us twice in I think in the first meeting or second. Well, every time he faces it, it's like Singletary. Every single time we blitz him, and boom, Singletary gone.
Yeah.
Like what? Wait, did y'all forget he had a running back to throw to?
Has been better.
Isn't it weird that like when you got more pressure? Oh, we got it. Oh man,
we're at 271, guys! Yay!
Man, you guys are
let's get him
incredible.
to 275. Let's get him to 275. But continue, Color. Sorry about that. I just subscribe. You don't tell anyone. You never saw me.
Hey, appreciate that, Cat. Your secret's safe with me.
All right, there you go. I got you.
Oh man,
awesome,
you guys are great.
Awesome. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, this is what, and that's what I was saying earlier, Sean. When it comes to our running defense, I feel very comfortable. Minus Josh Allen, because Josh Allen or the quarterbacks, period, the running quarterbacks, those are the ones, the mobile quarterbacks, the ones that we've had issues with. But as far as
I've already subscribed, Sean.
Oh,
There
Crypto,
you go.
appreciate that, man. That means a lot to
Awesome,
me. Thank you,
Crypto.
guys.
It's our regular run defense has actually been pretty good and consistent all year
Oh yeah,
long.
yeah. You
So
guys have
I'm
been a
not
top 5 unit in the run D.
exact. So that's why I'm not worried about that part. It's just the Josh Allen part that we always got to be um,
And really, the key
vigilant.
is again, are we gonna get a home
Just got
performance?
another one. What's up? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Miss. Look at Miss.
But are we going to
Yeah,
get a home defensive performance or a road defensive performance? I think
Well,
yeah.
when we faced you guys in your house the
Hopefully
last
not
game,
a
I think
road
we kind of
defensive
got a
performance.
mixture of both, you know?
Yeah.
well,
Because
not
Hey,
because our running defense was still good even at their house.
no, I know that's what I'm
It was
saying. We
Not
still
kind of
good.
got a
fourth quarter.
mixture of both home and road defense that night, you
yeah.
know?
You guys made us punt 5
Oh
times in a
yeah.
row in that second
And one
half. So
thing
it's
that was really clear to me, and it was sweating right through the TV, was the fact that it looked like our guys on offense were just playing bigger and stronger than your guys on your defensive front. Like it looked like we were just owning the trenches when, early in the game when we're running the ball good. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like we were outclassing you in the trenches. That's the feeling I got watching that game for most of the game.
oh yeah,
It was
Well,
almost
the
seeping
last
right out of the
right.
TV. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We came ready to play that night. I have to give us credit where it's due.
100%. Absolutely. And I expect the same thing even more this week. It's going to be like we all want to see a blowout either way, right? I mean, it'd be awesome, but it's going to be one of those games where you're pacing around the living room or the bar, wherever you're at, and your heart's just.
I hope so, because if you guys are just going to blow us out, I mean, really? I mean, damn. I'm sorry,
Wait.
Miss Vin.
No, I mean,
Sorry for my mouth.
No,
I
you
hear
good.
you. I hate those close games because, like, I don't even like an hour before the game starts. My hands are all clammy. I'm shaking. My heart's going like this. I'm
You're
like, this
like
isn't
you can't
okay.
even
This is not
breathe. You
okay.
have your food in front of you, and you're like, I'm not even hungry anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let me
Like
tell
this
you
is
something. I
not
will tell you
okay.
this, Sean. One of the best games I actually got to watch. I don't want to say enjoy because I was nervous the whole time. But one of the games that I actually say that was one of the most complete games that we played was that second game versus the Buffalo Bills up there.
Yeah, that was a good game.
It was such a good game. It was like watching like one of those soap operas. Like you had no idea
It was like
who was
watching
gonna
the
win.
Bills versus Dolphins in the 90s. It really
Yeah,
You
was.
had no idea. Not even till the last
I mean,
second
even
you
though
didn't know
a
who was gonna
couple of
win.
those games back then, you guys really outscored us, but
What
the
up,
games
Ian?
didn't play
Welcome.
that way. Like it wasn't. You might have been scoring touchdowns on us, but you know what I mean. Those games didn't play like that. They were awesome games to watch. The couple in
Exactly.
Miami, the few in Buffalo, and as I've told Mark before, and Mark's agreed with me at least on one of those occasions that if we would have we could have beat the Super Bowl team that you lost to that year, even
right.
though we lost to you guys in your house in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I firmly believe that we would have beat one of those 4 teams when you guys didn't. If we just didn't have to go through you guys to get there. And that's the real fascinating part, because we could be responsible for you guys not having enough gas in those games.
Yeah, it's all matchups. You're absolutely right.
That could be right.
I mean, maybe the Giants game where you only lost by 1, but you guys got completely destroyed by the Cowboys. You know what I mean?
By the way, Color, I want to piggyback off what you're going to say is I think we would have beaten the Bears if we would have beaten New England.
Yeah, that's another one.
I felt that last year. I was like, if we made it against the Rams, we definitely would have beat the Rams. And I was like, man, after I watched that Super Bowl, I was like, then the Bengals didn't deserve to be in there. But
I can tell you Dan Marino in that point of his career would not have lost 52-17. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no, I was embarrassed.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I wasn't alive forever.
But not at that stage
thankfully.
of his career.
No, absolutely not. What's up, Paul? Welcome. Welcome.
No, Mark, I didn't forget that. I know.
Guys, I just dropped the link again if you want to go ahead and subscribe because Sean is my co-host today as we are doing our Battle Royale, our game preview. We've been having a lot of fun today. I don't know about you guys, but I know I've been enjoying this whole show. I already told Sean, I was like, Sean, are you ready? It's supposed to be an hour, but it's going to be like 2 hours at
Oh, this
least.
has been incredible. This has
So
been absolutely
tonight,
amazing.
man, we start at 8:30. You see Miss Phins. Look at me. Oh, man, I look so good. Look at that chain gang.
I
Yeah.
don't look like that. Also, don't worry, guys.
Oh,
Dude,
you're
I
not.
really think
Right.
whoever that artist is, Miss Fins, did an absolutely fantastic job.
Right?
That is a great character. I just think
Oh
it's
my
great. I
God,
really
I
do.
absolutely. And he took my because I told him, "Hey, can you do this, this, and that?" And he did it perfectly, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love it." That's
Yeah, that's
JC
dope.
Texas Art, so you can
All right.
find him on Instagram. You can find him on Instagram. Was phenomenal,
I
but
mean, look at the cute little orange sleeves. You know, it's
I
like
know, right?
great
I
work,
know
man.
All the detail.
exactly. And the 88 in my boobs, so yeah, I love it. Uh,
I was gonna let you say
Yeah,
that. I
that was
wasn't gonna,
classic.
always let the woman say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
I'm
worries,
trying to
because I
figure
made
out.
sure I made
I'm
sure he got those right.
Miss
So there you
Fins.
go.
Oh,
I'm
he's
trying
in
to figure
chat.
out
He's in chat.
Miss
Oh yeah,
Fins. Miss
excellent job,
Fins.
Casey. Really fantastic
Miss
job.
Fins. I'm been.
What's up?
I'm mystified. I'm trying to figure out who the hell is number 88. I'm trying to figure
Oh,
this out.
the greatest tight
Who
end
the
of all
hell is that?
time. Mike is sexy. There you go.
Who the
No,
hell is that?
Yes.
Dawson Knox. You want Dawson Knox?
No, 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 no. Mike is
That's
sexy. Mike is sexy. Yes.
Nah,
There you
she
go. See,
prefers that
JC.
clean look. You know what I mean? That clean baby blue eye look. That's what she prefers.
Yes, yes. Look at that.
He's
No,
gonna be
but
real
seriously,
upset
guys.
when he's a Bill next year.
You said greatest tight end,
The
but
short
Gronk was
feathered
87.
hair.
Uh,
Yeah, Gronk was 87 too.
yeah, Gronk was it. Actually, to me, no lie though, Tony Gonzalez is still my all-time favorite tight end. But that's just me.
Tony Gonzalez.
I love
By the way,
Well,
Gasecki
Tony,
I
too.
happen
If
to
I,
be one of the few
But
Dolphin fans that are not blocked by Jaceki on Twitter.
one
Right.
of I ain't gonna lie, my
I
favorite
think
tight end is
everybody's blocked by.
Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Of course,
I
every
like
time I say that, I
Bungie.
feel like he's gonna block me for saying that. You know?
you guys are hilarious.
uh,
Oh, new attitude. We got another one.
Oh man,
There
so
you
much love. I
go.
appreciate that, everybody. Thank
Yep,
you.
guys, go help them out. You know, we're a community. We're Dolphin fans, Bills fans, Jet fans, Patriots fans. Doesn't matter. We're
That's
football
right.
fans at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And if we can just have, chop it up like Michael K, Mark, Sean up here, like it's a lot of fun to go back and forth. To shoot little arrows too here and there, but
You know,
Yeah,
it
um,
is
it's great.
it's
easier
still a
to
lot of.
debate Bills fans than it is my own fellow Dolphin fans. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
not gonna lie to you. We get a little intense. We do.
Oh,
well,
I
because
want.
you're
I'm
fighting for the
always
same
lurking.
cause.
I always
I
watch
just
y'all.
subscribed. There you go.
Oh man,
Or beep, beep,
And
yeah,
you
you get the
guys
same
don't
with
care
me.
about the direction of our team, so that doesn't come into the dynamics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
no, no,
exactly.
Bills fan want McDunson and Tuna to
Well, I mean, you
sign
care to an
one-year
extent.
deals.
You care to an extent, but you're not going to spend energy against each other. You know, going talking that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We
So
have
Well,
to
for
that's
our
all.
also.
That's
Do they
I
do
care more about
panel
your
shows?
quarterback than I do
Any
my
of you
own.
guys? Are you?
No,
Aw.
no Buffalo
Hey,
Bills fans do panel shows.
I was
no.
gonna say I try to do live call-ins, but not many people show up. But I think it's awesome. Like doing panels like this, you get the community involved. It's what it's all about. I was telling Miss Fins off air. I could do a show by myself, which is fine. But when we got people like all you guys
Oh,
coming
it's
up
so much
here,
easier to chop it up with somebody. You
and it's so
know,
much more fun.
absolutely.
You get perspectives from everybody. You're supposed to disagree at times. So, if everyone's agreeing, it's not fun. So
Exactly.
when I'm working, I got a cleaning company. I'm always when I'm cleaning with my gloves on, I pop one of you guys, whoever's on. Whether it's the Fin Tailgate, Miss Fins, TD. I watch all you guys, and I'm listening. I'm gonna say, these guys, Steve and D, for 4 hours, you guys all go. I'm like, okay, this will get me through the day. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I really appreciate you guys welcoming me on. I know it's a rival, but this has been a blast. Absolutely.
Hey, look, we got you. You started at 260 because I made sure before I
Mm-hmm.
started to do anything. You were at 260. I was your 260 when we have you at 276. So right
Wow.
now, hey,
No way. That's
hey,
awesome.
Dolphin fans are
See,
out here.
not
We're
not all
switching it
Dolphins
up.
fans are bad. Not all Dolphins fans are
That's
bad.
awesome. I love that.
Exactly. So
Thank you.
we like to engage with everybody. You know what I mean? We definitely do. What up,
Hey,
Marco?
one
Quick,
quick
buddy.
thing there, Miss Finns. If anybody hasn't subscribed to Miss Finns' channel, please take the time to do so. Miss Finns, could you please put your link up there so you can maybe get somebody to add it on to yours too? Because you've done magnificent things tonight for Sean, and you deserve the
Absolutely.
same thing.
Amen.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's in the description. That's how usually I don't do it,
Let's
but
get Miss Finns to 1,000 by February 8th, everybody.
yes, that'll be my 1 year anniversary. So I want to do it before then. That'll be super
I think
awesome.
you
February
Goal is
8th, the
1,000.
Super. Is
So
February 8th the
I
Super
think
Bowl?
you can make it.
Absolutely.
No, when's the Super
Actually,
Bowl?
I
Week
started this
before the Super
channel.
Bowl. Yeah.
It was last year Super Bowl week. Last year Super
Ah.
Bowl week is when I started the channel. I was so scared. I was like, why would I start the channel at the literal last week of the season? Like, it was crazy, and I did it. And almost a year later, this is where we're at. So,
Oh yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Well, you
Miss
were what,
Finns,
Miss
can you
Finns? You
make
were
me?
what, 767? Are you still 767 tonight?
I gotta double check real
He's
quick.
currently at 773.
Let's make it
go.
775
Yay!
before the night. Let's get up to 775.
Let's
Let's
go.
do it. Let's make it happen.
Just like a Jerry Lewis telethon.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, I
You
know
trying
you're
to
a
Hey,
good
say?
guy and you
You trying to
subscribe.
say,
So
Michael K? What you trying to say?
anybody in
This
chat,
is
if you're not a
great. I
subscriber
like
to
it.
Miss Fins and to Sean,
Yeah.
please take the opportunity to do so. These
there
So
guys
you
put a
go.
lot of time.
here,
These two put a lot of time and a
Oh,
lot
you
of effort into putting up quality material for everybody, and that's the way to say thank you.
she looks
Hey,
good.
anybody
Amazing.
anybody know what happened to Peyton Hillis?
He
Oh,
he was almost
To who?
drowned when he was trying to save one of his kids in the pool.
yeah, he's still in.
That's
I
right. I
shared it
did
on
read about
Facebook.
that. Is he okay?
He's still in critical condition as well. It was like 2 days after Demar. I think it was both his kids. He saved them
Was it
both.
both? Oh my God!
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
wait,
Oh my
wasn't that the
God!
ocean? No, that was the ocean, though, wasn't it?
yeah,
Or was it a
it was
pool?
the ocean. It was the
It was
ocean.
the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Okay.
the
the
ocean.
And
He's
I
Well,
predict
still in critical.
February 6th.
I hope the NFL puts in
Fins.
something for him too, and gets him healthy and does the things needed.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta
my
send the
prediction,
prayers up.
guys. February 6th.
we gotta get Miss
2
Vincent. I
days
appreciate
earlier,
it.
You
Miss
go,
Fins
Hey,
will
fella.
hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
thank you. I'll tell you
February
this
6th.
about that
That's my
gentleman.
prediction.
And
Yeah.
I said this earlier, real quick, Michael. Before you go, I will say this: I will never know what it is to be a father. I could only know what it is to be a mother. You guys have at least for me, because I'm old school, you guys have that responsibility of the protector, the provider, and all of that. At least that's again the way I grew up. And the fact that he went there, did that for his kids, saved them and everything, is just a testament of what you gentlemen should always be praised. That you guys are awesome, and I'm so tired of this like anti-man movement is BS. But
Amen.
regardless, because I'm not trying to get political, nothing.
Again,
I
things
just want
only
to
a
say
female's allowed
thank
to
you. Thank you,
say.
gentlemen, because I will never be a guy. I will never want to be a guy.
Well, Miss Fins, you do it in your own way by keeping your
Thank
show
you,
for
guys.
children. So
Hey,
you're
look
doing
at
it in
Cat for
your way
Life.
too.
Cat for Life totally got what Michael K was saying.
What was I saying?
He says, "Bro, that man
Miss
just
Fins,
called
your
us
man, your
Jerry's
mom.
kids." Shut the fuck up.
That's funny. That's funny.
What if we could pull one
half
more
the
Bills
people don't
fan
even
up
know.
on the panel? Because you
Oh, we
guys
got
had
another one. Look at that.
Man, Lewis, man, thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
That's
This is
awesome.
you go, Lewis.
I'm not sure if you
Fins
caught it or
up.
not, or you already got notification, Sean. But I have subscribed. I just wanted to hear Miss Fins give me the burn, 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 burn. I didn't get one of those.
Because you gotta put it in the chat. Put it in the chat so I
Oh,
can
I've got to
highlight
put
it.
it in the chat. Oh,
Yeah, because
All right,
that's
we're gonna get the.
I'm blown
well,
away.
you better get ready,
That's
Miss
coming
Fins,
this
because I'm
month.
about to put it in
Means a lot
chat.
to me.
I'm also subscribed to the Bills
Yeah.
Fanatics and Dan Mitchell.
Oh, awesome.
Rico and Dan. Okay, yeah. It's a shame that we don't have panel
Oh,
shows
that
because
them two.
we
There's
we,
like
we
5
need panel
others.
shows for Buffalo.
Those ones.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are, even though you're as a Dolphins fan, you guys are always welcome. You can come talk smack. You can come do whatever you want. You guys are always welcome in my
Thank you,
channel.
Liz.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we gotta get you up there,
Now it's
man. We're gonna
official.
get you up there for sure. Okay, let me refresh it one more time. Okay.
Hey,
Buy some
just a
burgers for
quick thing
everyone.
regarding Liz.
Lice is actually
Liz
so
is trying
good.
to save money. Just this is important. Liz is trying to save money for a trip to a Dolphin game, and if you can, maybe she can coordinate and help you with helping her get funds to be able to make her goal to make it to a Dolphin game.
Well, that would be
Are you
insane.
trying to
That
go
would be
to a
awesome.
Dolphins game next year, Liz? If you put it in the chat, because if
Thank
she
you,
is,
Liz.
we'll make it happen.
I'm going
We'll
to be
make it
able to make
happen.
it to 6 games now because we got a lot of games on the East Coast here, like the
Yo, now I know
Philadelphia,
why Mark's a
Washington,
secret Dolphins fan.
and
The man literally got a split personality. Like,
Giants.
really? Did I just hear that correctly? Were you just plugging
That's
for Liz
awesome.
to get a ticket to a
That's
game?
great.
Hey,
Liz
I
Dude?
lives
get you to the
up
games.
in Washington State, and that she had posted earlier in the chat that she was collecting some money and saving money to try to make it to a Dolphin game. So I
Well,
just thought it'd be nice to help her
I'm
along.
really impressed, Mark.
That's
I
awesome,
really
Mark.
believe there's 2 Marks. I really do.
Well, Cole, you have to do my alternate voice.
Yeah, we haven't heard the alternate voice in quite a while.
I mean, it looks like there's 2 different Marks in
Oh,
the
wait a
chat.
minute. Stop. There's a color. I was about to remove you.
Oh my
I was about
god!
to remove you, thinking there was 2 marks.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh man.
Well,
Oh,
I do
stop.
kind of
You
look like the
got.
guy. I mean, I really do look like a lot like him. This is the Mark that likes Liz. Okay, so we're gonna give a shout out to Liz. Make sure she
No,
gets
the
to
Mark
the
with the
game
normal
next
voice
year.
likes Liz. The evil Mark is the one that has the weird voice.
Oh,
Well, you're the one with the weird voice. I'm the real Mark.
Hey man, I don't care what
Okay.
nobody says. Mark, you're not gonna confuse me. You're Dustin Hoffman. I know
I
it.
mean, it plain as day says that I'm from Phins Mafia, so I am definitely the real Mark.
In the football world, you could consider me a tootsie, I guess.
oh God.
Dustin Hoffman. Oh
I
my
live in a
god.
warm weather environment. Okay, I have dolphins swimming in my ocean. Okay,
Oh,
I am the real Mark.
Yeah, how much rain you got there, Mark? You getting blasted?
oh,
What's we're getting? Oh my god, we're getting smoked today. It's getting bad.
oh God.
I mean, when
That.
I
But
was there,
guys,
watching,
folks, this is the
when
important
I
thing.
was
I'm
there
actually
watching
moving to New
Kellen Moore get
Mexico
helped
next
off the
week,
field
end
after
of
the
next week.
Chargers and Dolphins spent an entire 4 hours playing a overtime game, I saw Kellen Moore getting helped off the field, and I was in a Dolphins jersey at that time.
Yep, I'm going to be leaving California at the end of
Oh,
next week to go to the big go to New Mexico into the house I have out there.
you going to the Super
New
Bowl?
Well,
Mexico.
No, I'm going to New Mexico to live with my daughter and son-in-law. We've got a big house out there in New Mexico.
oh well, New Mexico's nice because they serve bison burgers out there.
Elk.
Really?
Yeah,
Elk.
Arizona
They
too.
got they got elk.
They do
Oh,
have
So
Yeah, I
elk.
here,
guess
here's
that's appealing, sort of, kind of.
Actually,
Look at
Why
this.
not?
tastes
You
good.
can
Hey,
get them
Sean,
in
this is for
Utah and
you.
Colorado also.
Hey,
Hey,
You
Sean,
can
you
get
No,
them
want
here
to
in
live
Maryland
be
first
the
too.
before
I
first
you
mean,
time up
handle
there.
probably
This
your
would be
own?
Wyoming
awesome.
because Wyoming has a
I
lot of
should do
bison
that.
too. So I think you can get them in Wyoming also. Right by Yellowstone, you can cook them right on Old Faithful.
Or on the Blackstone, whichever works.
Oh,
I can't.
faithful.
Oh, faithful.
Yo,
But Sean,
Joey is
if you do
killing
a
me right
panel
now.
show,
I'm literally kidding
you're
you
gonna
for
get
you.
your subs up really high, really quick.
I would love
Oh,
to do a
snap.
panel show. Like I said, I tried to do live call-ins like
Oh,
a few months
snap.
ago, and it'd just be like one or two
That
people,
was
and
funny,
they
color.
just they jump in and jump out. So I'm like,
Well, I mean, as soon as you get an appearance from Mark
Oh,
from
a live
Finn's
call-in?
Mafia, your numbers are going to shoot right up, man. No problem.
I'll hold you to that, Mark.
Y'all are too funny.
When you
Oh,
come up on the
snap.
show, I'm going to join you. And if you want to bring me up on panel, I can say controversial things, and maybe you can do what Steven does and get people to come on and pay $10 and kick me off.
And hey,
Wait,
double
no.
the Mark.
First
And
of
hey,
all,
double
Sean,
the
you
Mark,
gotta go
double the
find.
subs.
You're gonna have to find the Pete of your community and then make it a blast.
Yeah,
That
and
is
remember,
Find
guys.
the Pete
Remember,
of
Yes,
guys.
Bill's
you need
community.
a
That's
Pete
Hey, I got
that
an
Remember,
says
guys.
Josh Allen
Remember,
has a
guys.
noodle arm.
Statistically speaking,
you gotta
2
say
Marks
Josh
will
Allen has a
actually
noodle
double
arm.
your numbers.
Yes,
Get
he's a
everybody
limited
hating me.
quarterback.
Have them come over.
You
Yeah.
got he's a limited quarterback. You got to have the Pete in y'all community come up there on every show,
Oh,
getting
What's
snap.
his
kicked
last
off.
Yo.
name?
And listen, we need to trade Josh Allen for Baker Mayfield right now.
If we ever want to win a Super Bowl, we
Hey,
gotta get Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield in the building.
exactly.
Baker Mayfield. Hey,
Josh
hey,
Allen for
don't sleep
Baker
on Baker
Mayfield.
Mayfield. Baker
Well, I'm,
Mayfield is
No,
solid. You know, he.
no shake money. We
well,
got to
I'm sleeping
trade
on him.
Stephon Diggs for for a number one pick wide receiver in the draft,
Oh
Stephon
yeah.
Diggs.
Oh
That is
man.
true. That's
We got to
true.
get a draft pick.
Yeah,
I'd be the
because
We
most
got to
Stephon
hated.
trade
Diggs
Completely
is
Stephon
a
love
Diggs
Well, I
for
it.
a
mean,
draft pick.
Heck with that. We got
Stephon
to get
Diggs is a
we got to
midget
get a
wide
number two
receiver.
wide receiver on the Bills for God's sakes.
well,
We
the
don't
Bills are
have
going to
one.
have to do something because when they lose Sunday, they're going to have a lot of contracts to pay out, and
Trade
not a good result to show for it. So
trade Allen and Diggs for Jacoby Myers.
There you go. There you go.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Okay,
we just
guys.
do an Allen for Tua
did you
straight up
guys hear
trade.
did you guys hear that the Colts fans are like clamoring for Jacoby Brissett with Jim Harbaugh? Isn't that weird?
That's
Oh
just
man.
I
sick.
literally saw a Twitter feed where they were like, "Yes, get Jacoby."
Jacoby.
I
Oh,
was
Oh
shut
floored.
well,
up. Oh,
Jacoby
my
Phil,
would
my.
be
Vince
great in a
Mafia, man.
Bills
I'm telling you.
uniform. You think
Oh.
This
about
is
the amount of
much.
fans that y'all would attract with Brissett in a Bills uniform. Oh
Oh
my
man, we do.
God, the tickets will sell through the
That's
roof.
true.
I
Man.
really expect for the game, though. I expect Case Keenum to be in the game and get Matt Moore on the sideline like Matt Moore did in Pittsburgh. That's really
Josh
what's going to
Allen.
Yeah,
happen.
probably third quarter, middle of the third quarter. I'm guessing
Except this
middle of the
time,
third
they're
quarter. You'll see
except this
Case
time
Keenum.
they're gonna do some kind of concussion protocol since they didn't do anything for Matt Moore that game. Didn't even call a penalty, I don't think.
Did Pamela just say bison burger tastes like bald eagle?
That is what Pam said,
That
which is
bald
pretty
eagle?
pretty
I
Is
will
it
pretty
that an
say
good to
eagle?
say from me.
Hold
I
up.
used
Have you
Pause.
Bald
ever
Is
eagle.
it
I
the
never
tried
tried a
bald
bald
eagle?
eagle.
Bald Eagle came from.
What the hell? I
Where
never
did you
tasted
eat
wait?
eagle
bald eagle
before.
that it was legal?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I think
I used
Well,
to
bald
eat
and
bison
that's a
eagle
steak
serious
all
is
the
question.
time.
That's a
illegal.
serious question because
That's good.
there is a nation, an indigenous nation in Arizona called the Hopi that do actually have the legal federal authorization to cage and raise bald eagles. They're the only ones that are allowed to do it.
Oh.
Spitting the facts, Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Hey,
I don't know if you could
Mark,
put them on a dinner
I learned
table.
something new.
I don't know if they're
How
allowed
about
to eat them, but
Mark?
they're allowed to raise them and cage them. They're the only ones
Oh
that are
no,
allowed.
she's just saying that Pam said that bald eagle tastes like manatee.
She's got an
Hey,
exotic palate.
Well, it's part of their culture, so that's why they get the exception.
Goodness.
Part
hey,
of their
Mark.
Bald
thing,
eagle.
You know
Oh,
where?
Jesus.
snap.
Hey, Mark. You know where we could
Oh, my
get
God.
a camel? Camel. I like a camel burger.
Oof.
No, he didn't. Hey,
Mm.
listen, Mark. Chad Henney is on line one. There you go.
Don't answer.
Chad
Oh, I
I don't
Henne
know
didn't
how
line
catch
Mark
it.
one.
Mark,
laugh.
shut
I
up.
don't know how I'm supposed to laugh as Mark from Phins Mafia, but I figured it'd be kind of because I've never heard myself laugh before. It's kind of interesting. Oh,
Oh,
it looks
God. You
like we
guys.
annihilated each other. Oh, look at that.
Only
Mark
one
and
Mark
anti-Mark.
remains.
We annihilated each other.
Like,
What?
yeah, ladies and
Hold
gentlemen,
on. What do you actually put
I'm gonna
on
say if
bald
y'all
eagle?
still want
What
to
kind of
cook.
sauce do you use?
Jerk
Barbecue.
seasoning.
Worcestershire.
That's thank you.
What the hell kind of sauce do you
Thank
put
you.
on bald
Listen,
eagle?
guys.
Jerk. Jamaican jerk.
Jerk on
Same
everything.
thing you put on crow when you
Jamaican
eat it.
jerk eagle. So
They
is it
found it
Jeagle?
right.
Is it Jeagle? Okay, listen, guys. It is Misfits versus Red, White, and Bills, aka Dolphins versus Bills fans tonight. Rumble in the jungle. We are having bison burgers, buffalo wings. We're having or I guess they're having some mahi mahi, but not too many mahis. So maybe just one mahi, because two mahis might be too much. Uh, but
Mm.
guys, do me a
Oh,
favor,
I'm
hit that
hungry.
like button, okay? Hit the like button. Hit the
Man,
like button.
where was I at?
Okay.
Apparently, Pam is
What
having a
happened
bald
while I
eagle.
was
Sorry,
gone, guys?
this isn't going to
And
sound right,
Pam
but
is
Did I miss
having
I
bald
anything?
eagle.
actually used the wrong finger.
Did I miss
Oh
anything,
man,
guys? What I miss?
what a great show tonight, folks.
Oh, that was
Great show,
amazing.
Miss Fins and Sean.
I cannot get the bald eagle order from freaking Whole Foods.
Oh God.
Yeah,
You guys
Jay
want-
Zan. You know what, Jay Zan? You're right. But at least I'll get to cuss him out in his voice.
Color is clouded
So
tonight.
the Monday shows are going to be something
All right,
else.
you're on
Man.
it tonight. You are on it tonight. Man, I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of fun. But guys, if you wanna go ahead and support the channel from Miss Fins, here is the link, guys. I put it in there in the comment section. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I don't even ask for donations. What I really need are subscriptions. But a lot of people ask me, how can I super chat? How can I be a member? I know, guys, we will get there once we get to 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and help
Mm.
me out by subscribing, liking, sharing the show, so we can continue to have these awesome panels like this. But you could also donate, even a buck. It always helps. So I appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't done so already, please take a look. It is the pin comment of the day. We have Sean from Red, White, and Bills, ladies and gentlemen. Sean is our co-host for the night. Our Battle E. He is from Bills country. As you can see, that giant flag that literally can't even fit his wall, but it's okay. He still got it. Uh, so, ladies and gentlemen, help us out. Go ahead and subscribe to his show. He started with 260 subscribers, and right now, let me triple check real quick. I think we are at, come on, come on. Let's get her done. Where is it? 278 subscribers,
Wow.
guys. So we need two more
Okay.
to get him to
Wow, not
280.
bad.
That'll be 20 new subscribers in one night. That's awesome.
You
I
guys are
know what that
incredible,
feels
man. I
like to
tell
me.
you.
So go ahead and help him out. Let's make it happen, guys. We need two more of y'all to help out. And as always, you know to
Also,
hit the
Miss
like button
Fins,
for
you
Miss
just
Fitz.
ticked 774.
Let's
I did?
go.
Oh,
You did.
Let's go.
yay! Beep, beep, beep,
We
beep.
climbing.
Come on, folks. We can
Yes,
do
yes.
775. Come
Let's
on, we
We
get
can
can
it.
do
do
it.
that.
Let's
Right?
get her done. Exactly. Let's get her done to
That'd be an even
274.
225. You need, that's nothing to
Sean,
get
I,
that in
an-
a
I
week.
hate
Yep.
to ask you a stupid question, but you're subscribing to Miss Fins, I would assume, correct?
Oh yeah, and about
You
to
call me?
absolutely. And I got a second
Yeah.
Oh,
YouTube channel. I'm gonna double check if I didn't already subscribe on
Huh?
YouTube.
Oh, we get only mounting. Oh, all right.
no,
Let's
Yep.
listen.
Mountie. I got him. I got him.
There
But
you
yeah, no,
go.
he's subscribed.
776 with my second account.
Oh, thank
Next
you.
thing you know, he's in some kind of like,
Mm.
car chase or something. He's like,
This is like, like, what is that a
Now,
movie or is this
here's
real
the
life?
question
What's
for you, Miss
happening here?
Fins. How would you feel if you got to 1,000 subs, but your first super chat was from a Bills fan?
I'd be
Well, color
elated.
Mhm.
color can
I
answer
would
that
be.
because
yeah, my
Bills
first,
fan bought him his first coffee.
yeah, two, my first
Oh,
two cups.
really?
Yeah, Maston
Hey,
Park
That's
was
his
the
bro,
first two
second.
cups.
that's awesome. I'm an NFL fan. I love sports, guys. In my family, we are musically inclined. We are artistically inclined. We're everything inclined. We're very blessed. That's like I say. God bless us with a lot of gifts in my
Do you
family.
play?
So
Do you play the Jamaican drums?
no, I don't. But I do play the piano. I play the regular drums. I can play the
Okay.
congas and the bongos. That's probably about the most that I can do
Awesome.
as far as
That's
drums.
quite a bit more than I can do.
So yes, but
Right on with
I
the
got.
piano. That's
Thank
my
you.
instrument.
Man, there
Yes,
Thank
ain't
you.
yes,
many
I
yes.
love
sweeter
it.
sounds in the world than kettle drums, man. I tell you what.
I, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what it is about those specific drums, but they're just
Hmm.
so smooth. It's like instantly the second they come on, you're relaxed. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like it's
It's
just
just
instant.
like ska and reggae music. It just puts
I
me in
believe
a
that.
happy mood.
Very, very relaxing music. But look, guys, as far as this game, I know that we go back and forth. Oh, we're gonna win. But if you really, and this is coming from a NFL fan right now, if I were to like step out of me being a Dolphin fan and looking at both teams, the record alone tells you right now who's a more complete team, and that would be the Buffalo Bills, 13-3, because obviously they didn't play the last game. Um, and the Dolphins are 9-8. Right now, there's a reason why the Bills are second in the conference and Dolphins are seventh. You know what I mean? So realistically speaking, the Bills are a better, more complete team. However, I can't take away from the fact that even though they are such a complete team, both meetings with the Dolphins have been one of the toughest games the Bills have had. and that goes to all AFC East teams that they've played, except the Patriots. They destroyed the Patriots, but besides the Patriots, they had a tough time versus the Jets, and they had a tough time versus the Dolphins. Both of them because of the defense, in my opinion. This is going to be a very interesting game out of all the playoff games because I'm looking at it here in the schedule, guys. And right now for the wild card weekend, which is obviously this weekend, we got the Saturday, two Saturday games. The 4:30 Seattle versus San Fran at 4:30 on Fox. Then we got the Chargers at Jacksonville at night at 8:15 on NBC.
Tell me
That
good
to
one.
me is going to be a very interesting game because
Hmm.
the offense of the Jacksonville is what's most exciting in my opinion, and so is the offense of the Chargers. Both
Shout
teams.
Miss
out to
Fins,
our
did
brothers in
you see that
Duval.
Rashawn
Go
Slater was
Jacksonville.
activated today? Was brought
Say
back
that
from
again.
injured reserve. Rashawn Slater, the offensive tackle for the Chargers, was brought back.
That's awesome
Right.
because they definitely
That
need
was a
him.
big
That's for
pickup
sure.
for them.
That's
I thought he tore
definitely
his
a big pickup.
ACL.
That's definitely a big pickup. But
He's back.
this is gonna go down to the defenses. So whichever defense is ready between Chargers and Jags, that's the team that's gonna win, in my opinion. Seattle, I don't think they stand a chance versus the Niners because
No.
Seattle is a more complete team, even though they do have a rookie quarterback, but clearly that means nothing to the Niners because they don't know that apparently, and they're still rolling through everybody. So those are going to be interesting games. But the Sunday games, out of all three of them, really Miami and Bills are probably the most interesting one out of all of them because you have Giants, you got Minnesota. Minnesota always chokes. Giants, they don't know themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got Cincinnati and Baltimore, another divisional game. But if you really take a look at it right now, Baltimore's down to like their fourth quarterback. Or
They say Lamar's playing.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, they
if
still
Lamar's
Mars
playing
playing.
great for them, that's gonna make it even
So
more
it'd be like a
interesting.
regular divisional game.
Yeah.
But you have to go by the team that again they won the division for a reason at this point, and that is Cincinnati. So that's gonna be kind of trying. I feel like the most boring out of all of them, Dallas, Tampa Bay. That by
Mm.
far will be the most boring game in my opinion. Other than that, what do you guys think of this wild card weekend? Because it's gonna be crazy either way.
So I'll catch
They're
them
all
both at the same
rematches. It's
time. Shout
interesting.
out to our brothers in
Yeah.
Duval and shout out to our brothers in Tampa.
That's
Go
true.
Bucks,
I'll
go
tell you
Jag.
what, Kansas City wants nothing to do with the Chargers if they have to play again.
I don't think the Chargers are going to make it through the
Yeah.
Jaguars. I think that's a total trap in Jacksonville this week.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree
Could
with
very
both.
well be.
What?
Yeah. I'm
total
with that.
trap.
Josh Allen was playing out of his mind this last game.
Something
I don't
about
know if
that
you
name.
saw
You mean
him.
Justin Herbert?
Ball.
No, like Josh Allen,
The
No, I know. I'm
linebacker.
saying
Oh,
something about that
oh,
name.
Oh,
the
oh,
the
oh,
linebacker.
the other,
Jacksonville
oh,
Josh
the
Allen.
other Josh
The
Allen.
lineman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the Jaguars Josh Allen.
the real
I know
Josh
against
Allen.
The
Patriots,
Right.
second.
but
The
yeah, he
second
was
best.
the
Yeah,
real
Coach.
Josh
Actually,
Allen. It's cute.
does anybody
Josh Allen
think that
1.0.
fumble or that hit on Dodds was an actual strip sack? I thought it was an incomplete pass.
That's the thing. It was
Yeah, it was questionable.
No,
absolutely 100% identical to the Tom Brady
Yeah.
play against the Raiders. However you saw that is how you should see that one.
to me,
I saw that and I went
saw.
tuck rule, tuck rule, tuck rule.
I think his
But
hand was
I
still
didn't.
moving forward with grip on the ball. I think it had
No,
already
the ball
started
was.
moving forward with enough grip left on the ball to be a forward pass, in my
It looked
opinion.
like it was already loose.
It was close to me.
I don't
Like
think
he
it
was
matters
like.
that it was loose as long as it's still in his palm and moving forward.
I get it based on the rules. I understand, but at this
Because he
point,
wasn't even tucking it. He just like got hit.
I mean, I think
With
it'd be.
Brady, Brady was trying to pull it down. And that's why everybody's so shocked about the ruling.
I mean, who really
yeah,
wanted to see Tennessee and Dobbs in the playoffs anyway? I'm more happy
Well,
with.
true.
I'm more happy
Yeah.
with the. I mean,
I'm
there was a
glad the
scenario.
Jaguars did what they did.
There was a
That was
scenario.
my sleeper pick for the
Yeah.
But
season.
if the Chargers win that game and if Buffalo holds form and wins on Sunday, then you're going to have the Bengals at Buffalo and the Chargers at the Chiefs. And I don't know if a healthy
Right.
Charger team isn't maybe the second best team in the conference behind Kansas City.
Yeah, they're
Right.
still
Who, the
missing. They're
Chargers?
still missing a ton on defense, though. The Chargers.
That's
Well, they got
that's my
they got
issue with
yeah.
them.
All they've really lost at this point is J.C. Jackson. Everybody else is back.
Bosa's not back, is he?
Bosa is back.
Oh,
Really, he's
I thought
back.
he hurt his
Okay.
thumb though.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
why I
No,
thought
but
he
he's
was.
back. Yeah, and they're getting Slater back on the offensive line. Looks like Williams is going to be okay. So the Chargers are missing J.C. Jackson, and that's it.
Right.
That team
Yeah, the
might very well
Chargers are gonna
be
be
the next best team in the conference
getting
behind
healthy at
Kansas
the
City.
right time. Exactly. That's what I say, Mark. Chargers, that
Okay.
Is that me,
sleeper
Miss
number
Finn?
2
Was I
team,
giving you background noise?
Oh
and the
no, I was
Chiefs.
trying to check. I was
especially
just
when they
getting
fully
everybody
healthy.
because I didn't know who it was. So
Oh,
I
gotcha.
was
That's
just,
what I'm saying. It wasn't me?
no, it wasn't you.
Okay, because I never know. Because
Yeah.
it's good to
No, I
know if
literally,
somebody
And,
is.
I have
and if
no
you
idea who
remember,
it is. So
Kansas City won 2 nail biters against the Chargers this season. I don't know if they win the third one.
well, you know what they say.
Right.
It's
That's what I'm
very
saying. It's
tough.
hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season. That's very rare.
Exactly.
that's why it's
Especially
nice
in
that
the
we
division.
lost to you guys one time because now we don't have that worry of
Likewise.
Yeah, there maybe is value in
Right.
losing
We're
that
both
game in
working
week
on that.
3.
Right.
And
Yep.
you know
It's
what?
hard to beat that team a third time.
Absolutely,
It's
I agree.
But you got to know that if the Chargers win that game Saturday night, then nobody's going to be pulling harder for the Dolphins than Kansas City, other than Dolphin fans.
if the Chargers win Saturday night,
Yeah,
right?
and the Dolphins. If the Dolphins beat Buffalo on Sunday, then it's the Dolphins going to Kansas City.
Oh yeah,
They
because
go
we're
to
the
Kansas
lowest
City.
seed. So yeah, that makes sense.
The lowest seed
Oh
goes.
And
boy.
you got to think that Miami would much prefer the Dolphins than the Chargers.
How much do
Yes,
playoff tickets go for? I got some friends I
Yeah, they
need to
will.
catch back
I
up
don't
with
even
in
want to know.
Missouri.
the tickets. Oh, they don't. They haven't
Yeah, they
said
don't want
that
to play
yet.
the Chargers. They'd rather play us.
No, I mean, what do they usually go for? Like playoff tickets? Are they?
Well,
They're
right
not as
now,
bad as
the
Super Bowl
Seattle
tickets,
San
right?
Fran is 96, Chargers Jags 122, Miami
Really?
Buffalo 133,
Wow.
New
Mm.
York Minnesota 109, and Baltimore Cincinnati 177 is the same for Dallas
Then
at
I'd need a
Tampa.
plane ticket to
I
get to
think
Missouri.
Minnesota's going to steamroll them guys.
I got a buddy's
I
house
don't.
I could
I
probably
don't
stay
I
know.
don't
at.
think
I don't
so.
think so,
Minnesota,
man.
Minnesota's like negative 70 in point differential.
Minnesota's got a terrible defense. That's the
They
only thing
do.
about them is
They
it's
have
so
great offense, but the
so bad.
defense is
Yeah,
just not
but
it.
they play opportunistic.
What are we
Yeah,
talking
good
about
on
here,
the
people? It's Kirk Cousins. It's the playoffs. They're gonna lose.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones, like
They have the
maybe
best
we can
receiver in
depend.
football. All they have to do is get it in his hands. They'll score 40 points.
Jefferson, yeah.
Hey, that's what we say week in and week out with Tyreek Hill. So what are you talking about, Crypto? We're
You know
9 and
what?
8.
Oh, I'm sure
The
that
Vikings may
Minnesota
have
could
more
find
fans
a
in
bad
Minnesota than they are in Miami than they do in Minnesota, based on what you saw at the game.
Well, everybody retires here, so I'm not even like surprised. Literally everybody retires to Florida, so we're gonna have fans from everywhere.
My
Like
wife
that's
always
just
tells
the
me she
norm.
wants to move to Florida. I'm like, come on, I can't. As
I
Our
love it.
actual best bet is to make it through those two tough teams and hope Jacksonville wins, because
yeah,
our best bet is to face Jacksonville in the AFC Championship game.
Wait a minute.
wouldn't that be
If
something?
Jacksonville
It'd be
wins
a
because
neutral
they're
field.
fourth,
It would
right?
be a neutral field.
No, it wouldn't. Oh,
You don't think if we played Jacksonville in the championship game?
it
Yeah,
would be
it
at
could play.
that's
It could
oh
play
I
because
out
it's
that
know.
way,
Florida.
as far as it
Because it's
seems.
Florida.
I don't
That's
see
why.
anybody down here that ain't willing to drive 10
No,
hours
no.
or 8 hours
I
or
already
whatever
said
it
it.
is.
Is it
If
that
we would have
far?
been the fifth seed,
Yeah.
I would have gone to
Wow.
Jacksonville
It's
to
roughly
play that
6 hours to
championship
get
game.
to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
Yeah,
what
that's
they're
I
a
mean.
long
pretty
time.
much at the other end of the state
Of the
of the
of the
Well,
peninsula.
state.
they're on the
Yep.
top right part of the
Right.
state. So
But
yeah,
that's El Cap's neck of the woods.
is it?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
He's
Duval.
he's not
I
that
know
close
he's
to
not that close,
Jacksonville, but
but
he's up that way, yeah.
I know Roach is. He lives in Duval County,
He's
but
Yeah,
near the
Roach
St.
does
Johns
live in
River.
Where
Duval.
Yeah,
is
and
Roach?
Roach is
Anybody heard from him?
yeah, I talked to
Yeah.
him he's just
He
taking
made
a
a
break
couple of
from
experiences on
all
the
this 'cause
sports music.
he's
Okay,
busy with
yeah, I know he
real
was.
life
Go-
stuff.
I know he was kind of doing a new job and stuff.
Yeah, and
yeah,
also going to school, so he's he's
life
trying
kinda
to worm
gets
his
in.
way back in slowly, but he had to take a break just to get away from it for a second. You know what I mean?
That happens
And
whenever you're
anybody
starting
heard
school. It's
anything
tough.
from Epps? Because
Yeah,
Epps hasn't
he's
been around in a while. I'm a little
Saw him,
concerned about
I
him.
saw
Yeah,
him
he does come
on
in. He
every
does come in
morning
the
he's
chat
here.
in the morning.
Every
Yeah.
morning he's here with me.
I don't do
So
Twitter, but I know he's not coming up on the in chat. And I don't do Twitter, so
no, because
I
he
saw
works.
him chime in on Larry L's show, I think. yesterday.
But he comes every morning. Every
Yeah,
morning.
I saw him. I saw him in your show this
Yeah, I
morning,
wished him
Miss
a good
Finn.
morning this morning, and
He
he didn't
did.
respond, so I wasn't sure if everything was okay.
Nah, he might still have you
Yeah,
blocked,
he's doing
maybe.
And he
good.
goes through phases,
Yeah,
like us all. You know,
we all do. I
he
mean, we're
really
human.
wears his fandom on his shoulder.
It's not, and I said this is why I say you gotta be a really like you have to be committed to be a Cleveland fan, to be a Lions fan, a Dolphins fan, a Jacksonville fan. You know what I mean? Because these
Hmm.
are franchises that can make things happen, can make some noise, but just too inconsistent.
I think the best thing about
That's
the
the
panel
problem.
shows and the chat is the fact that the people that are on it are really truly committed fans. Maybe we get a little bit out of control from time to time, but these are the true committed fans. We're not the kind of like, well, I just got so I'm going to turn the game on Sunday, and then it goes out of our heads. We're into it during the game, after the game. It's commendable, and I think that's the appeal.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean it's
Hmm.
all about joined Miss Fins.
It's what's
Kevin Lee,
destroying the
did
net.
you
It's
just
what's
join
destroying
the
network
Red,
television
White,
right
and
now.
Bill subs?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go, Kevin.
least
You go.
terrestrial.
Kevin,
Good job,
Kevin.
Kevin. Thank you.
Because to be honest with you, instead of watching even the History Channel, well, not that it's that anymore, but back when it did have decent history shows on it, I would still prefer to go wait and hope that one of these history documentaries that on YouTube have a live premiere where I can chop it up with people in chat and interact with the content creator about the history show documentary that
That's
I'm
awesome.
watching. So my point is, this is real interactive television. This is what they wanted when they tried to pump it out decades ago, where, oh yeah, you use your remote to vote on something. That's not interactive television. This is interactive television. Nowhere else can you
Yeah,
go and interact with your host
Hey, we got
of a
Maston
show
Park
the
in
way
here.
you can, you
right.
know?
What's up, Maston Park? I
Masted
didn't see you.
Park. Welcome.
I knew he'd say something like that.
That is not the best thing. It happens.
Okay, well, I don't want to play them. I don't want anything to do with them.
Hey, if they're
You
in the
know
way
what?
of the Super Bowl, I want them. If anyone's in the way of the Super Bowl, that's the team
Well,
I
that
want.
I agree with, but I would much prefer to play Kansas City than the Chargers at
Don't
this
forget,
point.
the
I would
Jaguars
never.
have y'all's number.
I was
I'm,
gonna
I'm
say,
not
don't push
afraid.
past the Jaguars.
I'm not afraid of the
They're the
Chiefs,
hottest team right now.
but they're definitely the team I would least rather play because they're. I always say this on my shows too. No matter how good your defense is, you don't beat the Chiefs with defense because they're always going to score. You got to beat them with offense. So they're a team that
Right.
I would love to beat them in the playoffs because I want to be able to say we beat the Chiefs in the playoffs when it counted. I know we beat them in Arrowhead every year in the regular season, but to the other outside people that aren't Bills fans, it doesn't matter. So I would love to beat them, but they're definitely the team I would least like to play in the playoff bracket just because I know how they play, and I'm just like, well,
I just don't. I just don't like the Bills' zone defense against Williams and Allen and Eckler and the tight end and everything and Herbert. I just want nothing to do with that.
Well, not to rule my own team out, but I honestly believe if anybody's going to take out the Buffalo Bills, it's going to be the Jags in a shocker.
oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey,
Color.
Yeah.
We're
The
not
Jags.
going to go
See them.
back.
I can see
Jags
them
are the
winning
hottest
championship,
team.
though. I can really
you
see it.
never know. You
That's
never
really
Yeah,
the team
know.
I don't
y'all
know.
should
I
be
don't know how
fearing
they
the
play.
most.
Actually, if
What?
Jags are 4, so they
Look,
would have to
y'all are
play
going to
Kansas
prepare
City. The
for
Bills
every
would
one of
have
the
to.
other teams. Face it, y'all are going to prepare and execute and be the Buffalo Bills against any other team. You're not going to be that way against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the team you really should fear most.
I just
I fear the
don't
Bengals the
don't fear
most.
a team that got into the playoffs because of a bad call by a bad official's call. And I
I
still
mean,
think that
it is
call
what
on
it is,
Dobbs
bro.
was a
It is
terrible
what it
call.
is. They're
Well,
in the dance, bro, and
right.
bro,
And
with
they
a
match up
lesser
well
grade
against you.
team and a far inferior coach, they beat you guys last year 9-6.
Yeah, that was
You
bad.
can't
I think he put
Yeah,
his
disregard
foot in
that,
it
his
was an
bro.
off day. It
How
was
do
an
you
off
just
day.
ignore that? I mean, I know you're Buffalo fans, but you cannot ignore that.
No, and I don't ignore it and I don't excuse it. Josh Allen had a poor day. The offensive line was
Everybody had a
horrendous.
poor day.
Right.
We
Well,
did
except
have
for the
some
defense. The defense.
we did
Super
have some
Bowl
COVID
champions
players out
don't
that
have
game.
poor
But
days.
there's no excuse to lose to a Jacksonville team, nor does
But
Miami have an excuse
that
to
was
lose to the
last year,
same
though.
Jaguars team.
That was last year.
The only
And
way
it was
They're
Patrick
last
much
year.
better,
Mahomes
and they
gets
have a
beat,
better
the
coach.
only way Patrick Mahomes gets beat, especially in the playoffs, is if he gets caught throttling a team. Not because of bad days.
Well, let's not forget one thing, that the one thing that he may not have this season is the game at Stadium.
Did Lewis just agree with Mark?
Hmm?
Did that just happen?
Everybody
Yeah.
buy your lotto tickets.
Lewis and I agree with a
Considering
lot of things.
Lewis
It's scary.
has like all but burnt his Dolphin fan card, I'd say maybe he is starting to agree with Mark.
But no, the one thing that's going to be
Said
different
all
for the
but
Chiefs this year
burnt his card.
potentially.
I'm not taking it away from him, but
Yeah, the one thing that I think could be different for Kansas City is every year the Kansas City's played, they've played all of their games at home. Patrick Mahomes has never had to play a conference championship game in a field other than his home stadium. That could very well happen this year.
It's crazy. It only happens if we make it, though.
Right.
Lewis,
if the Bills
takes a
make it
lighter.
through
Lewis
the
takes a
Miami
lighter
game
to his
and
fan card, and
winner
as soon
and
as
the
he
next
lights
game.
it, he's like, "Oh no!" And he starts putting it back out.
Guys, we
easily
got
have a
one more.
scenario.
We need
And
one
does
more
anybody have any
to get
ideas
red, red,
or any
and
guesses?
Bill.
I'm sorry.
Hold up, Mark, real quick. We need one more subscriber. We are 279 to get red, white, and bills. We are not finishing the show until we get them to 280, guys. So let's make it happen. We need one more subscriber for 280. Let's do it. And I want to shout out to Nickel City Mafia for being one of the newest Miss Phins subscribers. So thank you, Nickel City Mafia. Appreciate it. I just saw the notification. So thank you,
There you
guys.
go.
We are
Nickel
on
City
our way.
Mafia's a bunch of great guys, Jake and Mike. They have a great channel. I do a lot of work with them. Thank you guys for tuning in and subscribing to Miss Fins. And if you guys are out there watching Dolphins fans, subscribe to Nickel City Mafia. They do golf, they do fantasy football, Buffalo Bills. They do a great job. So just wanted to say that.
By the way,
Wanted
Miss
to plug them
Fins,
a little bit.
that latest subscriber has now ticked you up to 779.
Let's go.
Really?
All right,
Is
let's
that
get
where
to
we're at?
780 and 280.
Hey, let's get to exactly. Let's get to 780 and 280.
Let's do
man,
it.
that's
Right.
awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's keep this party going, guys. Go ahead, Mark. You were rolling.
There we
Go
go.
ahead and roll. Keep rolling.
I can't believe that the Bills guys wouldn't be afraid of the Bengals. Bengals are playing the best football
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
that's the first team I would think
Again,
of.
but that's
Mike-
They're the
precisely
true
what's going to
giant
cause
killers.
you guys to play your best football. I'm telling you, Jacksonville is your biggest fear. It would be mine if I was a Buffalo fan.
I don't know. Bengals are doing their thing, color.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
the
the thing
giant.
about- here's what I say
The
about the
Bengals are
Bengals.
giant killers.
I think the Bengals are a great football team. I'm not trying to be a hater, but if you look at the last two games, besides the Ravens game, besides the Bills game, that Patriots game, they blew a 22-point lead, and they should have lost. And it was a questionable. Should they have called Ramondre Stevenson down? Because it was a long time before they blew the whistle. They should have lost.
Yeah.
The Bucks game, the Bucks had 5 turnovers, which gave the Bengals the ball in field goal range as soon as they got the football. And the Bengals came back down 17-0 and won that game.
17-0 and 1. Yeah.
They haven't really – and the Ravens game without Lamar Jackson.
And Tyler Huntley.
They start off to a good lead, and then they started blowing that one as well. So are they amazing? Absolutely. But I don't think they're as complete as it seems, because they seem to get too comfortable and they fall apart. If you do that against us or Kansas City, the Bengals they won't.
Well, we got to remember also the Bengals lost their starting right tackle in Lyle Collins for the year, and they also lost a Boulier in the secondary.
Yeah,
I thought they lost. I thought the Bengals
How do you
lost
guys
another
go an
lineman.
entire game without scoring a touchdown? Oh, I got the answer to that question.
Yeah,
I got the answer
Ryan,
to
the
that
field goal
question.
kicker.
Well, we just
Right.
did.
And if you'd have waited for my answer, the answer is you start a 7th round rookie quarterback. That's what you do.
That is
Right.
We started
Well,
a 7th
Josh Allen played like a
especially
7th
one
round
that
rookie
was
quarterback.
especially one that was drafted precisely to emulate Josh Allen in practice.
Hey, they both did it. They both scored less than 10 points in a game, so it's destiny.
And this is and I asked Mark this question earlier today, but I wanted to ask it again to him on Miss Finn's show.
Okay.
Who is the last rookie quarterback
Dan Marino.
to win a game to get Miami into the playoffs.
Dan Marino, 1983, played Seattle and got beat 27-20.
But yeah, but I'm going to say it was not a blowout.
How do you know that stuff, Rain Man?
It's a close game.
Because he's a
I've got a weird
Dolphins fan.
Rain
How
Man
many
memory.
times
Who
do you
knows?
guys have to Mark is a Dolphin fan. He already admitted it like months ago, guys, on this channel.
Besides, I watched
He
that game.
already
I was
said it.
pissed. I wanted Marino to win.
Isn't it crazy how the Phins had Marino, we had Jim Kelly, and neither of them won a Super Bowl, and they were two of the best
That is
quarterbacks of the generation?
insane.
Right.
Hey,
Yep.
no, not that. I mean, obviously, I don't like the Bills, so I don't like Jim Kelly. But he was a U, so University of Miami. I gotta give it up. So, like, that's literally the only thing that I would say. But it is crazy how both of them didn't get
Yeah,
it.
that was back when being a Hurricane was literally a drafting point.
Well,
On
it's a little
people's
bit before
boards,
that,
like,
actually,
oh, that's a
because that
Hurricane.
was-
We got to give him extra points for that.
You got to remember, Miami, the U's first championship came after Kelly left and went to the Houston Gamblers, and
That's
then
true, but we were still like the college itself and its football was still a matter of excellence at the time, even if he didn't win a championship.
we cannot forget Bernie Kosar and that Miami, then and a team from
Bernie
the U.
Kosar. Miss Phins just ticked 780.
I did. Stop
You
it.
did. I've got the live count on
800.
Reddit on Social Blade right now.
Really?
It says 780.
Man,
Yeah.
you're really on it. I'm telling you, you're the greatest.
Okay, we need to get Sean to 280, folks.
Oh,
No, no.
Miss Phins 280. What's thank you guys. Wait, let me double check. Red, white, and Bills. We still need one more. We're gonna make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. One more.
Yes, we are. How many people we have watching the show?
We got
Miss Phins
50
can
people
tell you
in
that
here.
easier.
We got 50 people in here right now in the chat.
Okay, there's got to be somebody out of those 50 people that hasn't subscribed to Sean's show.
And I literally just posted the link, so don't tell me, but where's the link? And it's also literally the pinned comment up top. So, like, you got
Everybody's
2 spots
welcome.
to go get that link and subscribe. Exactly.
Yeah, we are almost outnumbered.
Subscribe.
It's 4-3 right now.
I know it's so
Dolphins versus Bills.
it's
Wait a minute.
And I don't know, I didn't mention it, but I put it in there just to see. We got 51 votes so far. We've had this poll out for 30 minutes. Who's winning, Bills or Dolphins?
What's the poll? It was
You put a poll out
75-25
there?
Dolphins last time I looked.
No. I mean, the 52 votes here say 68% Dolphins, 32% Bills. So,
well, we know who's in chat, don't we?
No, because there's Dolphin fans who pick Bills. I know that for a fact. So, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm about to sub. Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Go.
Do it. 2 wildcard teams will make it through this weekend. Miami and Chargers. Kevin, you might be right. You might be right. But
We are not going to know. We are not going to know that answer till Sunday at 4:30.
Well,
yeah,
that's true.
Because they both play at.
That's true.
No. Chargers play at 8:15,
Saturday,
so
don't
we'll
they?
really know.
Right, Chargers play Saturday, but the Bills and Dolphins play at 1:00 on Sunday.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I had to scroll
Hey,
up.
what's
You're
up,
right.
Kevin?
Seahawks are going to
Lee's
go to
a
the
regular
Super Bowl.
over at the tailgate.
4:30. Yeah, no, Kevin Lee's awesome. He's been subscribed for a while now. Let's check out this count real quick. My computer. 281. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have exceeded our goal. We got this, man. 21 new subscribers, guys.
Wow.
Man, y'all are awesome.
See,
Shout out
once
to
again,
Jason.
leave it to the Bills fans to get Miami fans what they need.
Hey, man, it was the Miami fans that got the Bills, dude. The 21 subscribers. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You guys are all incredible. Wow.
Hey, if the reports are Hamlin can be released from the hospital within 24 to 48 hours, so that puts him at
I thought
Thursday.
he already got released.
No, he's in
He was
Buffalo
released from the
hospital now.
University of Cincinnati. He's in Buffalo now, and they say they've released him to home.
So he could be released. He could be released. He could be released from the hospital within 24 to 48 hours. if he goes to the game on Sunday, which they say that if he gets released, there should be no reason that he couldn't go. I don't give the
Oh
Dolphins a
my.
chance.
That'd be just remarkable if he could get there on the field and just
It'll give
the
you guys a
hype,
little extra boost to try to beat
the
us.
hype.
Um, it'll definitely be a
I'd
little
Well, look
almost
at the
extra.
have to
start of that
agree with
Patriots
Michael
game.
K. I
A
mean,
touchdown return on the kickoff, and then the sack on third down. Oof. Then the
Look,
game
I
settled
mean,
into,
this is what I'll say. It will be any given Sunday, guys.
Yep.
The least likelihood, you never know. What could happen where you're like, oh yeah, they're gonna. I mean, honestly, I was like, after the game. I literally, after the Dolphins beat the Jets, I said, I'm like, guys, we're gonna enjoy this all the way up to Thursday, and then on Thursday we can just start planning the funeral. We're gonna have a meeting. Who's gonna be the pallbearers? Who's gonna do the eulogy for the Dolphins because we're about to get destroyed by the Bills. I said that. And I didn't care. And I said it on my show on Monday too because that's exactly what the world is expecting. But you never know, because
Mm.
sometimes when they expect something, that's when people, they get that nice surprise. But man, that was
Mhm.
absolutely, absolutely awesome. And I'll tell you this. Tonight has been such a great show, guys.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
too, just so you guys know, I incognito. This is kind of a preview of what next year's gonna look like over here, Miss Finn. So it's gonna be awesome when I roll this out. So I wanted to give you all a little taste. But tonight, man, we had Red, White, and Bills in here. Sean representing Bills Mafia going up against the one, the only. I mean, I think I'm adorable, so I'll take it. Miss Finn, thank you very much. Let's go of the Miami Dolphins. But guys, I mean, this is wild card weekend. The Dolphins are playing versus the Bills this Sunday, 1 p.m.
Mm.
Eastern, over there at Orchard Park. If you can go, please go represent both teams. Be safe, be kind, be good, and have fun because guess what? The players are here, and we're about to have a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and do this finals because I feel like are we ready for final goals or no? Or are we still partying? It's up to
Well,
that's
it's up
your.
to
It's up
y'all.
to you.
It's up
All
to
I
y'all.
know is I'm partying like it's 782.
like I said. Wait, no, we got another one.
800
Okay,
coming.
let's go. Let's get these likes up, people. Also, let's bring the likes up too.
Let me
Okay,
go.
well, I mean, honestly, I can do. Let's do 10 more minutes. Let's just party up at midnight. There you go. We're gonna enjoy this. Kevin Lee, did you know our defense has shut the Bills down points wise the second half of both games? They scored 3 in the first matchup and 10 in the second matchup. Miami makes adjustments always.
actually
Kevin
And let
Lee,
me
11. It was
remind
actually
everybody.
11,
And
but
let me
10 is
remind
close.
everybody that we
I'm loving
forced
that.
the Bills to punt 5 times last game and got a strip sack on Josh Allen, while
That is
we only
true.
punted 4 times.
That is true. Hey, what's up, Aqua? Welcome. Man, that is true. And you
But
know what? Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
would
Go
say,
ahead.
but we did show resiliency and we fought back from a deficit with a little bit of time left and we closed the door, which made it a great
A little bit
game.
of
I
time.
mean,
Yeah, 6 minutes. 5 minutes, 54 seconds. I remember. It was not pretty. So
And
yeah, you guys
it was the normal running game that beat you. It was Singletary with 34 yards rushing.
30, 34 yards rushing. 34 yards get out of here, man.
Yeah, he had 34 yards
34
rushing on the
yards.
last drive. And we had a pass to
That's
Davis, and then we had the pass interference on Cahu.
and then Dawson Knox.
yeah, that one was a little. I'm sorry, but
Yep.
that
That was the
that wasn't.
backbreaker, the pass interference.
Well,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was an
but
obvious
I
pass
don't know if
interference.
that was
He
an.
ran up his back, so
Well,
it
yeah,
was
he's known for doing
pretty
that, but I'm
flagrant.
just
It
saying he
was pretty
just
flagrant.
getting a little handsy.
That's why Josh
Mhm.
threw it there. He knew what it was going to turn into. So he's like, you know what, I'm just going to throw it here, try to get the flag.
Yeah,
Sometimes they got to do that.
that's exactly the way
Hey,
that
Master
went
Par
down.
makes a listen. Master Par also makes a good point and still lost the game, which we did. But that's no different than the Bills racking up 500 yards of offense and losing.
Scoring
So
17 points. So
we've
Well, and
we
yeah,
literally
and let's see. Well,
we
Sherfield's butt scored the other two.
uh
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
oh oh my
The
God,
butt
yes.
punt.
Yes,
After that,
that
I
is
was like, we
true.
got a chance. I was like, we shouldn't have a chance. We
Honestly,
don't deserve it, but we got a chance.
I was telling everybody that was on purpose, people, because I was like, was that even? Did that really just happen? Because I was in the stands. I've been to every home game. I'm like, did that just happen? Was that like a play that we did? Yeah, that
I'm
was
watching that, and it's
that
like, oh my god, he kicked it off his butt.
that was hilarious to me. I know the Jets
Yeah, he
fans were
just
very happy,
drops back.
especially Mark
He didn't have
Sanchez was
enough room
very
to kick it.
happy because yeah, and he stepped back. He shouldn't have. But then again, I mean, that's what
Mark
happens when you
Sanchez
got young
smiled that day.
players. Yeah, he was very happy.
But the
He
most
was very
surprised
he's
guy in the field was
happy now.
Trent Sherfield.
Yeah,
The slow mo was
oh,
probably. Oh man.
and it
I bet
went
he's
high
thinking like,
too.
I hope that
The
something hit
ball
me in the
went
butt, not
high.
something coming out of my butt.
Like it went high. This is like I want y'all to like it actually like pew, like it went high. You know what I mean? So
That
I
was
thought it was
that probably stung. He probably could have sat in the toilet for a day or two.
probably,
Uh,
but I mean they're falling left and right, so I'm
Uh,
sure it would have been like any other. Now, okay, guys. So I want to ask you all this because I have you up here and whatnot. It's fun. Give me your real, straight up score predictions. Okay, we're gonna start with the away team. Go ahead, Bills. Let's go, Mark. Mark, give me your
okay.
for real
All right. Not
score
knowing the
prediction.
final injury report on Friday, not knowing and I'm assuming the
Of
following
course,
before I make this
early.
prediction.
It's early.
I'm assuming Skyler, no Mostert. You will have Armstead. You will have Wilson. You might not have the other. You might not have Cedric. You might not have Cedric Wilson, and you have all the injuries on defense. We get Hamlin back on the field. I think it's 34-10 Buffalo.
34-10 Buffalo. Okay. Mike, what do you got? What do you
35,
think the score is
30,
going to be?
35-14. 21 points.
35-14.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think Galen could actually
Bills, right?
pitch a perfect game again. Be the second one in 2 years.
Okay. Mark, you said 31 what? 31 what?
And I said
Again?
I said 30. I said
I'm writing it down.
34-10,
Just want to make sure.
assuming
31-17,
those
right?
the injuries play out the way it looks like.
34. Okay.
And one
And
more thing.
Sean,
Hey,
what are you
hold on
going
one.
for? And I'm assuming Bills win, right?
Yes.
I'll go ahead, Michael, if you were talking.
Yeah. Hey, caller, that concussion thing that you were talking about. Is there any way you can pin it to, I don't know, either send it to that Twitter thing that I was messing around with El Crapitan, or put on Miss Finn's commentary, or
yeah, let me see if I can locate it.
all right, that's it.
You'll put it in the private chat, probably. Yeah.
I don't know how to get there. He can pin
You
it
can
to
put it
the
in the
Finn's
chat.
tailgate too. No, I can't see the chat when I'm on my phone. I just have StreamYard up because for some reason it cuts out on me.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you hit the little chat button?
Well, that's the private chat. Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
no,
Well,
you
I'll
should
stick
be
around
able
then.
to
That's
do
fine.
Links in private chat.
He could just pin it to Twitter or something. I want to watch it because there was a thing, and you guys should watch it too. There's a clip on YouTube with Florio and Chris Sims talking about Tua, and it was just released today. And it's
How
like
long
8
is
minutes
it?
long, like 8 minutes.
Do you guys okay watching it real quick?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Caller, if you want
Oh,
to
all
do
right.
it,
Well,
I
in
can
that
go
case,
ahead and I can share it. Or I mean, unless you guys want to do it on TFTG.
Michael, are you talking about the one that was posted or the one that I was referring to the other day?
the one that you're referring to, I can't find it.
Oh, okay. It's either going to be. I thought it was the channel was actually the whatever that Concussion Institute is, but I think I found the guy is Brian Stutterer, MD.
Stutterer.
Yeah, and I think that's the video. Let me scroll. Let me browse through it real quick and see if it's got the same like visual aids he was using. Let's see here.
Yeah, because I know you guys aren't Florio fans by any means, but it was pretty
Oh, I like
interesting what he was
Florio.
saying. One of the Dolphin fans was saying how much Florio doesn't like the Dolphins, but they were talking just specifically on Tua and
It
his
happens
concussions.
I
sometimes. Yeah,
think
I'm
it
not
might be
surprised.
this one.
Well,
The it's titled. Let me see here.
if you want to share, I don't know
Yes,
if my
this is the
computer's
one.
gonna let me.
It's titled. It's titled "How a Loophole Cleared Tua of a Concussion," and this is from the
Oh,
Bills hit.
Banana,
Uh,
yes, that's Michael K.
How a loophole cleared him from which concussion?
the
The
Buffalo.
first one.
So real
Oh,
oh,
quick, this is Brian Stutterer, MD, and
Oh,
his
really?
description says, "I'm a doctor and a sports fan, and this channel is dedicated to exploring the unique medical side of the world of sports, including all the big ones, breaking down biggest what ifs, historical injuries, stories, making learning medicine, blah blah blah. Not to be taken as medical advice, obviously. Um, and he's got 687,000 subscribers. This video has 439,000 views.
And about
mm-hmm.
332,000 are 2 years.
Really?
No, just kidding.
Here, I'll put it in private chat.
all right. I wrote it.
Let's
I
see.
wrote it down. I was just going to do a search for the title, but
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I wanna look at that
Wait.
video.
He like breaks down like really what the injury is, like, you know what I mean?
bless you.
Bless
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Okay, let me copy this. Copy link address. I'm gonna put it on the chat, like in the actual chat, and then, and if anybody wants to see it, this is about the concussion protocol that Color was talking about.
Yeah,
So
actually it's the same guy, but this one is about how the NFL, like what they have to adjust in, as far as the loophole that's created, because they have this like system, like a flow chart they follow, and the flow chart doesn't really match what kind of doctors and everybody have learned about concussions, you know what I mean? So it's like, you
no,
know,
I
so
get
it's
it.
kind of at odds, and that's kind of what he's explaining.
There you go.
Still
You
trying to
guys can go
search
to.
for the actual other one that shows like, hey, this is what a concussion actually is and why you can't have it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is it right here. This is from a concussion doctor from the Complete Concussion Management is the channel. 9,000 subscribers, 237,000 views. And of course, it's got good, you know, good comments or people saying good stuff. You know, I mean, again, it's another doctor and another doctor's opinion, but this is the one I was referring to that talks about the different energy levels and how much time it takes between concussions and stuff like that, and why it, to me, it's important as to how they, you know, how they labeled the first injury, because if it truly was a concussion and his doctors know his private medical record and they know that's what it was, then their advice to him and all that is beyond what they keep making us want to believe, and the timeline is and all that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I,
and that's what the Florio Sims conversation was about
Well,
today.
we know Florio has already stolen our content twice, so we already know he's taking our takes, dude.
He's doing it.
And I know everybody giggles, but Sean, I saw that laugh. I saw that kind of, you know.
No, I
And I'm
remember
not
from
saying
the.
you doubt me. I'm not
No,
saying
I
you
remember
doubt-
one of the last shows you brought it up, and I was like, it sounds like he really is.
Did you go to my personal channel, Color Commentary, and
Yeah.
see the video? Okay, so you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, bro. I mean, it's like, it's obvious, man, that he at least has a representative
Somebody's looking
brainstorming
at
and
the show.
taking notes off things we say. That's
He
for
doesn't
sure.
even shout you out though. That's messed up.
I know. It's like just throw me a bone, man. I don't even really, just once. Hey, you know.
Absolutely.
But I don't expect that. I mean, big fish, little fish. You know how it is.
Yep.
Exactly. I just dropped both of them on there. So if anybody wants to take a look at the concussion stuff, I guess that's great for everybody. Just so so we can learn, know more, a little bit more as fans. You know what I mean? Let's continue real quick because I want to get Sean's Bills prediction. What are you thinking here? What is your final score prediction?
28-20 Bills.
Whoa.
Oh gosh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yep. It's
And I expected a less homer take out of Sean, man. I really did.
it's a 1 point game. No, it's
Right.
gonna be.
That's
I
so
think
funny.
it's gonna be a good division rival game. You know what I mean? It's like I said.
He
I want to
almost
say it's
came
gonna
close to
be.
one of our scores.
Yeah, I want to say it's gonna be a dominant victory, but which is possible. But I really think because of the magnitude and because of just the division rival, it's gonna be a closer game than we both would like. Both teams would like. But
Okay, okay. Crypto, give me your take here. What's your score prediction?
Actually, four, but I'll give you one. One of the four outcomes. Can you hear
Good,
me?
'cause that's what I was. Yeah, I can hear you. That's what I was
One of
looking for. One.
the one of the four
So
outcomes.
thanks for that, sir.
Well, I'm assuming Skyler will start, and I think they're going to sabotage him because they're listening to all because Twitter runs the Miami Dolphins, and they've
And
been
no
pounding
sooner
the
does the
table
sabotage begin.
by keeping the ball out of his hands. They're going to try to run the ball, even though the Bills will decide on that because they're going to pick their poison and rather us run it against them than throw it against them. So that's going to create a deficit. So I'm looking at more like a 34 type game because we're not going to be able to run the ball versus
Good
pass.
job,
So
Spook. Appreciate it.
Kyler that way.
Don't let him pick a loss.
What?
We
Yeah,
didn't hear
the
none of
twin ears
that.
are getting you, bro. Yeah, we didn't hear
Government
not
got
one
you.
of you. You were. It was. Yeah, they got you. Two and on got you because we didn't hear nothing of what you just said.
I said to the two non crowd and the anti Skyler crowd is going to sabotage him by trying to take the ball out of his hands, and they're going to successfully do it. So we're only going to score 17 Skyler
Wow,
because
two
they're
and
going to
on
try
it.
to run the ball
Anyway,
40 times. Wow.
They're getting
Did
him.
again?
They're
Wow.
getting you,
What
man. They're
now?
getting you.
dang.
Oh, give me numbers. Numbers. Don't give me explanations, sir. Numbers. Give me a number.
34 to
Crypto.
17.
Okay.
Can you hear
34,
me?
17. Who wins? Yes, who wins?
The
Bills or
Buffalo
Dolphins?
wins because they're taking the ball out of Skyler's hands. Bills are going to win. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
wow.
I love
Put
it. I
Crypto's
love it.
Wi-Fi in
Unbelievable, these
the
guys.
protocol.
Unbelievable, these
Bro,
guys.
this is
Now, can
just too
you hear me?
much. Yeah, now we can.
You
But
can't hear
apparently
me?
your Wi-Fi. Yes.
Put crypto's
Okay.
Wi-Fi in the
You
protocol.
hear Jeez, Crypto. What are we talking about here? Thank
Two and
God at least
on.
I got it, At least I got it. Two and on, man. I'm telling you, they get
So am I supposed
everybody.
to spoil it, or are you having league-wide Wednesday playoff edition tomorrow night?
So okay, so I'm gonna be. Remember how sometimes I give like two, So let's do one for tonight because this is the game preview. I do this show
Okay.
on Friday, but we could only get it done today, so I'll do a different show on Friday. So today this is the game preview. So we could talk today. Give me one today, and then I'm still gonna have one for tomorrow night, Wednesday for League Wide Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Where you can find Miss Fins and my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary, every single Wednesday night. Yes, I said it. Wednesday night. Go ahead and check us out. League Wide Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Let's get her
Nice.
done.
Yep,
Playoff
and we'll have a
edition.
little more
We're gonna.
time to get into a little more detail on the games because there's not as many games
Oh,
as normal league wide Wednesday, so that'll be cool.
exactly. That'll be awesome. So I can't wait till we get to that. So yeah. So color. What is your today? Or at least should say.
God.
Tell the truth, Color.
Tell the
I think
truth.
the script is going to play out pretty much like it did last game. I don't think that Buffalo is going to be able to take meat. No, you're not talking anymore. You predicted a loss. You don't get to speak anymore.
How come I can't hear color?
Because you don't hear Dolphin fans anymore. Tuanon has ruined your hearing. All right, so
I can't. You see this? This is what you
unfortunately, this time around, Buffalo is not going to have the advantage of our defense underestimating the driving snow into their face. And we're not going to get caught slipping in the fourth quarter this time. And I think that the score is going to be very similar in the reverse. So I got Miami winning 31-28.
Dang. I don't know if my heart can handle that kind of game.
You know what? It's so interesting. I'll tell you this. I think you and I are like, but it
I know,
makes
Sean, I'm
sense.
already getting
That's why we
palpitations.
What's up, Nickel City Mafia? Hey man, I appreciate you.
What's up?
Shout out to Nickel City. I didn't see you put a comment before, so I couldn't like highlight you. But
It still sucks for us worse than you because, like I said earlier, you guys are more likely. Like if somebody gets blown out, it is highly more likely that you do it to us. You know what I mean? So I just don't want it to be a waste of time. That's all. You know, I really don't want it to be a waste of time.
Say are not blowing out the Bills. Like I can comfortably say that. You know, like I feel very confident in saying the Dolphins are not.
And I feel like if we do have a respectable performance, we could clip you. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
If the Dolphins blew out the Bills, I'm gonna be on cloud. I'm like,
well, that ain't happening.
But
I'm a very unlucky person, Sean. I am the most unlucky person on the planet. So for me to say that Dolphins will never blow out the Bills, you better watch out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
You better hope I don't bet against my team. That's all I gotta say. My luck is that bad. Look, my luck is so bad.
Dolphins, David versus Goliath.
My luck is so bad that I actually can bet on the Dallas Cowboys and win the bet. That's how bad my luck is.
You should
that I actually reverse the Cowboys' luck and help them win by betting on them. That's how bad my luck is. Dang. I literally can avert the accident waiting to happen, as Stephen A. Smith calls it, that is the Dallas Cowboys.
Damn, you're making me feel bad, Color. I don't want you to have bad luck.
Well, I do. It is what it is. I've accepted it over the years. That being said, it gives me a lot of control over the outcomes of things. All I got to do is choose to bet on your team, and you're losing.
Not if I bet on my team first. Kevin Lee.
And if I stack my fantasy lineups with your players, bet our defense is having a great day.
Is that what happened in the middle of the season when we lost 2 in a row? Is that what you did?
No, but I did predict you guys to lose against the Jets and the Vikings in successive weeks.
He did predict both of them. He got
where was the luck there? We should have won then.
True, but it ended up ruining us in the long run. So
yeah. Kevin Lee, Allen doesn't always throw 2 picks.
Yeah.
It just happened a couple times. He actually has less picks this year than he did last year.
He
That's
doesn't
sad because
always
he's still
lose to
number
the
one
he doesn't
in
always
fantasy.
lose to the Jags without scoring a touchdown. No,
But
that
when
don't
he
always
does,
happen.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so for Miss Fins, I'm kind of in the same mind frame as you. I think this is going to be a scoring game. I think it's going to be a very fun game to watch. It's going to be an offensive game more than anything else. I feel like obviously the defense will make their moves, but I have to go with color. But I'm going to do this. I actually think it's going to be 32 to 30 Dolphins.
dang,
Ooh,
Like
that's a real slobber knocker.
like
bet the
grind
over.
it out. Like grind it out.
That would
And
require us to hold Allen on a last second drive out of field goal range. That's
you
pretty
and
dang
that's
tough.
exactly what I'm predicting. Come 5 minutes, we don't get the ball, and it's gonna come down to the defense holding Josh Allen and that offense. That's exactly what I'm predicting, and it's impossible. But that's what I'm
By
telling.
the way,
That's
that's how I
predicting.
form all my fantasy lineups
That's
solely
a
on
pick.
game script. Like I come up with a game script in my head and just throw caution to the wind.
With Tua or Skyler, Miss Vince, to be honest with you guys, either one. I'm being 1,000%. And this is the reason
That's what
why.
I said.
This is the playoffs. We don't got another week. This is it. You're playing for jobs. You're playing for contract. You're playing for money. You're playing for immortality to say we won a playoff game. You know what I mean? So no, it don't matter. This game right here will solely come down on Mike McDaniel.
Coaching. Yeah.
And
Mike
we just got to play
McDaniel.
for each other, like Miss Finns is saying. We got to play for each
Exactly.
other because, these guys are never, this team is, even if it's one guy gone next year, this team will not be the same team as constructed this year. Not, these 53 guys will never be together again.
Nope.
And they really have to play for each other to prove that 53 guys was something.
Exactly.
The sad
So
fact of
that's
it.
why. Go ahead, Sean.
So that's the sad fact of it is, every NFL fan, like Color said, your team's never going to be the same every year. So, it's a sad part of it all. Like we could potentially only have one game left of football. With the max, we have 4. So it's just like that's not enough time. That's not enough football. That's not enough. We love this team is like our family. Same thing with you guys with your team. It's part of our life. So it's like when you lose a teammate and they go to somewhere else, you're just like, man, that hurts a little bit. And then I'm sure the guys feel even worse because they're definitely like a brotherhood. So, we got to appreciate, I know we can get on here. We say who does good, who does bad. But at the end of the day, that's part of our family. We're going to miss them. So we got to enjoy our teams while we can because next year it's always going to be different.
You're 1,000% right. So this is gonna be it's gonna be an intense game, and I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be 3 outcomes that I see. 1, super close game. 2, Bills blow out the Dolphins. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And 3, it's gonna be a super close game, but it's gonna be a very low scoring game. That I actually don't predict.
Yeah, I don't
I
think it's going
really,
to be
I, I
low.
really feel like points are gonna be put up on both sides. Which is
Yeah.
why I said 32-30. It's gonna come down to Dolphins 29, Bills 30. Dolphins at the 50-yard line. Jason Sanders 63-yard field goal.
Dang.
For the win,
Now
baby!
you're
How
reaching.
about that?
Now you're reaching. I'd
Poor
just be
Jason
happy
Sanders.
with tying Stojanovic's team record at 59. I'd be happy enough with that.
Hey, I have to make it dramatic. You know what I mean? Look at Mister. No.
Man, if we would have lost on a 63-yarder, man, I don't know what I'd do.
I mean, it's historic, so at least you're gonna be part of that history.
We've been a part of enough history. 13 seconds, friggin'. I mean, the Kyler Murray touchdown pass. I'm sick of being on the wrong end of history. So
Music City Miracle.
yeah, Music City Miracle. I'm done.
0-4.
Yep.
Yep.
We've been a part of all that history, but it's all the negative side. We got to get on the positive side. So let's make a
bunch of fans from Canada.
Yeah.
That's hard enough to weather.
Oh man.
I'll tell you this. I saw a video, a small video, very small video. What if? And it had the Buffalo Bills winning all 4 Super Bowls. Like what would happen with Jim Kelly and O-line and all that. And I was like, wow, this is a very interesting, like, what if it actually happened?
Counterfactual, yeah. That'd be
I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, oh no, they lost all 4 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you watch that video and find out that Agent Smith was actually the one.
Stop it, Color. We're not bringing that in because, again, I dispute it.
You won't even go watch the video.
What do you mean? Oh,
did you
no.
watch it? Yeah,
No,
because you don't want your ideas to be spoiled. But I'm telling you,
not that.
Agent Smith was the one.
No, it wasn't. Anywho, the one was the one, and that only one was Neo, which literally spells one rearranged.
Right.
Thank you very much.
If he was the one, it wouldn't have to be rearranged.
Okay, and Smith,
his name would just be Oni. His name would have been Oni or something like that.
He's not Korean. Like, what are we? No. Like, no, absolutely not. No. Neo is the one. Period. Okay? Anywho, Color. I don't know if you want to stay in the back or whatever, but any last
I'll
words,
hang around for a bit.
Last words, sir?
That, like I said, Agent Smith was the one.
Oh,
that's it.
And yeah, he's done because I don't know what he's talking about. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through. This has been one of the funnest shows I've done all season long. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. You can see, look at that. Red, Whites, and Bill showed up. Mr. Sean coming up here doing the game preview with Miss Phins. Look at me. I look awesome, don't I? Yeah, I do. But I appreciate all of you guys coming through. It's been phenomenal. Sean, what are your final words, sir?
God bless all you guys. All the love you guys showed me was incredible. Miss Phins, I've been dying to do this with you. I love what you do. I appreciate you letting me on. This has been an absolute blast. It doesn't feel like it's been 4 hours. It feels like it's just.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah, it's just been incredible. So I really thank you. I'll be tuning into you. And anytime you want to collab, you got my contact. So just hit me up. I'm so blessed. So I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. And let's do a quick count real quick just to make sure we got all our last little bit. Hey, listen, we'll benefit out of this puppy because we were able to get Phins from 271, I think, from 781 to 771 to 782. So yay. Thank you so much, guys. And we were able to get Red, White, and Bills from 260, ladies and gentlemen, to 281 subscribers. Woo woo!
Wow. That's incredible.
21 new subs. I was 261. So thank you for coming, man. It was a lot of fun. And to be honest with you, whenever I set up collabs, I don't do them this quickly. I'm like, oh, this later date. But it's just time constraints, and it worked out perfect. So
we had to do it. That was awesome.
That was so much fun. Good luck to your team. Not really. The Dolphins are destroying the Bills. But I appreciate you. I don't know if you want to stay in the back, but I'm going to put you back there a little bit. But if not, have a great night, sir.
God bless you guys. Good night. Much love to everybody. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for coming through. Man, what a show. Look at it. I just really love looking at myself. You see that? Chain gang, baby. Let's go. Chain gang. I want to thank everybody out here, everybody that came and supported. Thank you so much for coming through. This is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. Do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and keep hitting that like button. Keep letting everybody else know about the channel. You guys really do make it happen for me. And for us, this is our channel. It's not my channel. It's our channel. We're Dolphin fans. We're NFL fans, and we make it happen. So thank you so much, guys. Again, from Miss Phins, from my family to yours, thank you so much for being awesome. And like I said, we win together, We lose together. Dolphins for life. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning because we're discussing the AFC East, baby. Let's go. Take care and bye-bye.